Friday.
Oh,
Friday.
that went well.
And we're the only radio show broadcasting from this huge Sirius XM facility.
That's it?
Dude,
We're it?
I walk around Friday before the show. There's no one here.
It's a ghost town.
A massive broadcast facility. You would think there'd be hustle and bustle.
At least some bustle.
At least some bustle.
And then later on in the day when people get a little more energy, some
Yeah.
hustle.
People bumping into each other in the hallways going, excuse me. So there's very important stuff going on.
Yes.
I got to lay down some tape before my show this morning.
Yes.
Look at the halls. There's nobody. A couple of our interns. That's it.
Interns walking up and down.
You take away the 30 people that work for us behind the scenes, there'd be there would be nobody here.
There are quite a few, aren't there? How did that happen?
I don't know. It used to be just you and I
It'd be so easy.
and like an intern that we said, all right, you produce the show.
That's it.
That's how it
Just
started.
us hanging out.
I don't even know half these people anymore.
No.
So what's up with summer? I got a summer cold. I got a sore throat.
Yeah.
This isn't supposed to happen
A little scratchy.
in the summertime. I get my sickness in the winter, like most people.
But now the good doctor that was on said the weather has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I understand that.
Yes.
I
Which now what do you
understand
do? What do you say? What do you go? Yeah.
Yeah, but
But I get sick every time. It
no. But what did he say about the cold and getting sick again?
said you're indoors a lot more with a lot like more people, so the germs are festering indoors
Oh,
instead
okay.
of spending time outside because it's nice and sunny.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we're doing this summer.
Yeah.
Like it's cold again.
Yeah.
What? It's almost August, and it's.
64
And I was
degrees
debating-
when I was driving in.
I was debating T-shirt or long sleeve.
Yeah.
Usually this time of year, it's T-shirt and shorts. Not even thinking. You like retire
You don't have to
your
look at the weather.
you retire your jeans and everything for a good month and a half. Not this summer.
I have winter clothes in my closet that
Yeah.
are usually turned over, and,
Yeah, no.
the summer clothes come out.
I haven't worn shorts here once. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to anytime soon. It's been raining in New York the last 3 days. More rain.
Yeah, it's
And if
disgusting.
one more person tells me, well, we needed the rain.
Did we?
We needed the rain.
How much do we need?
We needed the rain.
I've passed by
No.
some reservoirs in my day.
Enough with we need the rain. We don't need the rain. Nature figures that shit out.
Makes foul flowers bloom.
Right. You just
So does
sit,
a sprinkler. Shut up.
you just sit in your seats and enjoy nature.
Yeah.
You're not part of the show. You pay to see the show. Just stay in your seats.
Stay in your seats, please.
Exactly.
Watch the show.
Just watch the show and shut up. Don't tell me, meaning nature, that we need the rain.
Yeah, you won't be participating.
Right.
We are just spectators.
Have
here.
we ever run out of water
No.
in the reservoirs?
For some reason, though, they usually tell us we're very close to running out of water a lot of times when it's hot.
But we
have
just
heat
make it
waves.
every time, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, not even just make it.
Yeah, then it pours rain for 10 days, and they go, oh, the reservoirs are full.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you want some?
cares.
Come with
Yeah.
your buckets.
Yeah,
It's-
use as much water as you like.
It's supposed to rain the next 9 out of 10 days.
No.
Get the fuck out
Stop.
of here. Wow.
Wait, that is a very vague weather forecast. I see a piece of
Yeah,
a
it
sun,
is.
I see a lightning bolt, I see a cloud, and I see some rain sprinkles, but I see the sun, too.
Well, scattered T-storms for today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
That's deceiving, though.
Wow. But
That
we're-
means
we're
that
getting-
means if
and next Saturday. Too.
Yeah,
if it rains, a quick thunderstorm for 5 or 10 minutes,
somewhere.
whatever.
Isolated.
Yeah, it'll
This
be
is like
fine.
Florida weather without the hot temperature. Mm-hmm. Like we're getting in the 80s, kind of. But every day in Florida, you see scattered thunderstorms, a chance of thunderstorms.
Because of that humidity.
Yeah, and then it goes away, and everything's cool. The streets steam for a while when the sun comes out, and you're a sweaty mess.
I love those summer rains. You just nailed it. The street steam, and within 5 minutes, everything's completely dry.
Everything's dry. It never
and then you're
happened.
like, did I imagine that it was just pouring all around me?
You're back outside. It's nice.
But I mean, the
Yeah.
sidewalks, the roads, completely
Yeah.
dry. Even the dirt. You're like, what?
Yeah, that happened.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're getting screwed this summer. It better really go into September and October. Some nice weather. I hope we did shift the axis or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rape Kid from Harlem, his phone call says, yesterday's show was so gay, even OutQ thinks you're fags.
Oh,
Somebody else writes, please no Bobo today.
yeah.
See, the over-the-top stuff, people either love or hate. And that's exactly what I read all day yesterday. People loving the show and people going, enough with Bobo.
But they listened.
But they listen, right.
And the whole thing is, what kind of over-the-top stuff do we do on a steady basis?
Not much
like
anymore.
We really don't.
Actually, I thought we were going to get fired yesterday because I'm so not used to doing over-the-top stuff anymore.
Yeah, that anything
so I
is
I walked out of here going, all right, we have to be fired because that was just crazy. And then I was thinking to myself, you and I used to do that once a show. Yeah. Well, maybe not the gay thing.
Spit
but
on each other's dicks.
Right. But over-the-top stuff we did once a show.
I woke up yesterday from my little nappy after work, and I was like, did that really happen? Mm-hmm. Just thinking to myself, was that our show? Mm-hmm. It was horrible.
Bobby Lee blowing on it.
Bobby Lee.
He's my new favorite, man.
He is out of his fucking mind.
I'll tell you. The feedback on Bobby Lee was really strong.
Yeah.
People like, this guy rules.
He'll do anything.
Make sure he comes back soon. He is coming back soon. He'll be in today.
Oh, wow, that is soon.
A little later, but he'll be in today. But I was trying, I don't know. I don't know where to begin with this. Because kind of like you, I was like horrified that it went down.
Yeah.
I really thought we might, be in a bit of trouble or fired. For real. Because like I said, most days now we have to just kind of talk. We don't get to do all that
bullshit about things.
We don't get to do all that crazy stuff anymore. And then I found myself yesterday kind of just staying in my apartment all day. And unlike you, I like to be out. I like to be out there doing stuff. And I just had this feeling I need to just stay indoors.
I had like a creepy feeling walking to my truck yesterday. I was like, oh, God, what did we do? Like, what did we do?
Kenny and Jimmy were listening on the way to the airport. Jimmy's playing the Punchline in Atlanta this weekend. He already did one show last night. And they said, bravo. They thought it was hilarious.
Hilarious. Was just
for the people that weren't listening, Bobo came in and I don't know. The guys discovered last Friday that he gets boners really easily.
Like you could talk him into a boner.
Like we have no problems, but it's not like when you're 14 or 15, for the most part. This kid is like a 14-year-old man. The wind blows and he's getting a boner.
I don't think I'd be able to be talked into a boner by a bunch of gentlemen. No. You know what I mean? It's like if a chick is talking hot to you and stuff, of course.
Yes.
But with a bunch of guys describing a girl and stuff like that, you're like, yeah, that's hot. That's, whatever. But he would just like get a boner, and then we'd stop and just instantly start talking about like the Mets,
right,
or something, and then his boner goes away.
Yeah,
and then talk about his girlfriend there, who he likes to call his girlfriend Christine, and he just gets the boner again.
Rock hard, throbbing,
ridiculous,
aching boner.
2.5 inches of boner, by the way. That looks like, as Bobby Lee said, it looks like it went to Vietnam. That was great.
And then we talk about NASCAR, and it went right back down.
Right back down. And then after a while of this up and down motion, I guess the prostate gets working, and it starts leaking clear stuff, which Bobby Lee could not help but want to blow on it. Not blow it.
No, because we all were in the same place. We were convinced this thing was ready to blow at any second.
Yeah.
We thought it'd be the funniest thing ever if this thing blew in front of a bunch of guys. By the way, if you weren't listening, this whole thing was done with Bobo. His pants weren't on.
Yeah, he's standing
this
here.
This kid isn't shy, huh?
No. He's just standing here. He'd awkwardly pull his shirt up and hold it under his chin, and then pull his pants down to his knees, but hold the waistline of his pants.
Because he wanted to pull his pants up at any second when the time was happening.
He did this whole thing.
What was the other thing he did? You said just before the show.
Oh God!
The chanting. No, what was he doing? It's in that promo we played.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Damn it.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was. Oh, Bobo, someone's saying here Bobo's moaning was really creepy. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Because there was some some naked girls on the computer monitor.
Yeah.
So he's looking at that and just going, "Oh yeah, you want it from Bobo." It was the sickest fucking thing.
And he never touched himself.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't touch
It's
himself.
like, Bobo, what'll happen if you just grab it and squeeze it? He goes, and he wouldn't even answer what would happen. He just went,
and for some reason he
oh God, what a mess that is.
for some reason he thinks he needs to save it.
Yes, he's saving it up. Oh my God.
What is that?
It's this little boner.
Everyone took video. Everyone took video yesterday. That we don't even know where we're allowed to post
There's
this.
nowhere to put that.
We don't know.
What is that, for the personal home collection? Here go the curtains again. Jesus.
Enough with the curtains. There's no one here on Fridays.
By the
And
way,
every time you guys close the
go
fucking
ahead.
curtains, I feel claustrophobic.
You could shut that one, I guess. The oh God, yeah.
Maybe we
I
could
can't
get it.
even watch. I want curtains over my eyes for this one. Can I have? I want eyeglasses with curtains on them.
Maybe we could get this footage on the big jumbotron in Times Square.
Oh yeah,
for
that'll
everybody.
be great.
Unbelievable.
And then what's going on with? I noticed people peeking in the
Yeah, there are a
corners of
lot.
the curtains. Now, if something happens when someone peeks in and then turns around and tries to get us in trouble, I swear to
No,
God,
it was all our people trying to
It
get
was,
us.
it? Oh,
it was one of
peek.
our idiot interns.
Oh,
But,
all right.
You know, from this vantage point, it's impossible to know. So
yeah, I know. So you just see people peeking. It's like the curtains are there for a reason, I guess. If it's up to me, they wouldn't be. But
Yeah. Andrew from Albany summed it up. Nothing funnier than an Asian man spitting on a retard's cock while he verbally rapes an innocent girl.
oh, you have that? Oh wow, we have that clip if you want to hear him spitting on.
Oh,
Bobo's
yeah, of
dick.
course we do.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Should I spit on it?
Are you out of your mind?
Let me spit on it.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Can I do it? Ready?
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, boy, that is... I need a napkin. Get me a napkin.
Dude, I was laughing so hard I thought I was gonna pass out. That was so goddamn funny. And Bobby says, he goes, yeah, I it wasn't sexual or anything. I wasn't spitting on it like that. He goes, I was just spitting on it in anger. Because, like, you know when you just spit on somebody? He goes, that's what I did. I spit on it in anger.
The best visual, that was, yeah. But mine was when he was blowing on it, but he didn't want to get too close. I guess we both said pretty much the same time as like lighting a firecracker and trying to run.
yeah, try to run away.
He was trying to get as close as he could to, have an effective blow on
Yeah, so the wind, the breeze gusts over
Right.
his minuscule
because
penis.
we really thought that's all it was going to take for this thing to just explode.
Yeah.
So then he would blow on it and then like pretty much run.
yeah, we'd run away from it.
Like, from it.
Also, the clear stuff was on it was stringing like 2 feet long. So when he'd blow on it, it would swing one way, and he'd want to get out of the way before it swings back at him. It was the most bizarre fucking thing I think I've ever seen in this studio.
Yeah.
And I've seen, or in our studios, during our tenure as the
Unbelievable.
Opie and Anthony show. And we've seen girls, smoke out of their pussies.
Oh, yeah, we've seen it all.
That was just really
Well,
bizarre. He spit on his dick.
I'll tell you-
You just hear.
And I'll tell you why the gay stuff, and we're going to turn this thing around finally. What happened was when we were on regular radio, they took the girl out of the equation for our
Out
show.
of the mix.
They completely took
Yeah.
the girl out. We weren't allowed to have them topless anymore. We certainly weren't allowed to have them smoking out of their vaginas, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like we did like some kind of gayish bit with somebody, and the lawyers over at that place were like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they didn't say
And
a
I'm
word.
like, how is that fine, but we can't get a girl naked in studio?
Yeah.
So then we went all in because we were still trying to do edgy radio. So all of a sudden we went down this gay road.
It's like, let's see how far we can push that with these goddamn people. And apparently,
They didn't
have
mind
no problem with
anything.
it. They're in their office jerking off listening
Who
to
the
it.
fuck knows?
I don't know.
But we started
yeah.
doing some crazy stuff with guys. But if we wanted to do the most, the tamest thing with a woman, they're like, no way.
We just want to have
We
a
never got that.
Yeah.
I never understood that one.
woman come in and get completely naked, and they freak out. Yet, like someone said, an Asian man could spit on a retard.
Right.
Stick.
Oh, yeah. So that was the highlight of yesterday.
It certainly was.
And I hear the countdown show that we do every weekend on 202 is starting to get some legs. People are listening. People are trying to figure out what's the number one bit of the week and all that.
Yep.
And I certainly the Bobo thing's going to be right up there.
That's well, I was going to say that's huge, but that's
I'm
really not.
I'm sure
very
the Bobo
small.
thing will be replayed for everybody. All that goodness will be played.
Oh,
again.
you'll catch it.
Right, Sam?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be one of my favorite countdown shows.
Oh, I bet.
Because not only do we have the whole Bobo thing, but the entire Steve debacle will be featured prominently.
Oh, wow.
On the Worst of the Week countdown.
A show featuring two dicks.
Wow.
Steve's day off.
Yeah.
Before you continue,
I got to hear this again.
Yeah, because Bobo's going to be part of the countdown this week. Steve, discussing that, he decided to take every Monday off.
Yeah.
Well, that's
for
what
the
we thought.
foreseeable future, but that's only 5 days.
Yeah, I'm still confused by his
Forever
explanation.
and ever and ever. Forever. 3 days.
Well, I think Dirk put this one together.
Yes.
Who said life was all about following the rules?
Carlisi.
I'm a man of leisure.
This summer.
Greg Hughes, it's Mr. Carlisi. You're an asshole.
Find out what happens when one executive producer discovers he has 50 sick days and decides to use them all.
Ah, the Prius. If you have the means, I highly recommend you pick one up.
Starring Steve Carlisi.
I want to eat in that restaurant. I'm going to make a fake reservation with my new stomach.
And Steve Carlisi as Steve Carlisi.
Don't you know me? I'm Abe Froman, the internet king of Jersey. Look, the Foundry logo's on everything. We're shake it up, baby, now. Twist and shout.
Coming every Monday.
A family member has days off, and you give him crap? You're an asshole.
Steve Carlisi's Day Off.
Life goes by pretty fast. If you don't take vacation time, you'll miss out on it.
God,
that's really good.
I like it, just taking random shit
yeah.
clips from the show and throwing them together like that.
What else did we
Pretty
do
good.
this week that's going to be part of the countdown, Sam?
Well, I mean, people forget Ace Frehley stopping by was a huge...
Oh, yes.
That was this week.
That was this week, too?
That was Monday.
I thought that was just, to be honest, I thought that was just going to be a little present for Jimmy coming in. It's going to be funny. Watch Jimmy kiss Ace's ass and talk about a dress, some dress, maybe a dress for a dress.
Right.
But it turned out Ace was really cool. He was funny. He was just kind of hanging.
Yeah.
He's very New York, Ace.
Yeah,
You know,
he had that accent,
He's very New York.
And the surprise on Jimmy's face, the video that we posted was really
yeah.
good. But, all right, so, yeah, Ace turned out to be a great guest, like Ann was saying. I thought it was going to be a bunch of Kiss shit.
Yeah,
and
he
instead, it was
he doesn't
like...
give a crap.
He pretty much doesn't give a crap about
Like
Gene Simmons.
when Gene comes in.
I was reading between the lines there.
Oh, come on. Not very hard to read between those lines. You're right.
No.
And the fun of the countdown is, with all this stuff, this was an amazing week of radio for the Opie and Anthony show. Who knows what'll be number one?
Ooh.
You know, it could be one of the things we've talked about.
Could be something else.
Maybe it'll be something that happens today. Today is not off limits. Today is this week.
I know what number one is.
What?
It's Sam talks about going to the furry convention.
That was last week. Because that was Friday.
That's a week ago already?
That was 1 week ago today.
Get the fuck out of here.
That will not be on the worst of the
I would
week.
have bet money. So did I.
Yeah, I think you lie. You
No,
lie.
that's-
You lie, Pee-wee.
And Sam, what do you mean by who knows what's going to happen today? It's obvious we've done enough radio this week.
Yeah,
You've done enough for the
Are you trying
average
to-
person.
Are you trying to tell us we have to do more radio today?
You don't have to, but the thing
Thank
is, it's
you,
like
Sam.
We have
when
to
they
be
put you
good.
two guys in front of mics.
This is called coasting day.
But you never
Right.
know what's going to happen. They put you two guys in front of microphones, and you end up with gold every time.
All
so you
week
just
is that chick, where the roller coaster goes up. That's where it has to work. That's where the mechanism is going chick. And then once you're over the top and it goes, then it's called just gravity.
so you've hit your
Your
peak.
Now
Yes.
it's like, just let gravity run the
Unless
rest
you
of the
want
show.
Bobby Lee to blow on your penis.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
All right, then you're with us. We're coasting today.
Maybe we'll find like a nice number 7 or 8 bit today.
7 or 8.
Number 7 or 8
Go.
could
See,
happen
it doesn't have
today.
to be number one
What else
today.
is part of the countdown? Give me one more.
The Manhattan Madam coming in.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember her.
Kristen Davis.
I remember.
When
that.
was she in?
We were gonna.
She was in this week.
Yeah,
she?
but what happened that day?
What was it?
Like right before that.
Yeah, the healthcare debate.
Yeah, so
That's
that was
on the
fantastic.
countdown?
Yes,
We're going to replay a healthcare debate?
My
Well, it's a fun
What
debate.
the fuck's wrong with you, Sam?
We'll cut out all the talk about health care and just talk about the times Jimmy said funny things about AIDS. And,
Right. Just isolate the AIDS jokes.
yeah.
But Patrice
Those
was
are
in here
great.
as well, and that author was in here.
Healthcare. I mean, it was
It was good.
but for a countdown show,
E-Rock also insisted that your conversation about dead pets should make the countdown.
really?
So, I mean, that might be washed out if there's something good today. We don't know yet.
Well,
But E-Rock and me host this thing, so you could tell it's an exciting show.
yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
When is it
yeah.
on, Sam? Just all weekend?
All weekend long, except it's not on from 9 p.m. to midnight on Saturday, because that's when special. That's
Right.
when special
All right,
delivery
thank you,
is on.
Sam. We really
Sam and
appreciate you
Dave.
doing
to
the countdown
plug-
for the Opie and Anthony
plug
show.
that shit. I want to add something because I don't usually take credit when credit is due me, but I am taking credit today because who is the one that sat here in this chair and said that Wendy Williams will quit her radio show to do her TV show full time? I remember when I said that,
that.
you were saying, "Oh my God, no, that will never happen."
What?
And I
what
said,
are you talking about? Who gives a shit about Wendy Williams?
Stupid
we
Wendy
didn't even
Williams.
discuss her. We just make fun of her.
Of course. No, I was thinking yesterday, though, because I read, of course, I only read Travis's email on the some of the topics that we'll be discussing, and one of which was Wendy Williams, who we like to call the Monster.
The Monster,
The
yeah.
Monster with the wigs.
Yeah.
Is apparently leaving her radio show, and I thought to myself, you know something? Opie brought that up. He said, I guarantee you she will be leaving radio to do this show full time. So if you're one of her listeners, she will fuck you over, leave the show, and do that full time.
Well, man, I'm a seer. You just don't know that yet.
Oh, a see?
I see things. Oh, see.
I see. You know how
I see
important that is
things.
to radio?
I see things.
Okay.
I'm a seer of all things. Why would you do... Honestly, man, if we had the right TV gig, we would be so gone. I can't even tell you. I'm not even gonna front.
Did you take some of the staff with you?
Maybe,
Staff
maybe
to
a
TV?
couple people.
Rather have take a staph infection
Maybe a couple
with me
people.
than this fucking staff.
Maybe a couple people, not you, Sam, but a
Why?
couple of the people would go with
I'm
us.
TV friendly.
Can't take anybody of questionable race.
And
Ratings.
if we were able to figure out the TV thing, and it would be something that was edgy and creative,
Yeah.
and something we could really, get behind.
And something we could sleep in a little bit for.
Right. Would we really continue with radio?
Take this mic and just push it away.
Certainly not full time.
Goodbye.
We wouldn't do full time.
No.
And especially regular radio, it'd be a little different because we're now on the satellite thing.
Yeah.
Regular radio, fuck no.
Ugh.
Those guys can't do anything to begin with. So, of course, she's going to leave, radio to do TV.
After the people meters started for the ratings,
Yeah.
they started making her play a lot more music.
Oh, they found out that the music was what people were tuning in for.
Yeah, but the black stations didn't do well with the PPM, and that,
No.
and that there was a lot of racist claims there.
Yeah, they
of
said
all
that
sorts of
the
shit.
people meter was racist.
Something like that.
What the hell does that mean?
No, it just meant that they're the black audience that listens to radio or the black radio stations are extremely loyal. So they're writing down shit that they're not even listening to.
So how is that racist?
That's just how it goes.
They claimed racism.
They said that about Howard, by the way, that a lot of people at the end of his run, Howard does very well. I'm not going to front, okay? But some people hinted that he probably didn't do as well as the ratings, that it was just out of habit that people were continuing to write his name down.
It's right for all the hours.
Right.
Like the people meter, I guess, when you pass by a radio, it picks that up.
Right. So
and it says, okay, for 15 seconds, you listened to this station. Because the stations all have this underlying signal that the people meter you wear throws out. So it knows, the people meter knows what you're passing by, what you're listening to, what sound is going into your ear. It knows it. So usually if you're a fan of a show, you would just write down, I listen to this show from, 6 to 10.
Yeah,
meanwhile, you take a dump sometimes.
To be fair, our listeners did the same for us as well.
Of course they did.
Because I used Howard as an example, but it's any show that has a extremely loyal fan base.
Right.
If you get some kind of ratings, I'll just say some kind of ratings, you're certainly going to really up the listening of that show.
Of the show you
if you're a
listen to.
fan of it.
Yep. And then the people meter, like I said, just picks up all kinds of things. And, when you're not listening, it picks that up, too. So if you go off to take a dump or a piss, you're not listening.
You got to be in earshot if you're wearing one of those dumb.
So the ratings
people meter
dropped.
things. Right.
For a lot of these black stations, especially because they were really loyal to the black stations. Because why keep things diverse and just tell them you listen to Whitey when you just can put down black shows, things like that.
Of course.
But they found out that the truth was they weren't listening as much as they said they were.
So then all of a sudden it was the company's fault. It was the PPM's
Yeah, it was the people
fault.
meter was racist somehow. The little racist thing
so
on your
the
head.
black owners got together and said it's racist, and you guys got to figure out how to figure this out so we get better ratings. Ridiculous. All right, Sam. Thank you. So the countdown starts sometime.
Starts early in the morning. Wake up on Saturday, flip on the radio, and I'll bet me and E-Rock will be exploring some of our favorite bits from the week with you.
Cartoons are on.
Well, maybe after that.
And you don't let E-Rock talk too much, do you?
Oh,
no,
all
I
right,
mean,
good.
I've listened to you guys a couple of times, and it's right at the point where I'm like, shut up and play the goddamn bit.
You don't like their banter?
I hate their
Whose banter? Whose banter do you hate more?
I can't.
Theirs?
Whoever is on at that moment is the worst banter. It just gets worse.
Whose banter is worse, though? Sam and E-Rock's or the local news team?
Whoa,
on
the local
5?
Channel 5 News in New York?
Yeah.
Wow. I got to say Sam and E-Rock's banter is worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Then
Because at least I could look at the blonde for a few seconds.
Then the dumb blonde pregnant bimbo on Channel 5 here in New York?
Yeah.
With her partner there who hates her guts?
Yeah, E-Rock kind of puts on that radio voice.
yeah, we've made moves. It's been changed up a little bit. The intros are much shorter than they originally were.
Yes.
We keep them to about 30 seconds. Because
And I'm sure that was your guys' idea, right? Oh, no, it was management.
no.
Management actually had one good idea. Could you chalk up one, put one on it? We have a big poster in here that says management ideas, good and pieces of shit. Pieces of shit, we have extended the page down with stapled papers.
Yeah.
And good, we don't have a mark on. Could you put one on the
mark?
good column, and then we will just put this day as when we were able to take a picture so we can remember when we put the one
With the blue paint.
telling you guys to keep the breaks short. Good idea.
But what's up with E-Rock with the fake radio voice? The one thing, hold on,
no.
let me jump in here. He's been with us 5 years. Most of you guys have been here since we came back to radio, right? Steve's is the only one that's been here longer than the 5 years. You would think you guys, and you have, except for E-Rock, would learn the one basic thing that Ant and I teach
Just
everybody.
talk.
Just talk.
E-Rock does
I learned that from Wheeze years ago. It's like, don't use the fake radio voice.
He does the fake radio voice, and his timing is terrible, too. Danny probably picked up on this, too, when we did the Tippy Tom show.
All right, now we need some fucking examples. So now someone's got to work and get some of these cut-ins. You can get the cut-ins from, like, some old shows. I don't care.
Because when you throw it, like, I would, like, maybe it was in my head, I don't know, but I'd throw it to him with the intention of, here comes the wind down into the bit.
Yeah.
And but then he brings up, he's like, yeah, remember earlier when you... And I go,
It's like, no, don't you understand? I'm doing that so you could just intro the clip and we're done. So, yeah, what Sam said. That's it.
And then I'm like, okay, well, then I'll intro what I just set up for you to intro.
Oh, it's the worst.
I got to hear the banter between you and E-Rock. Because Sam's going to have his own radio show someday. I'm convinced of that. But the problem is...
crossed.
The problem is he's like working out all sorts of different partners, and it's just a nightmare for the kid. Between Than and Eastside Dave and E-Rock.
There's a good prospect.
He's funny.
He's drunk.
He is sometimes drunk. There have been issues with recording shows with Dave in the past.
Can we get some old ones? You got old ones still around?
It's going to take a second or two.
All right. But you got to find some good ones. So maybe after the break, you give us some examples of the banter between Sam and E-Rock.
And when he's all like, yeah, well, here's when the guys were... Like, he wants to sound interested.
E-Rock?
Or he wants to sound, like, profound or something. I don't know what it is. He's just like, yeah, well... I remember when the guys did this. Shut up. Just
but then
shut the
he
fuck
also
up.
does a thing where, like, because he listens to the criticisms, and he does a thing where he's trying to just be sort of like out there. Like, I just don't care. Here's just a joke that is way too inside and nobody will get.
Yeah.
But like you sit there on it and you're like, there's nowhere to go. What are you doing?
There's nowhere to go with this.
Just intro the bit in a regular voice.
How did our show, by the way, become the Sam and E-Rock show? I want to know that. Because I listened one fucking weekend. I'm like, wow, I think we were replaced by Sam and E-Rock on our own channel.
They're trying to do like wacky things, they're doing wacky bits.
So they're talking for 5 minutes. Like you said, where's the bit?
Where's the bit? It's a clip show.
That's been brought down immensely.
Right.
5 minute.
Hence the one on the good idea column of management.
Yeah, I mean, you guys get a lot of freedom to talk a lot on our show.
Yes, the 5 minute intros are brought down to about.
You got to
30
find
seconds.
bit that we're running into the ground, and you're on the air a lot. Danny's on the air a lot, but the countdown show's got to be quick and to the point and get to the. The goodness of the bits of the week.
I have no complaints.
Now all I want to do is hear E-Rock's banter. I got to hear this after the break.
I hope Travis finds some.
What?
I'm just watching Jill going over the Sonos system. She knows how it works. She used that in the bathroom all the time. I swear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what you got, obviously?
Guaranteed she's looking at that, remembering the bathroom.
Wow, she's looking pretty good.
The time she went to the bathroom. She
looks good with the clothes on, right?
Yeah, with the clothes on, with the
hair
dark
color's good too.
Yeah, that fake blonde stuff wasn't.
Are you eyeing any of these other traffic girls?
The traffic girl from Channel 5
isn't bad, right?
Not too bad. I think she's out of range though. She's a little chubby. I don't know. Is this on stretch? Is that screen on stretch or is it?
Yeah,
she's a big girl.
Speaking of boobies,
yeah,
you don't watch Big Brother, obviously.
No.
Do you watch Big Brother?
No.
You're a reality.
Yeah, but I never got it. Cause you know why? Because E-Rock's the Big Brother guy.
They kicked off the tit monsters. The house filled with gay guys or something.
Oh man!
Did you see the girl that was on Big Brother?
No, but I'm gonna in a second.
I guarantee CBS is pissed off because this girl is a bikini model. She's got massive breast implants.
Massive.
And all she does is walk around the house in bikinis, and they kicked her off. The show's only been on 3 weeks. It's going to be on the rest of the summer.
Why would you do that?
I don't know anything about the show. My girl watches, and I was watching last night with her. I'm like, all right, I'll take a look. And I'm like, why would they kick her off?
E-Rock's a huge fan. E-Rock wants to be on Big Brother so bad.
Really?
He's got the big part down.
Really?
You know what? She's probably going to be brought back now every week as like, well, we got a special guest to help you with this one. And they bring the big tit monster back. The next week, same thing. We have a special guest. Guess who it is?
This show is nonsense. It's another dumb reality show that means nothing. So
nonsense.
So at least, get the girls that look good to stay as long as possible.
Yeah.
So the two girls that were up for elimination yesterday was a really hot blonde and this what we like to say, this tit monster.
Right.
So they're going to lose one out of the two hot girls on the show.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's her right there?
No, she's safe.
Oh.
That's not the one?
No.
Okay.
She's the blonde. I think her name's Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, she's not bad.
She's way better than not bad, Aunt. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if she's got the implants or if those are natural heavy boobs.
Well, we look for that clip. I got to say that Danny sent me a link yesterday, which started me on a 4-hour marathon of looking at porn on the computer. I couldn't stop.
What was the clip, though?
It was a clip that apparently he was looking for yesterday where it was supposed to be some 18-year-old girl coming to clean some guy's pool.
Yeah, it's like the over-the-top, oh, hey, mister.
Mister. She was more retarded than young.
Yeah.
Like she was supposed to come off as like this young girl. She came off as a retarded girl.
Nice.
Is this good? Am I doing this right? And it's funny. It's like, do you know what oral sex is? And she's like, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then he goes, yeah, now put this in your mouth. And she goes, like this? And he goes, yeah, like that. And then she proceeds to give a porn star blowjob. First time out of the box. Melody, that was it. Melody by the pool. Yeah, look, she's like, and she's acting retarded.
Dude, she looks...
And then there's Vin Diesel, I guess, getting some head.
Is this legal?
Yeah. This is, no, she's a
girl
porn star.
Girl looks young. But then again, you just pull the hair back and
Yeah,
put in
that's what they do.
ponytails and then make it.
See, you could tell there she's not. She's over 18. But it's like, so I watched this video and I laugh because it's kind of funny how retarded she is and how she's just taking a giant mule cock up her ass, and it's her first time ever. It's ridiculous. And then I'm just clicking links and I realized 4 hours went by and I'm just like, I've been looking at porn for 4 fucking hours.
Jesus.
And I just ended up on a site that was completely different than the one Danny sent the link from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've discussed it. You don't know.
Yeah, look at her. First time.
The first time.
That's
she knows
the
how
first
to do
time
that
she's
move.
riding a fucking guy in a way that defies gravity.
Right.
Your pussy shaved. Why? You don't
what?
fuck.
We might end up just watching porn for the
Just
next
watching
hours,
porn.
'cause
That's what I did.
Now I understand it.
It was
I
hysterical.
totally
I'm
understand.
just like, all right, oops.
These are moves that like a veteran makes.
Looks like my brother Joe fucking. Wait a minute.
Wow, it does look like Joe.
That's hysterical.
That angle looks
All right.
like Joe.
Go Joe.
She fucks like that, and then at the end, when it's time for him to finish up, she's like, "Oh, what's that?
What's that?" There's
get
cum,
the fuck
there's
out
cum
of here.
all over her face, and she's like, "What is it? It's gooey."
Shut up.
It's like, stop. You're a mess.
All right.
The Bob shot. Back of balls.
Good old Bob shot. So the Big Brother chick, just to show Ant. Tube 8 rules, by the way. Tube 8 rules.
Yeah.
What was the last clip? Do you remember?
Free porn. No, by that point, I was just still picturing it. I was just still picturing. Boom, boom, going through. I was looking for, you know what I really like? Girls. I really like full nude, laying on the bed, kind of toying a little with themselves, but looking at the camera. Like, so they're looking at you kind of nastily.
Oh, really?
So if you're jacking to it, it looks like they're watching you jacking.
No, because then if they're looking at the camera, then I know they're aware of what's of their surroundings.
Yeah, but it's good because you can kind of see that look.
I like the illusion that they just happen to be doing this, and maybe there was somebody caught it.
No.
You need
some
them
of
looking into the
some
camera.
of the voyeur stuff is good like that, but I need them like looking at the camera, and it's better if there's like 3 chicks that are just fucking around with each other, and kind of one of them's looking at the camera, because then it's like, all right, she's looking, going, oh man, look at him jerking his cock.
See, I'm totally wow. If they look at the camera, then I'm like, oh, they're moaning a little too. They're moaning, loud for the camera.
Yeah.
They're trying a little harder for the camera.
Yeah.
I like to think they're doing it because they just need to or want to do it.
That's
You know
why.
what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. That's why, though, it's a fine line between that, what you're talking about, and just looking like an amateur kind of thing looking at you. Yeah, this is that.
No.
porno
I just
that-
got scared because it looked like the conference table from WAAF for
well,
real.
dude.
Right.
See, and then she looks kind of. She's kind of looking back. That's nice. I would use that.
I think you like this video because of her ass, not because she's looking at the camera.
Well, yeah, no, it's the whole package. Believe me, the
God damn.
the package.
Sam,
see?
nice, right?
That's nice right there.
Hanging out with the guys,
Wow.
right, Sam?
Yeah, watching chicks and porn.
What's up, AJ?
Who's got? Hey, that's a character,
Wow.
AJ.
Sam, why'd you
Nice
come back
legs
in?
and everything.
Because Travis has an E-Rock intro.
Could you
Okay.
could you email me this link too, Danny? And I could spend another 4 hours looking at pornography. I wonder, and they say how unhealthy it is to just look at porno.
Yeah, whatever.
When you spend hours like that looking at it, how am I affected?
Yeah.
Like it made me feel good. I'm looking at something that is so nice to look at.
Your blood pressure goes way up for a little bit, but after
but
that,
then
you're
it comes-
calm and you
comes
got
back down and you
got
go
a nice
right to
blood
sleep.
pressure. Yes,
Wonderful.
Oh, boy. It puts you right to sleep.
I didn't know how exhausting it was to come.
And if it doesn't feel like 4 hours, is it really 4 hours? I mean, when you play a video game or
No.
look at porn for hours and hours and hours,
It's not like you're working on a spreadsheet.
Exactly.
Yeah, it goes very quickly.
It's not like you're redoing your bathroom or something stupid in that time zone.
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock at night, and then it's like, hey, it's midnight. What happened?
Damn.
I must have looked at 10,000 photos and
That's amazing.
videos.
You got some stamina, my friend.
It's great. I love looking at nudity.
I was just reminded. I saw this picture in my internet browsing a few months ago. I guess it's somebody took a screen cap of their internet history. I guess they have a roommate. It's like a college roommate. So he saw what his roommate was doing on his computer all day long. Porno watching starts at 6:52 a.m. and then porno watching stops 2:27 p.m. It says here, roommate finishes marathon beat-off session, checks Gmail.
That's like, what, 8 hours?
Wow.
Holy shit.
But you can do that. It just keeps, you keep finding another site, another link pops up, and you're like, oh, what's this treat?
Ted in Providence wants in on this. Ted.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Hello, Ted.
So, Anthony, I got to completely agree with you about the eye contact
Thank
thing.
you, sir.
I was watching this one video on, like, PornoTube or RedTube or one of those things where this girl was getting fucked but looking at the camera and saying, yeah, jerk it, you fucking pervert. And it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I loved it.
You know what? You can turn me around. That sounds all right there.
I don't like.
That sounds all right.
I don't like when a girl's getting fucked though and looking like that. Like if she's naked on the bed, then it's like the prelude to we're going to be having sex.
Sure.
It's kind of the prelude to that.
Yeah, keep the pesky dude out of it.
Yeah. I just like those, or like a good 2 or 3 chick scene on the bed where they're paying attention to the camera a little. Even a good still photo of that is good because you kind of you got to use your mind a little.
Know what takes me completely out of the game is when a girl is flashing in these videos, or like a Girl's Gone Wild is a perfect example, but you see it all over the internet.
Ooh.
And they have a really nice set.
Upper right.
And they're going to show you, right, Ant?
Yeah.
And they go like this. They lift up their shirts and then make that weird face like,
Don't make fucking dopey faces.
Completely takes me out of the game.
They stick their tongue out and
Or
wave
whatever.
their head around. What a perfect set of tits.
Wow.
Ooh, it's her first time getting naked in the bathroom. Look, she's...
Yeah, this is the first time, really. She's never done this before on camera.
God, what a great... See, this is what happened last night.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened. We're going to move on to another subject, and all of a sudden we're still looking at porno again.
That tube 8 is dangerous.
And she's just washing.
Oopsie, I dropped the soap. She
Looks
just
like
said.
some Ukrainian chick. What is with the Ukrainian Russian girls in porno now? I like these.
They're all paying off that debt.
Yeah, paying off that shipping debt.
They got some bills to pay.
Shipping is expensive for those broads.
All right, so the Big Brother chick.
Yeah, back to her.
Yeah. Because we could be on this all day.
A little shampoo on her tits. That's great. Those are really nice, by the way. All right, so the Big Brother. But that's how it happens.
I understand. So this is the girl they
Wow.
Exactly.
All right.
I mean, her teeth are a bit on the
She's
big
a
side.
little
she looks like she could be related to Rich Voss
secretariat head
in the mouth area, but
nice.
I mean, that's the most clothes she wore is the clip that Dan found.
Oh, those big fake titties?
They have to be.
Takes.
They have to be. But she
I've
walked around
gotten completely into natural tits now. Like, I don't even want to look. The second I click on a link and see fake tits, I'm off. Off of that link. Big. You know why? It's like a diamond in the rough. You find a nice, heavy, good set of real tits, and you're like, oh, that's special.
Yeah.
Not man-made. It's not a cubic zirconia.
Well, because I don't know what they're doing with the implants. I just don't. They're just. They look rock hard. They don't
look
move.
hard. They're overstretched. They're perfectly round globes with this fucking goddamn Colorado River running through the middle of them. I don't need that.
People are whitewater rafting.
Yeah, they're whitewater
The
rafting from her
cleavage.
neck to her belly button through this cavern that is supposed to be a cleavage.
Yeah. Whatever. So on Big Brother, they kicked off the hot chick, and I would imagine CBS is like, we couldn't control this better.
Yeah.
Get rid of one of the ugly broads.
Well, at least they still got that blonde, I guess. That's what they're probably figuring. Man, I got the blonde. Whatever.
So,
I don't watch that show or many other reality shows except for the goddamn. I can't stop watching the detective ones, forensic one. You see it's not Forensic Files, but it's something about forensics. Something with forensics. You were wearing forensics. It was forensics at the mall, and they do this whole thing where they scan the area, computer scan it, and they have like this animation of the crime that happened with like these bullet time shots of where the bullet actually went through the guy, and it really happened. Like it's a real case that they're working on and shit. And my favorite is, I didn't do nothing. Because it's said in every episode. It's like the catchphrase. It's like Dynamite was in Good Times, is I didn't do nothing on First 48.
You got to have a nice catchphrase if you can have a hit TV show.
Why you want to do me like this is another one. Why you want to do me like this? And the officer goes, there's blood on your hands and now on the back of your shirt. He goes, blood? It's like, no, that doesn't, that's not an excuse. Well, you asked it as a question. Let him go.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
And I sit there also and go like, how stupid are these guys? The smart ones, they go, well, I'm going to have to talk to a lawyer. And then the cops go, all right. They pick up their stuff, and they have to leave the room immediately. And then they shake their head like, God,
I almost had him.
So now watching that, wouldn't you know that if the cops are pissed that you said I want a lawyer, and they pick their shit up, leave the room, and then the camera's on them, and they're going, God damn it. That's what you want to do if you're a bad guy?
Yeah, of course.
But they sit there and go, well, it was self-defense because and the cop goes, I got him. And they use the same trick on all of them. They're like, why don't you just let us know what happened? It's going to help you out in the long run. When you lie to us like this, it hurts you. You don't want to lie to us and get into more trouble than you're in already because we know what's going on. And then they're like, okay, well, I walked in with 5 of my friends, and she screamed, so as self-defense, we cut her head off. And, and it's like, shut up, get a lawyer, dummy.
Right. Lawyer up.
The cops are all looking in the TV monitor, the ones that aren't in the interrogation room drooling. Like, look at this asshole. He's actually fessing to it.
That's awesome.
Great show, though. God, I love First 48.
I'm going to have to take a peek at that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Millionaire Matchmaker?
No, I don't watch that.
Sam, you're out of this conversation.
Sam, watch a man's show.
Really?
Bravo.
Is it?
It's on Bravo. What is it? Logo? What did you say? It's on
Bravo.
Logo? Your favorite channel?
Let's go to Aaron in Alabama. Alabama Mall. Aaron.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up, sir?
Hey, I was actually going to, about the porn thing a couple minutes ago. There's a site called PoozyFlix.com, and there was a video a little while ago, and this girl, while she's given like the blowjob, she'll stop and she'll look at the camera and spit on the lens, and then kind of slurp it back up.
Oh, God damn. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's what gets you going there, Aaron.
Yeah. I think it's pretty hot.
Right on.
And then,
thank you, sir.
Gangland is another one.
Are you talking about Crime 360?
Yes, Crime 360.
John in Arizona got that.
That was the show. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
Okay.
That was, and Gangland is another great one too, where they show they do a little documentary on a bunch of gangs. I watched what I watched yesterday. I watched Hell's Angels, which was really good, and then they show like video clips of them doing like horrific things. And then they had the Bloods, which was good. It's like, wow, this is like top of the line gang stuff here.
They got A-listers.
Yeah, they got the A-listers.
It's an all-star team.
The Bloods, and I did not know this. Do you know the Bloods are outnumbered by the Crips? Like there are something like 6,000 Bloods and 18,000 Crips in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And they say for some reason they get they're able to survive through just really sticking together and being loyal to each other and not really screwing up.
It's like the Clippers versus the Lakers.
Yeah.
A lot more Laker fans.
A lot more Laker fans.
Than Clipper fans.
But occasionally the Clippers,
But it's cool to be a Clipper fan. Why is this guy talking about Marty in Cleveland? Marty.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, you hear LeBron James smoked pot in high school? Oh, my God.
Wow.
No. Is the sports world going to be able to survive?
Crazy. I also heard he was on welfare when he was a kid, but that just I called because.
Hold on. We're using you to get some Cleveland info out there. So LeBron James has a book out, and they're going to say that he smoked pot as a 17-year-old in high school.
Wow.
Gives a shit.
I got to pick that book up.
But it was the big sports headline yesterday, and they also finally found a tape of what was his name? The kid who dunked on LeBron.
Jordan Crawford.
I saw that.
Huh?
Jordan Crawford.
Jordan Crawford dunked on LeBron James at a basketball camp, and they tried to, pretty much like the Kennedy assassination, they tried to burn every copy of this tape, and finally one has come out of this kid just completely dunking on LeBron
my God,
James.
look at him right over the top there.
So,
Wow.
so that kid is like a star now. He is everywhere. You can find it on YouTube, TMZ. It's everywhere.
Yeah, TMZ has like the bad quality version. There's actually a real high quality version on eBaum's World, which is linked on. If you go to What Would Tyler Durden Do?
Oh,
It's
okay.
on like the second page.
Our boy has it. That's cool. So what's the backstory on this game? Just a dumb pickup game at camp?
Yeah, it was just one of the. It was at LeBron's own basketball skills camp.
Oh,
And
damn.
the story isn't so much that he got dunked on. I don't really think that that's like such a huge deal. But the fact that
That is a huge deal.
Well, I mean,
NBA players don't want to be dunked on by high school kids ever.
True, but
Ever. I'm serious. That is a huge part of the story.
it's not like one of these unbelievable things like where it could never happen. You
No,
know?
to them, they don't want it to ever happen.
I don't know, but
Because it's called what? Being post. What was the old term? They don't want other NBA players dunking on them and making them look silly.
Yeah.
But it was a Nike sponsored camp, and so I guess they didn't want that tape getting around, so they tried to confiscate like all.
Yeah.
I think that's a bigger story than.
Oh yeah, of course. They just
LeBron
didn't.
getting dunked.
Like Lucas with Star Wars Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Marty, why are you calling? I'm sorry.
Hey, I was listening to XM yesterday, and Classic Rewind, Meg Griffin, who I think she's as stupid as the Meg Griffin on the frickin' Family Guy show. She said something about food stamps, which she was trying to be really nice, how you could use them at farmers markets and crap like that now. But I just thought it was kind of retarded because if you're listening to, like, satellite radio, why are you on food stamps, you know? It was just kind of dumb, but that's just my thing. Sorry. Had to get it out there.
At least we got an apology out of you.
At least we used them for the LeBron James.
Yeah, see, that's why. And that's why Opie said, hold on.
Yeah.
We just want to get some Cleveland news out of you.
Just to guarantee that your phone call's average.
You knew even if you tanked, at least we'd get something out of you.
Yeah, because we got to seg into these stories.
Right.
We got to get there somehow. Thanks, Marty.
By
No
the
worries,
way,
brother.
I've seen the movie poster for The Ugly Truth.
What is the ugly truth?
And it is one of these typical. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But if you look at the poster, it is exactly the same thing I said. Now I've been looking at these for years now.
Boy.
The guy girl looking, and the guy's looking like, hey, and the girl's like, oh, hey, no, I hate those.
Yeah, but if you watch the trailer, you can tell they're doing something new with it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, what are they doing
all
now?
right. I'm sure that something.
See, but you got to describe the poster because Gerard Butler's in it.
Yeah,
And
he's
he-
leaning.
But see what he's doing? The symbol of
Yes.
love. They both have hearts in their hands. And the broad, what's her name?
Catherine Heigl.
Oh, Heigl. Okay.
Heigl. She's holding it up by her head, by her face.
Yeah, like
the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And
I'm in
she's
love.
leaning on a wall, this kind of black wall that's separating the two of them.
Right.
She's leaning on it with a little smug smile on her face, going like, oh, love, looking at the heart. And Gerard Butler is leaning against it, and he's got a thumb tucked in his belt loop, and he's holding the heart over his cock.
Yeah. see.
Over his cock.
Because
and he's
he's
looking
in
at
love,
it like,
too.
yeah, hey, I'm going to get a little of this action. See, it's the difference between guys and girls.
And how we think
and how
differently.
We think. But that whole guy-girl on the cover with the stark white background, it just means horrible chick flick. Every single time.
Well, duh.
I know, but it. When I see it now, I just can't help but look and just be disgusted.
But Hollywood knows that people will just eat that shit up.
Chicks look at it
They
and
will
go,
eat that poster
it
up
looks
and
like
go,
it's
wow,
another
we have
romantic
to see
comedy.
this.
A romantic comedy.
Do you want to know what the premise is?
What's the premise?
Did you have to go already?
Gerard
Yeah.
is a pull no punches, guy's guy.
No, he isn't.
Yeah,
Really? I
yep.
couldn't tell from the movie.
And he doesn't
poster.
mind telling Katherine Heigl what it is. And Katherine Heigl, on the other hand, thinks that guys like a woman who tastes wine and things like that.
A classy
Yeah.
woman with a good mind.
And they hate each other. but he helps her be more attractive to men. And guess who becomes attracted to each other?
Don't tell me.
Wait, in the end,
no, I bet they hook up after the whole movie of not liking each other. But there's some sexual tension there. There's something brewing.
But there's always one scene that lets you know that, wait a minute. It might be a look from her or a look from him.
And they're like, because they're having a moment where they understand each other.
Right.
And then they'll almost get close, and then someone will say something stupid, and they're arguing again. Right. Oh, this will never work out. I can't stand it.
Or they're distracted, so now we got to wait another 20 minutes for this horse shit to find what happens. The Pretty Woman poster.
See, I can't take these.
Yeah, it's very similar. We should get a whole montage of these posters.
They don't get along at the beginning, but at the end, they realize they are made for each other.
Can't one of these end just tragically?
It should.
Just when they're going to get back together, there's a horrific car accident or something?
It should. He should end up being like a serial killer. And he takes her back and chops her up in his bathtub.
Did you see the trailer for the Time Traveler wife or something?
The Time Traveler's wife.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No reservations. Huh?
There's another one with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Aaron Eckhart.
Well, he's the dude from Batman, right?
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart.
Yes.
Same thing, though. Only there's not the stark white background, but still back-to-back kind of, hey, you, we know how this is going to end. We're going to be fucking, but I hate you now. Oh, I hate those. Yeah, the time traveler's wife.
That looks
apparently,
horrendous.
this guy travels through time, and he's got no control over it. But he'll just disappear.
But he still has time to fall in love.
Well, he falls in love with this girl. He knew her when she was a kid,
right?
And then travels through time.
Yeah.
And she's all icky and older now.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
What do you mean? She's 25, Aunt?
Exactly.
Jesus.
That's what I meant.
Jesus.
No, she. And for some reason, they kind of fall in love. And
failure to launch
with Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker. He's got his hands in his pocket, and he's on his heels, leaning backwards as she's pushing him
forward.
Where?
Forward.
Does that mean he can't come?
Failure to launch.
Is that what the whole movie's about?
The story of Bobo.
She tries to get him to come, but he fucking is completely limp because she's got a horsey face.
Looks like she's...
Who watches these? I can't take it.
Here's the alternate one.
There's a whole market out there. Wait.
Oh my God, is that in another language? Failure to launch. She's like now got a hand truck. He's in a chair and she's hand trucking him away.
There you go.
Oh my God, awful. Just from the cover, you can tell a movie by its cover. You know damn well. Look,
which one is this?
Dude,
Dan?
is Hollywood just fucking ridiculous that they put the same fucking cover together for these movies?
And they're mostly back to back.
There is 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, back to back, stark white background. They're wrapped in Christmas ribbon, and he's got his arms folded like, hey, and she's got her hands on her hips like, we're gonna fuck at the end. But I hate you now.
But they're wrapped in a ribbon, Aunt.
His father, her mother, his mother, her father, all in one day.
Oh, that's
4
crazy.
Christmases.
That's crazy.
Starring Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. As you've never seen them before. Hopefully dead.
We all have to go through the Christmas shit. It doesn't mean you make a movie about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how quickly Christmas goes by? Deal with it. It's
Now
2
make
fucking
another
days
movie.
Usually. 2 lousy days.
God, you just keep finding them. Ghost of Girlfriend's Past.
Once again, back to back.
Matthew McConaughey.
See, the key
and Jennifer
is
Garner.
The stars of the movie are in the poster, obviously, but the key here is they're back to back.
You got to have them back to
Every
back.
single poster we've seen so far,
and looking in a way like he's like, look, he's smiling. And the hands are always kind of up on the guy. Either the arms are crossed or up. The body language says it all. The guy is smug. And like, I don't, hey, I got a bunch of chicks. I'm the womanizer. And then Jennifer Garner's holding his scarf now. she's got some kind of handle on him. Like the girl always has some kind of restraint.
Get him on a leash.
Right, on some kind of leash. And she's making the face like, you're not that tough.
Right.
I'll fucking tame you by the end of this movie.
He's basically saying, I get a lot of pussy.
Right.
And she's saying...
This is the last pussy you're going to get or want.
Yeah, and she's saying, like, he's mine, ladies.
Yeah, back off, ladies. He's mine, whether he knows it or not already. He will by the end of this bore fest of a fucking movie. You girls stink. You girls suck with your fucking movies. Hollywood wouldn't make them if there wasn't a demand. I can't see how there's a demand for this. It's horrible.
Every week one of these comes out.
You know who loves these movies?
Who?
Roland.
Oh!
Roland.
Roland loves them.
God damn, he goes to these, does he just laugh?
Well, he's admitted on our show. He likes the chick flick.
The Proposal, which Danny had the poster up a little while ago.
Was that the one with the guy and the girl back to back?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember which movie you're talking about.
Roland saw it in theaters 3 times.
No way.
All right.
See, look, again, the guy, the girl with some kind of leash on it. It's... When they present these to the movie company, do they just go with a working formula? Or do they go like, there's a new idea, not knowing that it's been done 1,000 times? Is everything like regular radio?
Everything.
Is every business like regular
everything
radio?
is formula in Hollywood. So back to the Big Brother chick.
All right, the Big Brother.
Why don't we take our first break?
Horrible.
Okay, good. I was hoping for an ending to one of these movies that is a little different, and Bud the Trucker's got one. Bud.
I think this movie's great. I think it's Angels or City of Angels or something with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
They finally hook up, and she's riding her bike. They're all happy and shit. She's riding her bike down a hill and gets plowed by a gravel truck. I never laughed so hard in my life.
There you go.
Well, that doesn't quite have the movie poster that all these other ones have.
Right.
No, but it's got that sick twist, which is kind of cool.
It is cool.
You need the sick twist.
But it's not. It doesn't. I'm looking at the movie poster thing, and it doesn't look like that kind of movie. Like they're trying to present it as that romantic comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm talking about one of those
total chick flick.
Romantic comedy chick flick that ends horrifically and just fucks the crowd up. Like they're just there to laugh at the guy, the smug guy that finally gets it in the end and falls in love with the girl, and then have her get hit by a gravel truck. That'd be fantastic.
That's exactly what they do. It's great.
Cool. Thank you, Bud. Did we Picture Perfect? We did that poster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
also the poster for what? 2 guys, 1 girl.
Yeah, that's coming in a lot.
And a
Tom and Philly.
guy in the middle. Oh yeah. 2 guys, 1 girl, and a guy in the middle doesn't know the others.
A lot of porno
things
are coming up, Ant.
Oh well, 2 girls, 1 cup. What? That movie poster.
Oh, that's the poster.
That the poster? Well, that is a movie I might want to see.
No kidding.
It's all porn. Here we go again. Hey, click on that one. We're right back to porn.
Yeah, that led us to some fine porn shots.
Damn it!
I think they were playing cards on her back. Tom, what is it? 2 guys and 1 girl?
Yeah, it's always like, it's kind of the same scenario. It's like the 2 guys and the 1 girl, and the guy on the left, and the girl on the right, and the guy in the middle doesn't know that those 2 are hooking up.
He's not talking about an actual movie. He's talking about the 2 guys and the girl in the middle.
Right.
Oh, no, there's a movie. It's Dane Cook's My Best Friend's Girl.
2 guys, a girl, and a pizza.
Yeah, My Best Friend's Girl had some of that going on.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
Bunching out.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Horrid. Just and oh, there it is. Yeah, My Best Friend's Girl. There it is. Back to back. The smiles, the troubled look on the fucking guy that put his dick in the apple pie.
So you think Ronnie should have been kicked off Big Brother and not the girl with the big boobs?
Yeah.
That's
Wow, that's weird. That shouldn't have happened.
watching your horrible reality shows.
That was supposed to be crickets. All right, why don't we take our first break, Ant?
All righty.
We got Bobby Lee coming in today. We're going to get into some serious shit for a little while after the break because Obama...
Serious shit.
I don't know what Obama's thinking, but...
Well, that's just it.
He's getting involved with this Cambridge police thing. We'll give you all the details on that, the latest on that. Also, rabbis, mayors, organ donors. I don't get the story.
Jersey's a mess.
I don't even want to try to figure it out. All I know is a bunch of mayors and a bunch of rabbis were...
2 mayors and some rabbis get in trouble in New Jersey in this summer's biggest hit.
They were arrested at a diner, and there's organ donating, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And I tried to read up on this one because, we got to at least look smart for you guys, and I don't get it. It seems like it's tiring to try to figure out. It just looks tiring. The fuck? Maybe someone out there could explain it in... Could you explain it in...
I can explain that scandal in one paragraph.
Well, everyone is... most people are into the whole Twitter thing. Can
Yeah.
you explain it in 140 characters?
Characters.
Rabbis, mayors, organ donors.
And no ampersands.
Huh?
Don't use an ampersand.
No, it's got to be. It's got to be the Queen's English.
Yes.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Is there a Back to the Future 3? Did they try to put any romantic angle in that cover of that?
What do you mean?
Because I know.
I think from what I remember.
By the way, I fell asleep to that last night.
I mean, they all. Each Back to the Future always has the DeLorean, and then like one's behind the other. So I think behind Doc is actually the chick.
Stupid. What's
Oh,
her
really?
What's her face there?
Let's see if I'm right.
Steenburgen.
Yeah, Mary
Steenburgen.
Steenburgen.
I fell asleep when
Virgin,
she went
whatever.
running after the train in her stupid purple dress. I can't stand it.
I'm right.
And the great clip of them going off on the hoverboard together, looking so fake.
Why bother?
Oh, okay, yeah, she's behind.
Why
That
bother?
that right there, that movie poster tells me this movie stunk.
Yeah. Oh, and we got more Bobo
like
clips?
3.
All right, let's get to the break, Ann, and then we're going to regroup with Bobo clips, rabbis and mayors, Obama with the Cambridge police situation.
Yeah.
We had a fucking perfect game last night.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Not an easy one either.
No,
Boy,
no.
Catch of the year there at least
has to be.
Travis is
Has to
nodding
be.
yes because we know he knows we don't like him talking.
And Tom Watson still has me very depressed.
What's he doing to you now?
I just can't get over the fact that he blew it. What, he
Jeez.
shit his pants? What the fuck?
I
Someone
at
explain
least
this.
spit on Bobo's dick yesterday. It pretty much wiped out everything that happened before that. It just wiped it out of my head.
The FU line. It is Friday. Thanks for checking us out today. Opie and Anthony. Before the break, I said explain the rabbi, mayor, organ
Walk
donor
into a bar joke?
yeah.
No?
Thing that happened in where? Hoboken yesterday?
Hoboken, yeah.
A bunch of people arrested at a diner, rabbis and
Jersey.
mayors. A lot of mayors? What are the mayors just getting together like that?
Yeah, I guess they were using a few of them for their political contacts and things to launder money or some crap.
And I asked for you to explain it in 140 characters in Twitter terms. And I give credit to Mainline Mike on Twitter. He writes, they were selling black market organs in Israel, politicians arrested for bribery, rabbis for laundering millions through charities.
Very
the
good.
end.
That is pretty much it.
All right, so we don't need to do this. Over 40 New Jersey politicians?
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of people involved in this, and no one's really surprised about it.
Because there's corruption.
Yeah, Jersey is just known as kind of a little corrupt.
Well, the whole system is corrupt.
A little corrupt. And what kind? And then, of course, Corzine, the governor's asking that they step down.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, wow.
Is
going out on a limb.
Yeah.
I'm asking that you please leave.
Yeah. So we don't have to do this story, do we?
Yeah,
it's going to bore the
that's
shit
all it
out of
was.
everybody.
That's all it was. There's nothing really interesting about it. It's just a nice corruption story.
Yeah.
Happens every so often.
How sad is it that we got a nice corruption story? We just put it to the side because it's like, another corruption story.
It's like, who cares?
Is anyone surprised?
By the way, the only detail is the fact that Jersey really needs leadership and a government in there that can kind of get them out of the shitter that they're in with this economy and everything. And that's what's been happening. Corrupt leaders. Mm-hmm. And you've been getting the shit taxed out of you by Corzine. Fun, Jersey.
Corzine's a nightmare with the taxes, too?
Yeah. He's another one that's probably going to lose the election because he's taxed the shit out of people. And he ran on a low or no tax platform years ago.
That's why I just can't vote.
Yeah, they're all assholes.
And people
They're
go,
all just assholes.
What's the matter with you? You don't vote. I'm like, because the system is really fucked up.
It's completely
They
flawed.
all just lie just to get into office. And then when they do get in office, this is all the stuff we talk about on a regular basis. Then you don't even know what they supposedly represent you, but you don't even know what they're doing for you.
You know why they're all
down in Washington?
They're all picked before we get to pick them. So we don't actually get to pick who we want or who would be best for the job or anything, because you only get a choice of a couple of people. Oh, vote independent. Vote this. Vote a write-in. Yeah, that always works. It's called a wasted vote. You got to get to the point where people are really going to back an independent or something that is really going to change stuff. But people, they always talk that they want change, but then they really don't. Like everybody, Obama's going to bring change. Is he? He's going to bring change as far as a color goes. Everything else, boy, if this guy isn't business as usual as far as Democrats go.
That's where I completely agree with you with the Obama thing, by the way. I was a little excited, like a lot of people out there, and it's the same guy. Just a different color this time around. I know we simplify stuff on the show, but that's basically it.
Yep.
Basically it.
Same guy, different color.
So, and speaking of which, we can move into this Obama Cambridge thing.
Obama.
But first of all, we got to do the right thing. We got Kenny in Jersey City. Kenny, I see your phone call, and we definitely got to talk to you. What's up?
Kenny.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Pretty good, Kenny.
I'm in the car. I'm on my way into Jersey City. I'm a fireman in Jersey City. We're all going to the funeral this morning of Detective Mark DiNardo.
Yes.
To take a moment for the fans to, if you see an officer in the street today, or just take a moment to give him a thanks or just a condolences, because it is that's a tough job, guys. It really is.
You're not going to get an argument from us. Ed was saying just before we went on the air today, he's like, I don't even know how these guys do their jobs as cops, or would want to even go into that profession at this point.
Like, who would want to? The way they're just being shit on at every turn. It's like there's thugs out there. There's just thugs out there that if the cops use any type of force on them, they're brought in front of boards and internal affairs and community leaders, and they need apologies. They got to be fired. They got to be sometimes imprisoned. But this guy just going out there and gets shot for doing his job. It's atrocious how people treat the police. And I don't mean like everybody, and I mean there are some scumbag cops out there, believe me. But I just mean like how they treat them just on a daily basis. And these communities where it's like, oh boy, the cops, they fuck everything up. They come in here and roust everybody. And they're the first ones to call up, help! My husband's coming at me with a knife or some shit. Then you want the cops there, and then when they show up and start rousting your husband and handcuffing him, usually the wife jumps on their fucking back, trying to protect the stupid husband. Just leave a wall off the area, wall it off, concertina wire.
There you go, Kenny. What?
Anthony will appreciate this over you. When they autopsied that mutant, they found 19 bullet holes in him.
Fantastic.
So, absolutely.
Fantastic.
I would say not enough.
No, not enough. Listening to you guys a long time. I was down in New Orleans with you back in 2002. Enjoy the show and take care, fellas.
Thanks a lot, Kenny.
All right,
By the
Kenny,
way,
Jersey City,
Mark,
going to the funeral of Mark DiNardo, a good guy we lost.
Mark also donated his organs.
Did he really?
Yeah, donated his organs, which is just an amazing thing, and just a real hero. That guy that just you don't hear anything. How about Obama comments on him? How about Reverend Al comments on a brave cop that was doing his job and killed in the line of duty? These goddamn community leaders just never want to bring up the fact that there's a problem out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Unbelievable.
Just a sad day. Guys, I'm going to punch out, and you take care, fellas.
All right, man. Kenny. Take it easy.
Kenny from Jersey City. We move to another cop, Motorhead, Whackbag. What's up?
Hey, guys.
You're a cop, Motorhead?
Yeah, I'm a deputy sheriff in Nebraska. I know it sounds like I
thought you were a
pretty much
cop.
watch cornfields and cows. And
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah. I work in a pretty big city here in Nebraska. And
I bet there's gangs. I bet you have gangs in Nebraska.
We most certainly do.
Yeah.
We have MS-13, Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings. You got 5 minutes, I can read off the rest of the list.
That's
that pretty
like-
much covers the big ones.
Is that like the minor leagues? They work their way up to L.A. and stuff.
It's fraternities.
I think a lot of times they come here to hide because they've got so many warrants and everything issued out on
That's
them in
great.
other places. They'll come here and hide. It's a
And you moved to
still-
Nebraska going, I think I'm going to go to Nebraska. I'll be safe there with my family. And then you're among all these people that are hiding.
I had a story yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm just going to step in for a minute here. I heard a story yesterday that just disgusted me. This 9-year-old, I think it was, or 14-year-old white kid was riding his skateboard, just having a little fun, riding his bike. I'm sorry. I get everything wrong now. And was beaten to death by some young gentlemen who turned out to be gang members. All black. The kid was white. He was riding his bike, just having fun.
Where did this go down?
This was in the suburbs of. I'll have to look the story up. I heard it last night, though. But it was in the suburbs.
Was it a bad neighborhood is what I'm getting at?
As a matter of fact, no, it wasn't. But there was this bad element in the neighborhood. And then somebody actually said, one of the reporters was, it's like, this isn't really a gang. It's more people imitating a gang. It's like, wait a minute. You look at their MySpace pages and Facebooks, and they're all throwing up gang signs. They're all wearing the same color bandana. They're committing crimes, and they've killed someone. What do you need as a definition for a gang than that? Why? Because they're not in an inner city? They killed some white kid because, no other reason. There's some riding his bike. I guess he was white, and what the hell? Let's kill him. Any hate crime charges? No. Only one of them being charged as an adult. Just despicable, the double standard, and how no one opens their mouths when it's that way around. If 5 white kids beat the life out of a black kid, you would see marches, demonstrations that would be called for the death of the parents of the kids, never mind the kids themselves. It's just an atrocity.
It's a very, very sad story. And then you got to get the leaders on, like you said, on those cases.
Yeah, where are they? They got to talk. It gives them no credibility when they can't look at both sides of something.
Absolutely. You're correct. Motorhead, why did you call?
Well, I was just kind of voicing my opinion over this Obama son of a bitch getting involved in a local matter with a local police department with his Harvard professor. It's bad enough we take a shellacking in the press because one idiot managed to get through the process of being selected to be a law enforcement officer, and he's tasing toddlers or something like that, or raped somebody in his patrol car. That's bad enough. We get enough press. But then when 2 officers, or how many officers were there, are actually doing their jobs and are berated to the point where this person needed to be taken in just to, if anything, just to quiet him down and show him the error of his ways, the President of the United States came out against cops.
Without even knowing all the facts.
Well, I think this hurts Obama.
Oh, it definitely
I know
does.
a lot of people are outraged by Obama's remarks, but I think this really hurts him in the end.
Yep.
I think it was really stupid on his part. He should have kept his statements very vague. We were discussing this before the show.
Yeah,
keep it very vague. Obviously, he had to say something because he knows the guy personally. But man, he went all in, which was just a dumb move on his part.
And here it is also. That speech that he had, that press conference, was for the health care plan, period. And then the last question is this question from this woman reporter. She stands up and asks him about the situation with the cop and what turns out to be one of Obama's asshole buddies, this professor of black studies. He's one of Obama's asshole buddies from the past. So Obama goes off for 3 minutes on this story. 3 minutes is a long time when you're standing at that podium. Goes off for 3 minutes and has no facts on it. Really has no facts of what happened. Just a basic idea of what happened. Yet goes right to his friend's side and criticizes the police department as being stupid, acting stupidly, when he doesn't even know what happened. The guy was belligerent. He was accusing this officer of being a racist. Meanwhile, he has an exemplary record as a police officer. He was the guy that taught a racial profiling course for 5 years to the academy. So this guy wasn't a know-nothing guy about racial profiling. He taught the damn
He's very
thing.
experienced about
Very
it.
experienced. And a black officer who he worked side by side with in that course said that this guy is just an amazing police officer who has nothing to be embarrassed or apologize about. Sergeant James Crowley.
They got to be feeling a lot of heat up there in Boston. So far,
but they're not. Thank God for Boston Police Department. They could give a flying fuck, and I love them.
Well,
for
you know
it.
what? Today they could give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be curious how it plays out the next week. I'm just saying. I hope it continues down this road. Trust me.
Unfortunately, NYPD, I think it would be a different story.
You think the NYPD would have folded?
Bloomberg would jump in and this and that, and the commissioner would have to say something. Boston's police department, or actually Cambridge police, but when you're up there in that area,
right.
It's a whole nother animal, man. Those cops are like, we know what we're doing up here. Everyone else could go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it.
The whole city's like that.
The whole city's like that.
They still believe in racism, like openly up there.
Yeah, separatism
I'm saying openly.
and segregation
Oh, yeah,
and stuff.
They are.
Oh, I do.
They
mean
are insane.
Bofferston.
Right. What did Mayor Menino have to say?
No one understood him.
I'm sure he hid. But when it comes to firing shock jocks and getting involved with radio issues, he's all in. How about this one, Mayor?
Yeah, how about you jump out
and don't
and
say it's
talk
not
about
my
this.
territory, because Cambridge, literally, you know those movie posters?
Yeah.
They're back to back.
They're right
Cambridge
there.
and Bofferston.
But this cop said in a live interview, he said, I'm not. He was asked if
I want to
he
hear
would
this
apologize.
audio. I haven't heard it yet.
Said, I will not apologize.
Can we get that?
He goes, well, in the future. He goes, no. He goes, does that mean never? And he goes, yeah, never.
Good for him.
And he goes, what if he was asked, what does it mean if you maybe have to apologize, or you can be reprimanded or lose your job even? He goes, it's not going to happen. He goes, I have the backing of my department. I can't be more appreciative about that. He has the backing of his union.
Really?
And
for now,
the commissioner came
I'm
up
a little
and
nervous
said
about what you're saying. For now, it sounds great. But it's kind of like,
though? No.
It's kind of like the radio business. No, we got the backing of the company. It was a sponsored event.
Yeah.
They're telling us to hang in there. Next thing you know, you're reading a fake apology. God, I hope this guy doesn't have to read a fake apology.
Maybe I'm being naive. But I tell you, the way this guy was talking, the way that his boss, the commissioner, the Cambridge police commissioner was talking, I really.
But when the president's involved in any way, you
fuck it. But the president looked stupid.
I know he did.
It wasn't like the president came out and said something that was like, "Wow, yeah, this guy's fucked." The president came out and came off sounding stupid to the point where the White House had to say that what Obama meant was that cooler heads should have prevailed. He wasn't calling anyone stupid. But when you say the police acted stupidly, you're calling them stupid. Don't fucking I love when the White House spokesperson comes out and completely changes what the president said. Because that's what he said. They acted stupidly. And he said this with no fact. I read the entire police report last night. In between 4 hours of pornography, Opie.
and Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, and Back to the Future 3. I read the entire police report, and this cop, in my opinion, based on what I know about past things like this, about knowing a lot of police officers, knowing a lot about the law. I do a lot of research on shit like this, believe it or not, in between porno. And this cop was justified in what he did. This gentleman was causing a ruckus. Could he have left and just left this guy at his house? Of course he could have.
I don't know if he could have.
This guy was
because there was a complaint
yelling at him.
Yeah, there was a complaint by women walking by the house,
Yeah.
seeing this guy breaking into a house.
Yeah.
So now the cops are involved. They go there. They can't really leave that situation.
But after they determined that this guy was indeed the owner of the residence,
Yeah, right.
There was the end of the story, and the cop was leaving. He was leaving, and the professor kept saying,
Is there
"What's your name?"
Hold on. Is there witnesses that say that he was leaving?
The cop in his statement, and A cop was outside looking in the front door,
right?
And there was the woman that
so
initially
I'm
made
saying
the
cop
complaint
could
was
back
out there.
it up that, look, I was actually leaving.
Because I was leaving.
Right.
Because he was leaving the premises,
And then the thing
and he was being berated by this guy. He was being called. You know something? When you accuse, if you're a black man in the position of power as this fucking professor is in his black studies course, where can I enroll in white studies? Can I? All right. Yeah, that's right. I can't because that's called the Ku Klux Klan or something. It's just amazing. But this guy, when you use the word racist the way this guy did, you take it and you take away from people that are really being treated in a racist way. And this guy calling this cop a racist was an insult. He's yelling it where people in the street are hearing this. He's ruining this cop's credibility.
Can I tell you something? It's especially an insult to this cop who has a lot of knowledge, like you said, with
5 years experience teaching about racial profiling.
So a guy like
to the
that
academy
obviously has an interest in this whole thing, and then is now called a racist. That's got to hit him right in the soul.
Infuriating. And what he did was he was stepping away from that situation. Like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
And he said to the guy, because apparently the professor at that point wanted to discuss this more. He wanted the officer's name, which he gave him twice, and wouldn't stop yelling, I want your name, I want your badge. And Officer Crowley said, Sergeant Crowley said, I gave you that information twice, sir. And he goes, you want to discuss this anymore? You step outside. I'm not going to do this in your house. So when the guy stepped outside, he kept yelling and yelling, and that gave the officer the opportunity. He said, you know something? I got my cuffs out. He goes, you're going to be arrested. And there were people there. He goes, you're disturbing the peace. And he arrested him. Completely legitimate. Some people, of course, would say, well, he baited him to come out. He did this. The professor wants to be that stupid and step out of his house. At that point, that's him. But again, most of the black studies professors I have had experience seeing on the news, seeing as pundits, seeing giving interviews, have a huge chip on their shoulder against white people and against police officers. What they're teaching in these schools a lot of times is hatred and separatism. And this guy doesn't seem, in my opinion, to be any exception to that rule. And if I'm a police officer and I'm being accused of being a racist in front of the public and in front of my fellow officers, that to me is not only disturbing the peace, it's slanderous.
Right. Motorhead, you got anything else on this?
Nah, I think, shit, Anthony steals your thunder whenever he gets going.
I'm sorry,
especially
sir.
about something injustice.
Well, this is
Anthony,
one of
you pretty much
Anthony's.
nailed it. I just want to say, thanks for, sticking up for us a little bit. And the other thing I was going to bring up is Anthony or Shelby's for punks. My
Oh, shit.
Oh, really? What do you got?
I got that 90. I don't. You ever go on Web? I got that 98 Camaro SS with about 900 horse.
900 horse? All right. Well,
Yeah,
I'll give it
she's
to
on
you.
the bottle.
That must be good. Drive in the rain, you prick.
I can't make a left or right with
No,
it.
exactly. It's a straight line car.
Motorhead, we got to cut you off because the phones, everybody wants in.
Cool, man.
Watching out, buddy.
Later, bro.
And this is definitely one of Anthony's strengths. He knows this shit. Bill in Philly, what do you got?
There was on ABC News yesterday, they had the mayor of Cambridge, who's a black woman, had said the first thing that she did when she heard about this horrible story is call the professor and apologize for the police doing that. And again, no knowledge.
No
of
facts
what
out. No, just
Now, they actually
astounding.
This morning on the news, they had some black gentleman from Washington, D.C. called in and said how out of place that guy was for doing it. He said, as a black man, when the police come to my house or whatever, he's like, I'm very polite. I teach them with nothing but respect. He said, that's what he should have done. He said, he blamed Gates.
Right off the bat, when this police officer approached this professor at his front door, there was a burglary or attempted break-in in progress. So the cop goes up there, and he's got to question the guy, and he immediately got a belligerent son of a bitch who had a chip on his shoulder against the police, calling him a racist. It's like, why did he pull that? Why did he have to do that? Why wouldn't he go, thank God I got police officers here that are looking after my house, and apparently his door was broken from a previous break-in, is what I was reading.
Well,
in the report?
I was writing something to Danny, but yeah,
It's like, Jesus Christ, the guy's there to help you out.
This was the second break-in in the week, right?
Yeah. So maybe the cop's there, to help you out, and you got to jump right on him about being a racist, about asking for your identification, asking what you're doing there. It's like, hey, sir, can I ask you what you're doing? Why do you got to ask me what I'm doing? Because I got a call that there's a break-in in progress.
Now I have to check into this.
You want to give me ID? Who are you?
Basic police work.
I'm a cop. You idiot.
Yeah, it's basic police work at that point.
Basic police work.
Gates got his house broken into 3 days before. Yeah. So I'm
enough with this guy.
You don't learn about minority issues in regular school.
What?
What are you talking about?
Minority issues? Do we have to?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Al.
Hi, Al.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? All right, look, Anthony a few seconds ago said that where can I enroll in a white studies course? Well, what I'm getting at is that when you go to a regular public school, public middle schools, what you primarily are taught is like Renaissance, it's English history, like English American. You get a month for Black history that they put in there, but you don't really learn anything about any of the other minority studies.
It's shoved down our throats on a daily basis. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In school, the schools are packed with liberal teachers that can't help but put out revisionist history. Maybe we're taught English history. Maybe we're taught history, Renaissance history, because unfortunately, I'm sorry, it was a lot of white people back then doing a lot of the stuff around the globe. Sorry if we're not teaching African studies where the wheel hadn't been invented yet. You know what I mean? Perhaps we're learning about German history and European history because that's what was happening at the time. Roman history.
Could you imagine going to school right now?
No!
Oh, my God.
I lose my mind.
Oh, my God. When we went to school, was it as liberal?
Did we have to call it an African-American board that the teacher writes on now? I don't know. I haven't been to school in a while.
Was it as liberal when we were going to school?
No.
And we were just too innocent to know or understand?
I don't think it was.
I don't think so
all.
either.
I think teachers have always had a little bit of a liberal leaning, maybe not in the 50s, but, now it's just crazy.
All right, this guy, I love the people that say, don't be a pussy and do such and such. I think our record proves that we're not pussies on the radio. First of all, Darren.
Yeah, Jesus.
Darren
certainly does.
McDaniel from Augusta, Georgia. We're not pussies. Look into our history. That's one thing we're not, is pussies.
I'm also reading here, he showed his school ID. He showed his ID.
Right.
And then they got the university police. The cop actually got university police over there to confirm that it was this guy. But the guy kept just bashing and making accusations of racism against this police officer.
So Darren goes, Opie, don't be a pussy. And I think our history shows we're not. First of all, let's get that out of the way, Darren. You're probably a newer listener. Ask Aunt why it's okay to berate a meter maid just doing her job.
Ugh. Wait a minute. Why is it fair to berate a meter maid just doing her job?
Ask Aunt why it's okay.
Oh, because they're...
I guess this guy has meter maids in his family or something.
No, because they are automatons. They are machines that you cannot speak to, you cannot reason with. And in some cases, they're completely right. When there's double-parked trucks on roads that you can't get past because they're there, I have no problem when they're getting a ticket like that.
Can I tell you why go ahead. I interrupted you.
But there are cases where you are either...
and this is where my point comes in.
I won't even say that.
I know.
You know, as far as them doing their job, it's one thing. The guy's right.
Thank you.
What they're doing, as far as they're doing their job, I don't have an argument.
If
you parked illegally, who's to argue? They gave you a ticket, whatever. But it's the way they go about it.
Well, it's that, and the problem I have with meter maids is very simple. They don't listen to you as a human being, and they don't give anyone a fucking break. End of story.
Yeah.
End of story. Because I think we've all seen like the mother running with I mean, I know this is going to sound like the lamest example, but I really did see this. A mother running with her kid, obviously, has all hell breaking loose, and she's just trying to like buy something, and the meter runs out literally that second.
Yep.
And now you got the mother with a crying baby or something, going, could you give me a break? I was just in the store. I know it just ran out, but please, please, please.
Yeah.
And they just look down and ignore the person.
Yep.
That's why they drive me insane.
And when they sit there for alternate side parking, waiting, while looking at their watch, and then they'll write the ticket the second, the minute hand, and even before. I've seen them write tickets before the time and just put down that.
I lived that life because I lived on a side street in New York with a car. You did it in Brooklyn. Yeah. And they have a meter maid, whatever the fuck you want to call these assholes. Stationed on pretty much every corner. I think they got like 2, maybe 3 blocks that they're responsible for, and all they do is just wander back and forth in these streets trying to catch people where their meters are running out. And in some cases, like you said, writing tickets before the actual meter runs out, knowing that the person is not going to be back in time or it's going to be really close.
Yep.
Or in my case, where I double parked with my blinkers on to run in some luggage from a long weekend, and by the time I came back out to get my second load, I swear to you, I couldn't have been gone more than a minute. It had to be less than a minute, and I had a ticket.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
What happened?
And they're gone, so you can't even discuss it with anybody because they're a bunch of pussies.
Now imagine
they run and hide like cockroaches.
Imagine police officers always acting like that, where now you get pulled over or you're doing something. Cops give a lot of people a lot of breaks. Believe me, they do. And I'm not even talking me or anything with the show. I've
had
seen
breaks.
It happen.
I've had breaks without even pulling the.
Before I was
do
in
a radio show guy.
You get breaks. You can talk to a police officer. They're humans. These are just like I said, automatons, all from the same mold, and they're just despicable. But whatever. I could berate them.
What is Pete saying? Pete in Cincinnati. Pete.
I wasn't accusing them of being anything. Also. I wasn't using the R word.
Right.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Pete?
It's supposed to be a Friday show. Let's have a little fun.
We're having fun.
Seriousness all week.
We had an Asian guy spitting on a retard's dick yesterday. Come on, cut us some slack.
We can have
really?
fun today.
We went home feeling like we were not intelligent enough. Sorry. We felt like cavemen yesterday. Let us show some intelligence today.
I had a 65 IQ driving home yesterday.
Yeah, really?
I couldn't understand street signs.
Go somewhere else. That guy doesn't even own that house. Did the guy yell Obama president now?
Yeah.
This is how we kind of, judge if we're doing good radio. If the phones just are lit and this is all they want to talk about, we're not going to go back to Bobo getting hard-ons right now.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. There are some things we think are working on the radio, and the phones are dead.
Yeah,
and we're like, okay, we really got to move on and get these people interested in something.
I like hearing from the listeners.
Looks like the guy will get an apology because it was his own property.
Nah, I can't see that happening.
Just graduated high school. I could tell you a million things about the Holocaust and slavery.
Right.
Nothing about the Renaissance.
See, that's the new age we're living in, is this revisionist history kind of a thing that's going on where, it's assumed that white history or European history is taught just by living your life. Yeah. Like you're ingrained in it just because you're white or because you're living in America, that it just seeps into your head.
Yeah.
So all they have to teach you in school is about blacks, slavery, and things that weren't brought up years ago, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been in school in years. I'm centuries.
I'm gonna have kids. I'm still into doing that whole thing, and I
you
can't.
better do it before you're out of your 30s.
Yeah, well, that's right. That means I only got a year left.
I know.
A year.
Get a move on.
9 months at this point.
Wow.
My God, yeah. I can't imagine sending a kid of mine to public school.
Oh, God.
I can't imagine.
No.
Where you can't celebrate Valentine's Day anymore and Mother's Day and all that shit.
Can't celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day because some kids don't have one.
Right.
Hey, that was just it. Sorry.
That teaches you lessons about life. It's not always going to work out your way.
Exactly. Sometimes you're not going to be
and
included.
You know what? and those kids that didn't have the mommy or daddy, they were treated real nice that day.
Yeah.
They got the extra cookies and shit.
That's like, it's one of those
From
things.
the teacher that brings in the extra pair of underpants.
Not nice.
She would give you nice little hugs. It's okay, you don't have a mommy. Here, why don't you suckle on my breast for a little while?
I never went to that teacher. It's true, though. It's like it teaches you that you're not going to be included in everything.
Dude, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Because, I'm hoping that my kid is athletic. I want my kid to be in all sorts
no
of sports.
competition now.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't
I don't
be
know how I don't know how I deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I deal with that.
You're going to be one of those dads that run onto the field and punch the ref in the face, and they're going to have to.
I would probably
be on the news. Guy, you son of a bitch!
I'll probably take I would probably try to run the league, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
for real.
Buy your own league
and go. All right, this is what we're doing over here. We still believe in competition. We still believe in winners and losers.
Okay, you'll have protesters to deal with. It'll be great.
What it comes down to is explaining to your kid. It does suck to lose, but you can learn from that.
But here it is. What did you do?
You can learn from that.
That you can do next time that'll make it better, that you can now win.
Right.
Like, that's how the fuck do you learn how to win if you don't lose? Like, I don't get it. How could you want to win if it's just as good losing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they teach you that we don't keep score or there's no winners or losers. Everyone's a winner here. No. Now go into the corporate workplace and tell your boss that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no winners or losers here. Look, this guy billed this much this month, and I billed this much.
Yeah.
We don't need numbers.
Yeah.
There's no winners. I'm what? I should clean up my what?
Exactly. You know why humans are fucked? It comes down to something very, very easy. We're going against nature.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You could summarize it with that statement right there. We're going against nature.
Basic human nature.
If you
Instincts,
look
like
at
that.
nature and what goes on in nature, that's what's supposed to happen with humans.
Competition.
Survival
of the fittest.
All that shit.
Yeah.
You can't save everybody. I mean,
No.
we used to joke about it, but not all the baby turtles, make it to the ocean. That's nature right there.
I haven't seen the baby turtle documentary in a while. They ought to put one out again.
Right.
Where you watch some little flapping turtles and the seagulls are circling above and eating them.
They're not supposed to all make it.
No, it'll fuck things up if they all make it.
That's nature.
Yep.
But we think we're smarter than nature, human beings, and we're just going to ignore what nature has taught us from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And we're just going to ignore that and try to do it differently.
And try to be
that's
something
why
we're not.
We will lose in the end. It's inevitable.
They try to think that we're something we're not. They try to take the animal out of humans.
Right.
We're basically animals. We're very smart. We have an opposable thumb. We can build things. But we're basically
Are
still
we really that
creatures.
smart?
Well, relatively speaking to what's on this planet.
It depends.
I think your definition is smart, too. Look, we could take shit out of the ground and build stuff that flies.
Yeah.
To me, that's amazing.
Of course.
It's smart.
Of course.
But, and people mistake that for us not being animals and not having instincts, not having wants and needs to be together with certain people and have fears of other types of people. We just basically do. Do we try to train ourselves to not be like this? Yeah, sure. But there's this instinctive
It's going
thing
against
in people
the instinct that we all have in our souls.
And competition is a basic instinct based on, hey, if I don't fucking catch this animal before this guy does, I'm starving.
It's kind of like trying to make like the killer whales get along with the seals.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
No, they're going to bat him with their tail and nose and then swallow him.
Sit down a killer whale and go, okay, look, I know you've done this for centuries and centuries, but it's a new way of looking at things. You can't eat the seal anymore.
Be nice to the seal. And oh, my God, he ate him.
Right.
What happened?
We're fucked, I'm telling you. You can't go against nature.
Yeah.
By the way, that guy Darren that I berated,
yeah,
he actually says that I'm his hero, so now I like him. See how you can turn me around.
It's so easy
I love
with
Darren.
us. A little praise and we fall down.
He's my favorite listener of all time now. Just call me your hero and I'm in.
That's it.
I have too much respect for cops. Really? Graham and PA, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, I was just calling to say that cops are basically just members of a government-sanctioned gang. I mean, they joined the police force for the same reason that hoodlums join gangs, because
Really?
it serves their best interest.
Does it?
Yeah,
What about them putting themselves in horrifically dangerous positions
for no money,
for basically shit money?
Yeah.
Usually in horrid neighborhoods that don't want them there anyway, but keep calling them because they can't stop beating the fuck out of each other, doing drugs, shooting each other and missing and then hitting a baby. What about that, Graham?
And not only that, after their job is over, they now go to the shitty neighborhood to live because they can't afford to live
a nice
anywhere
place.
else.
What about that, Graham? What about that?
Well, women like a man in uniform. I'm sure they get a lot of pussy joining the force.
Yeah, you didn't address my question. What about the fact that they have to go into shit neighborhoods with shit people that don't want them there, but keep calling them to address problems like shooting each other, stabbing their fucking wives or girlfriends, whatever, drugs? What about that? Why not address that? Why not have respect for the cops and not have respect for the hoodlum, savage motherfuckers that are shooting them in the face?
I'm not saying I respect either one more.
Well, it seems like you might respect the other one a little more.
No, it's just that they have a lot of authority. That's just the price that you pay.
We give them authority. That's the only way the police force works. You don't give cops authority to do certain things, then you're getting robbed. What are the cops supposed to say? Please, thank you, okay, I'll leave now?
Well,
we give the cops a certain latitude because we don't want to do it. It's a quote from a movie. I'm not sure which movie it was, but we give the cops that because we don't want to fucking do it, and we can't do it. And if you want to look at them as a government-sanctioned gang, why? Because they all wear the same colors, and they have a gun, and they have the ability, and are a tip of our hat to do certain things, then, so be it.
Let me just say this, though. If all the laws changed and right became wrong, and they were still upholding the laws, then they would be the hoodlums. You know what I'm saying?
And if I had a pussy, I'd be a girl. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It's fucking. But the rules aren't like that. They're like they are now. So the cops are out there enforcing laws. Are all the cops good? No. But you know something? You're not going to get any job where everyone's fucking a saint. But for the most part, cops are out there doing a shitty job dealing with fucking animals on a daily basis that don't have the fucking right to walk this earth, and they got to deal with them with respect and honor and shit because they could be thrown in jail if they don't. Fuck them and fuck you. They should all be shot in the fucking and I'm talking about gang members, not cops. They should all be fucking put down.
All right, sir. Thank you, Graham. Cops are decent people. Meter maids are assholes.
Oh, there you go.
I would kind of agree with that. I'm sure there's some meter maids that listen to our show. Sorry, but
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I've run into cops that are complete fucking assholes. I mean, I've been pulled over by cops that are just assholes.
It's not perfect.
They got chips on their shoulder too.
It's not perfect, but I understand the position they're in.
They walk over to the car and instantly have this shitty attitude, and you're like, all right, this guy, I understand why he became a cop. Mm-hmm. He was beat up in school, he's short, he's this, he's that, he's whatever, and that's why he's a cop. But for the most part, the cops I've known and seen at work, seen them working, documentaries, just things, just basic knowledge. It's not that way.
Let's get Jay, a black guy from Ohio. He wants to give you the black perspective on the Cambridge situation.
All right,
Jay. What do you got, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Ant? The thing is, being a black guy, dealing with cops, you have to deal with them with a little extra respect because usually the cops are a little heightened sense being black.
Why are they heightened? Just answer me that.
Unfortunately, it's because of the situations that they usually deal with.
Exactly.
And I can't do anything but apologize for this because this is just from what I heard at the beginning, I was with the professor, but from hearing all the facts coming out, it's fucking bullshit.
I think it is too. It's one of those situations.
I gotta apologize for what's going on.
You don't have to apologize. You know what it is? Let me say.
It makes my people seem like a bunch of fucking whining assholes.
You know what the solution is, Jay? There is a solution, and it's not an overnight solution. The solution is that when something happens, if you're not committing a crime, but you get pulled over. Look, there have been times I've been pulled over when I haven't really done anything, and you just, or I've been questioned. As I'm walking into a place or something, and you answer with respect and stuff like that, it'll take a while. But if you're not doing anything wrong and the police question you and you treat them with respect, you're set on your way. You don't have to have a chip on your shoulder. And when the cops stop dealing with a disproportionate number of minority criminals on a daily basis, then maybe they won't approach your car or another minority's car with as much caution as they do. Or with that thought like, I'm not profiling, but I don't want to fucking get shot tonight.
Exactly. I drive a big truck. I was down in Southern Illinois back in Memorial Day. Got busted doing 67 in a 55. Cop walked up to the car, to the truck, talked to him for a couple of minutes. He's like, you know something, just go on your way.
There you go.
Yeah.
We all have an attitude when we get pulled over, by the way. We really do. But a lot of us...
You hide that fucking attitude.
But a lot of people realize that the attitude is not going to help you in that situation whatsoever.
You're not gonna win.
Cop is going to understand your attitude in the end. They're just not. So you got a choice.
You're not going to
You
win.
can bite your lip and go, God, I want to say some shit right now because I'm pissed off that I just got pulled over. Or you just deal with it so you don't make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. In the end, that's it.
Well, I watch these guys go across the scale, and the DOT officer walk up to their truck, and then start giving the DOT officer issue. Next thing you know, the DOT officer got some gloves out and getting ready to go through the truck. From top
now
to
he's
bottom.
going to go through the truck. Now, oh boy, you won.
Yeah.
You know, you don't win.
Yeah.
So whether you want to, even when the scumbag cop walks up to the window, you know, if he's being a scumbag to you, you fucking bite your lip, you smile, because again, we give them the latitude to be the authority because that is what protects us, whether you like it or not. And sometimes you're going to be thrown into that light where you have to then be questioned. You have to confront the police officer, not confront him, but be questioned by him and treat him respectfully, whether you want to or not, because you're not going to win.
There you go.
I had the asshole cops pull me over. I used to date this white girl. This one cop used to pull me over all the time.
Now Anthony's got a problem.
You just lost me, Jay.
Now Anthony's got a problem.
Sorry. I thought we was on the same
Aren't they
page.
sweet, though, right? Nice white ass. God.
All right.
Thank you, Jay.
Later, Jay.
Listen, we got to take a break. The phones are still on this topic, so we'll do a little more after the break. Also, we got Obama's comments, which are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We got Sergeant Crowley's comments. He was on a radio station up there in Boston.
Has anyone done a song parody yet to Mr. Crowley? Sergeant Crowley, come on.
Also, Jon Stewart, it's now made CNN. I guess he gave Obama kind of a beating over the whole thing yesterday on The Daily Show.
How did he did that? Jon Stewart?
And
and what else? To tell you the truth.
And for the guys down the hall, supposedly Chris Rock has a really funny little bit on black people being pulled over by cops. We'll take a peek at that, see if it's worth doing on the show. And then I read on the screen here, Danny just wrote that Rob Cross and Steve Blatter need to approve any Bobo clips we replay today for your information. Are you fucking kidding me?
Why is that?
This is satellite radio. Get the fuck out of our way.
And it's a replay.
You dummies. It's already out there. It doesn't matter.
There isn't any problem. Wow.
Get the fuck out of our way.
What's going on?
And let us see what this satellite radio could do. Don't turn this into regular radio. We still have an opportunity to show the difference between the two. Does anyone know what the problem was with that bit in their eyes?
No.
As far as...
And it does, like Ann said, it's a replay. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't mean it's happening
If
in
it's
here
already
now.
broadcasted, it doesn't matter anymore.
And if it happened, it happened. There was no problems, so let's let it roll.
I love when we have to cut shit out of replays. It's like, do you understand it's already out there? It's not like it was a practice show and we decided, wow, this is going to get us in trouble. We better get this out of the replay. It's too late. It already made the air.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in there that's going to...
Obama stands behind acted stupidly remark.
All right, we're going to
Race relations in America on CNN.
We're heating up on many levels today, so we'll take a break. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I got to eat.
You got to eat.
Yeah, yo.
All right.
Why would someone give me ketchup with turkey and American cheese?
That's good. On a bagel?
I mean, I appreciate the,
Well, if it was an egg sandwich, egg, turkey... a little cheese, a little ketchup. Nice.
No!
Nice.
Tangy. Yuck.
On an everything bagel.
I like
Nice.
one thing tangy. My cocks.
Butch put this together. Ant was ranting about Obama the other day, and Butch did something nice with it. We'll continue. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning.
Good morning. So Obama, Cambridge, phone's still lit. Everyone's talking about this Jon Stewart clip. So you want to take a listen and see what it's about?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think a lot of people are noticing that Obama just blew it on this one. How he handled it.
This is kind of catching fire. A lot of the news shows have this story going on.
What about MSNBC?
Well, I'm sure they think Obama's, completely right on this one.
What about Fox?
They would think Obama was wrong if he cured cancer.
And CNN.
They're kissing Obama's ass, too.
In between, talking about Michael Jackson's nose and where is it?
Yes, the entertainment show, CNN.
That's the latest of Michael Jackson, by the way. They don't know where his nose is.
Where's his nose? Is it like Dillinger's penis now, where they don't know where that is? And
they said that someone who saw Michael Jackson in the autopsy room, whatever, the nose is missing. So there's basically two holes where the nose.
Are you kidding?
That's what they're saying.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. All right. So this is Jon Stewart talking about the Obama situation.
Recently, Professor Henry Louis Gates Jr. was arrested at his home in Cambridge. What does that incident say to you, and what does it say about race relations in America?
Is that Bobo?
Don't
That's true.
Is Jon Stewart looking at a picture of Christina or some porn?
No.
I don't know, not having been there and not seeing all the facts, what role race played in that. But I think it's fair to say
that it's a complicated issue, and I don't really have any comments at this time because I wasn't there and I don't know all the facts.
Exactly.
The Cambridge police acted stupidly.
I couldn't save him. I couldn't save him. Now, I wasn't at the press conference last night, and I also don't have all the facts, but I think it's fair to say that Obama handled that question, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupidly?
It's amazing. Obama used the word stupidly.
Stupidly?
The president.
He handled it stupidly.
All right, 56 minutes of press conference, 55 minutes and 30 seconds on health care, 30 seconds of racial controversy. I wonder what the media will lead with the next day. Let's go to the wheel and give it a spin. Round and round. Come on, health care. Daddy needs a new hip replacement. I should have known. Always bet on black.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, he's the one that decided. Why would you have a press conference for your health care plan, put all that work and effort into it, like Jon Stewart said, put that much time into not only coming up with a plan and trying to sell it to people and then calling a press conference, and then at the end, you close with a racial thing. Huh? Hands are up. Let's see. Greg?
It's the oldest trick in the book. Distraction.
Is it the distraction?
Yeah, because he knows that America's not on board with this healthcare thing.
So it's the sleight of hand?
Yes.
It's a little sleight of hand. It's like didn't see him put the card behind there.
He knows there's problems with the whole healthcare thing.
He did a race card trick.
Yes. It's not quite right. So then you end the press conference with that, knowing the media. He's not stupid. Obama really isn't stupid. He knows how this whole thing works.
He handled it stupidly.
He did. He knows the media is going to lead with that and ignore pretty much the whole healthcare thing.
Yeah.
Because that is just not in good shape yet.
Yep.
And he knows that. So he's like, you know what? We could use a good distraction here. Because I think someone said that question was set up even.
Yeah.
That reporter stood up. It was a plant and said,
Yeah.
all right, now ask him about this, knowing the media is going to run with what he says about that.
And he got a, here's the congressional
And now no
Black
one is
Caucus
talking.
woman.
Now no one is talking about this health care thing, which is a biggie.
Well,
It's
the
a
healthcare thing
biggie.
also, an announcement was made that it's not going to be signed by the time Congress goes on their recess. And Obama said, well, I hope then it gets signed by the first of the year.
Mm-hmm.
How long is their recess?
It's a long fucking time.
Holy shit. Where he's like, all right, I hope maybe we get something at least out there the first of the year.
Yeah, I think they get the whole month of August off. That's how it used to be. But now I think that they start in late July and then
Really?
come back sort of in September. Oh,
Wow.
they stretch this thing. I'm not. Maybe
amazing.
Danny can find out exactly. But and then finally, Jon Stewart went with the montage of all the media jumping on this instead of the healthcare thing. This is textbook.
Yeah, it is.
And welcome to Today on this Thursday morning. I'm Meredith VR.
And I'm Matt Lauer. President Obama's primetime news conference last night, mostly about health care, but it was the comments he made at the end of that news conference about the arrest of an African-American Harvard professor last week that are getting a lot of attention this morning.
Everybody's talking about it. The topic was health care, but it was that question at the end of the hour that has everyone talking this morning.
Last night, President Obama, during his news conference, was asked about Henry Louis Gates.
Did he go too far and rewrite the headlines that should have been about health care reform?
Yes, he went too far.
Yeah.
But I believe you rewrote the headlines.
Yeah. Yeah, because they know what the media wants. And he played into it.
I hate the fact that they say an African-American professor and a white police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then call him something else. Call him Irish-American.
Mm-hmm.
Crowley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, cop up there, sure. Irish.
Gotta be.
So just that. Or, say, a black, because he what's the course he runs?
Mm-hmm.
Is it African-American studies or black studies or something like that? I don't know. But, yeah.
Do you want more of the Obama
Tired of the
statement?
double standard. I love the Obama statement.
All right, because we had the Stewart version, but let's really go with the Obama statements. And instead of riding Jon Stewart's back today, we'll make this entertaining too.
Here goes Obama off script. Look out.
I don't know, not having been there and not seeing all the facts, what role race played in that.
Should end it.
But I think it's fair to say, number one, any of us.
Whenever you hear "but" in the middle of a statement, you know it's not going to be.
Especially after I wasn't there.
You know it's never going to be in your favor. When someone says, "I understand," actually, I think we just went through that.
Yeah. But any other president or politician in their right mind would have said, "Look, I don't know the facts about this. I'll look into it, but I really don't know this, and I think this is best handled by the people that were involved." And this I'm doing a press conference here. It's about health care. So
right. Let's keep the focus where it needs to be.
Where it needs to be. He wanted this.
He wanted
to do this. What his motives were, whether it's a distraction or because he's asshole buddies with the professor and wanted to do this. Hey, look what I did for you.
Dude,
you know what?
The government's always looking for distractions. Hence the bird flu. Hence the swine flu. Hence
Bird flu? What was that?
Well, you go back a little bit.
Was that something that was really?
Yeah, you know. Then it turned out to be a bust, right?
I remember the good old days of shark attacks. So remember the summer of shark attacks?
What was going on that we were supposed to focus on that summer? For real?
I think it was the war.
Because we were supposed to focus on something else, but they threw the shark attack distraction at us.
It was
we all bought into it.
The summer of sharks, they called it, until something else hit the news. And
so what happened? What happened that summer where they were focusing on shark attacks instead of the real issues of the day?
It was the same year as Katrina.
And we all, the media does it, and I love the fact that Jon Stewart doesn't acknowledge he's part of the media. Because we've been doing that forever, too. Because then people call us out. Aren't you part of the media? No. There's a separation that's going on.
Yeah, believe me.
With intelligent broadcasters going, you know what? No, they're the dummies, and we're trying to, expose them for the assholes they really are.
Yeah.
And I love, and we're just a dopey radio show. I love someone like Jon Stewart and The Daily Show is basically saying we're not the media, even though they certainly are part of it. But they're trying to separate.
They become more of the media now that a lot of that show is really
they did a
it's
report
news
that
now.
said a lot of the younger people are getting their news from Jon Stewart. It's a fact.
And you'd be silly to say, well, no, it's an entertainment show. Look at the news every day.
Yeah.
Where they're putting dancers on and they're, doing skits and sketches.
Sure.
So where is the separation?
All right, here's Obama.
I think it's fair to say, number one, any of us would be pretty angry. Number two, that the Cambridge police acted stupidly in arresting somebody when there was already proof that they were in their own home. And number three,
right there is
what
dumb.
I think we know separate and apart from this incident is that there is a long history in this country of African Americans and Latinos being stopped by law enforcement disproportionately.
All right,
That's just a fact.
Jesus,
I can't
Obama,
even
what
deal
are
with
you
that.
Doing?
I can't deal with
You're
that
the
whole
fucking
line.
president.
I can't deal with that line. There is a long history. Right. Exactly. Holy Jesus. Why? Because there's a disproportionate amount of crime in those communities based on other communities. I hate using the word community. But there is a disproportionate amount of crime.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's fact. You have the FBI at your beck and call. Take a look at the stats. They're available everywhere on the intratubes. Look there. I do. I look at the FBI stats on crime based on race and a demographic, location, and there's a disproportionate number. So why wouldn't cops then, if they are looking for a shooting suspect, let's say, and that shooting suspect is a black male, why would they then question white women if they're looking for a black male that robbed a liquor store or something like that? I don't know. Maybe because that's the description they were given?
Because they don't all look alike, Anthony.
What the fuck? It annoys the piss out of me that the president now is saying this. It's bad enough when you see someone like Reverend Al saying it. He's not running the country. He tried. He runs radio. He doesn't run the country.
He sure does.
I did not sexually assault Andrew McNulty.
Oh,
Saturday was the first that I...
Obama's good.
All right,
Is this still Obama clips?
I see what's going on here. So, okay, the Obama statement, and then Sergeant Crowley responds to Obama. How cool is that, though? Now you're on the president's radar.
Yeah,
maybe not that
hey.
cool, but...
Yeah, maybe you don't want to be on the president's radar.
Yeah.
I did not sexually assault Andrew McNulty. Saturday was the first that I learned of her accusations.
Wait a minute, that's not him.
Her false and vicious allegations are an attack on my family and on me.
I don't think he did that.
No.
What happened?
That would be the Rothfuss burger thing.
Yes. No.
Where did
Sergeant Crowley did make a statement, though, to
Sergeant
Fox News.
Crowley.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, I got it over
Why
here.
Why do you hate the blacks?
All right, we got more Obama, and then this could be the Sergeant Crowley. Things are a little mixed up right here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
let's get back on track. Obama.
You were tough on the Cambridge Police Department. Do you regret saying that the Cambridge Police acted stupidly?
You know, I have to say I'm surprised by the controversy surrounding my statement because I think it was a pretty...
First of all,
Dude.
why are you surprised?
Dude,
you know this country. Dummy.
And he lost me.
Where do you think you live? What news have you been watching? Of course they're going to jump all over that.
He's the same guy.
Wow.
Same fucking guy.
I didn't. I'm surprised at the controversy.
How
I'm
are you
surprised that
surprised?
the first black president bringing up a racial issue and getting it completely wrong and mouthing off before the facts were in. Wow. And by the way, his number 2 that he said before, that he was arrested after proving that he lived there and stuff, that wasn't the case. He wasn't arrested for B&E. He was arrested for a disorderly.
Right.
And
Because
Obama mouthed off about that before he got the facts.
Right.
It wasn't the fact that he had proven that he lived there. That wasn't the case.
We said, according to the police report, the officer was actually leaving, and the guy
It was done.
Was carrying on still, and it got to a point where the guy goes, "I got to arrest this
He's
guy."
out in front of people,
like he would do with anyone else that was in that position.
Yes.
White,
making
white,
accusations
black,
of racism.
Yellow, purple, green. Who gives a shit?
Man,
you get arrested in that situation.
God.
Because I think it was a pretty straightforward commentary that you probably don't need to handcuff a guy, a middle-aged man who who uses a cane who's in his own home. Now,
you know what? Get over it. People
right.
get handcuffed all the time.
But he uses
it's
a
okay.
cane. All right, now I agree. You never do anything to a guy that uses a cane. All right. I got him. I'm with Obama now. So the old guy used a cane. Don't arrest him then. People with cane. I would rob a bank with a cane under what Obama just said.
Okay.
Let me go into a bank then and rob it with a cane.
Right.
Hey, he's got a cane. Obama said it's cool.
Now, what I do know is, as I said last night, I don't know all the details to the case. I think that...
How does everybody... Hold on. How does everybody today, by the way... Now, this is... When was this done? When was this taken?
Probably yesterday.
Okay. Everyone knew the facts of the case by yesterday. The police report was out. It was out yesterday. And you mean to tell me a story that was this big of a story, that he didn't take the time to review all the facts of the case? That he's still not familiar with the case? That is bullshit. Yes, hands up.
Me. I'm the only one
Greg.
in the room today.
I have to do with the teacher.
He knew we blew it with his statement.
Yeah.
And that.
So now he's never going to know the facts of the case?
Well, so you can't acknowledge that you read all the facts. And then it comes obvious to the people that, he didn't have the facts before he said what he said.
Yeah.
I love breaking this shit down. It's one of my favorite things in the world
But
to
he's
do.
still saying he doesn't have the facts.
Because he can't now.
The first thing he was given was a stack of the facts.
He just has to drill that into people's head, though. I didn't have the facts. I didn't have the facts. I didn't have the facts. He knows he's wrong by his statement at this point.
Oh, my God.
The case. I think that I have extraordinary respect for the difficulties of the jobs that police officers do. As I said, them responding was exactly the right thing to do.
Okay.
And my suspicion is that words were exchanged between the police officer and Mr. Gates, and that everybody should...
Yeah,
not a suspicion.
Thank you.
He called up his buddy on the red phone.
Yeah.
And the Gates guy probably said, I
kind of said something. And by saying words were exchanged, it makes it sound like the police's words were as inflammatory as the professor's. Words were exchanged between the two. No, if you read the report and listen to the witnesses who actually heard this, the professor was being loud, belligerent, and making accusations against this officer, and the officer was being soft-spoken, polite, and leaving the residence.
Yeah.
So Obama's kind of, through his great way that he has with not saying what he really means, like, saying I'm taxing the crap out of you without actually saying the word taxing,
right?
Which is amazing. He's doing the same thing right there.
Yeah, there's definitely some backtracking, though, going on here with Obama.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell.
As much as he will.
And that everybody should have just settled down and cooler heads should have prevailed. That's my suspicion.
Not everybody, the one guy.
But I was asked, did it make sense for it to escalate to the levels that it did? And I said, probably not.
No, you weren't asked that. And you didn't say probably not.
It would have been more sensible for everybody to just, once it was established that Mr. Gates was in his own home, that we should just settle this thing down.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have kept yelling at the police officer and accusing him of being a racist. Perhaps that should have stopped. Maybe his cooler head should have prevailed. And you didn't say any of that. What I said was... No, you didn't. You called the police stupid. You called the Cambridge Police Department stupid. They handled it stupidly. So that is stupid, is the root word of stupidly.
He realizes that public opinion is that he blew it. So he's backtracking.
Exactly. So he's
as best he can. Because you still, even when you backtrack, you got to, save a little face, right?
I guess so.
So that's what he's doing. He's like, I can backtrack to right about here.
Yeah.
Any further back, though, and I look stupid.
Now I start looking stupid. So he makes up things that he said that he didn't really say. Or says he meant it this way, but he used the word stupidly.
Conveniently say that you didn't read the police report. That's a biggie. You're the president, and you're right in the middle of this issue, and you're not reading the police report? Come on. Or someone's not reading it for you and giving you the bullet points?
You know what else really pisses me off? The cops, I can understand them calling each other stupid, but you shouldn't be allowed, if you're not a cop, to call each other stupid. You should say the S word. Because only cops should be able to call each other stupid. Yo, my stupid. You know?
Yeah, I like that. Sergeant Crowley. So we finally get to hear from him. He was on WEEI yesterday.
As I said yesterday when I was cornered in my backyard by the media, that apology will never come. It won't come from me as Jim Crowley, and it won't come from me as a sergeant in the Cambridge Police Department. Whatever anybody else chooses to do in the name of the city of Cambridge or the Cambridge Police Department is beyond my control, and I don't worry about that. I know what I did was right. I have nothing to apologize for.
He doesn't have to worry about a thing.
You know what, though?
Mark Furman dropped the M-bomb, allegedly, and he's all over
you know
CNN
what?
now.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's a guy that has the backing of his bosses.
Oh, he does. You could tell.
That would be a nice thing to have, huh?
You could tell.
The backing of the bosses.
Yes.
Instead of making the fake apologies. Well, I'm just saying, instead of making the fake I'm talking about the past, Dan. Relax.
Right?
I see the red flag.
I just red flagged.
I'm just talking about our situations in the past where
Yes.
we thought we had the backing of the bosses, and we did not.
I know.
So then we had to go on the air with the
You know why?
fake apology time.
And let me tell you why I think he does have the backing of his bosses and not like we thought we did when they would come. Because his boss went out in public and backed him. We have never, behind the scenes, when they would tell us, hey, guys, no, we're going to stick with you on this one. We just got to ask you some questions and review this.
Yeah.
Never in public did they come out and back us.
Yeah.
But this guy, his boss publicly backed him and said he supports him. He's a great cop, and that's that.
We acknowledge we've fucked up in the past, but there has been a few situations like, you got to be kidding me. You're not backing us in this one?
Yeah.
The homeless Charlie thing to this day is
I still
is
think
so
that was
ridiculous. I can't even tell you.
ridiculous, and they could have backed us on
A
that.
homeless guy's ranting and raving, and the company doesn't back us on that one, and we
ridiculous.
We get suspended for 30 days, and actually we were supposed to get fired, but someone kind of figured out how to keep us employed.
Oh, by the way, remember how all the newspapers reported that we got suspended for that with no pay?
Mm-hmm.
We got paid.
Oh, yeah. We sat out.
Yeah.
Had an easy life for a month.
We had a month vacation paid.
Yeah. We
Thanks.
got to
It was
sleep
great.
in. We actually they
Thank
did us
you,
a
homeless
favor.
Charlie.
They did us a favor.
I slept late.
Slept
It was
late.
Wonderful.
Got all our money.
That was fantastic.
And became more famous.
Thanks.
Well, not only in my mind, we have a professional standards unit that conducted an inquiry right after this event, and I believe they canvassed the neighborhood and spoke with the caller and any other witnesses. And had I deviated from that which is acceptable and that which is a standard policy, then I would have been corrected for it. I would have been disciplined for it.
Correct. There you go.
See, he's sticking by what he did. He's a cop. He's been one for a lot of years, a sergeant. He taught the racial profiling course at the academy. So I think this guy's pretty qualified to know what he should or shouldn't be doing in a certain situation. Sorry, that's just the way it is.
If he was some kind of lunkhead, they would have sacrificed him immediately.
Yeah. Some kind of dolt.
Right, but
they've been plenty of cops they've just thrown to the wolves, whether they were right or wrong, unfortunately.
And we also learned this guy gave mouth-to-mouth to Reggie Lewis
he's
when he
the guy
collapsed
that,
up there in Boston.
That was performing the CPR on
If
him.
that's true, I don't know because I haven't read it myself.
I heard
it
that.
is true.
That has been confirmed, Opie. Yes.
A real racist guy.
Yeah.
Summer of shark attacks was because of the gas crisis.
Oh, was that it?
Bobo wants to grind the show to a halt to let you know he's doing fine. Footer. No one has ever called Obama out. All right, wait.
Grind the show.
Bobo, you all right?
And I've been telling everybody that Bobo will not be on the show.
I'm all right.
All right, good. Footer. What do you got?
What's up?
Hey,
What's
Footer.
up, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, the biggest thing is why I think Obama was, surprised in some way that people are criticizing him on this is because no one fucking, like as you say, and no one ever says anything to him.
Oh, my God, you're right.
So for anybody to even think of saying something to him, he's all fucking blown out of shape and bent out of shape. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't know how to deal with something.
You know what?
That.
You're
know what
absolutely right. That none of the reporters or anybody, they've been treating this guy with kid gloves the entire time, and this is the first time he's being called out on something, and he doesn't know what to do about it. He's losing his mind, freaking out. By the way, I saw this little thing on how he is treated with kid gloves, and he had a press conference last night. Or the other night, of course, it was about health care, and then this subject came up. Mm-hmm. But no one asked him a question about the soldiers, the Iraq, or the fact that in Afghanistan it's been one of the deadliest months ever.
Horrible month
for the soldiers.
For our boys.
And no one's asking him questions. What are you doing about it? Why? How come there's been this resurgence of the Taliban and Al Qaeda in Afghanistan? And why are we losing so many soldiers? Does this show maybe that they're coming back again in force because they see you being a weaker president? Do you think that's the perception that they get, that you're not a president that's going to take decisive action on that? Why not ask him those questions? No,
because it's boring.
Yeah, right.
To the media, anyway.
No, they don't want to ask him. It would scare them.
Thank you, sir. Footer, I got to move on.
Thanks, man.
We're just lit right now. Joe in D.C., recess is July 31st is, through September. Is that true, Danny? You get the info on their vacation?
It's 30 days every August. Plus, they have a week every... They have a week every day there's a federal holiday. So if there's a federal holiday on a Wednesday, they get the whole week.
What? What?
Come on, stop. Come on, stop it.
What?
Congress often
When do we
holds...
get into this vacation territory?
Do they work for the government or Sirius satellite radio?
Yeah.
It says Congress often holds business sessions only on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday so that legislators can visit their constituents over a long weekend that includes a workday.
Bullshit!
Visit the constituents? I've never gotten a visit.
That's bullshit.
Also, Congress
These guys are
recesses
getting away with murder.
the week
Unbelievable.
of a federal holiday.
The week!
And it says here the Legislative Reorganization Act of 1970 stipulated a 30-day recess each August. And here's the weird part, except in a time of war.
Hey, well, there must be a party going on over in Afghanistan and Iraq. Is that it? Except in a time of war.
Oh, they got rid of that little clause, huh?
Well, because I guess they don't declare a war. It's not a declared war.
If it's a declared war, then it's different.
What is that? Well, you know something? When soldiers
we're only
die,
fighting for our lives right now.
When soldiers die based on people sending them, a government official sending them overseas to fight somebody, I would say that's a war.
That's an insult to every soldier and every soldier's family, especially the ones that have lost their son or daughter. They don't really consider it a war.
Let me ask you something else. What constituency that they represent voted for them taking a week off for a one-day holiday during the week? That is where I say that they are not representing us. If they were representing us, who voted for that? Do you think they put that to a vote to the people? Hey, we'd like the whole week off when there's just a day.
Right.
Can we get, what is that called? The fucking, is that the Carlisi law?
Can we enact that?
We want to enact the Carlisi law.
Big Earl from Philly, black gentleman, important to the discussion. Usually we don't care. If you're a fan, you call, whatever. But when it matters, and you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you're backpedaling.
Yeah. He's a black gentleman. Anthony is right. I'm always nice to cops. The reporter that knew Obama, this is Chris in Phoenix. The reporter knew Obama when he was a senator. And then finally we have this before we move on. We got Kim in Staten Island. Kim?
Hi, guys. I love you. My husband just started listening to you, and every night he came home to tell me how he thinks Anthony should run for president.
Oh, that'd be great. I could see the campaign now, my opponent running everything I've done since I was 19 years old till now.
Yeah.
I pretty much threw away my political career chances.
Yeah, they could just scrape the surface and get all sorts of dirt.
There's plenty of dirt in my life.
Now, imagine you're the best man for the job, but I mean, there's
there's a little too much skeletons laying out of the closet door.
The commercials for your opponent would be awkward to watch.
Yeah. Do you want him to thank you, Missy?
Well, I think we got some stuff on that.
Time is running out.
Tick-tock.
The American middle class is shrinking every day.
You know, the people that are hard-pressed, we have to help bring them up.
These economic challenges call for strong leadership, but not everyone agrees.
Some people are starting to go like, does this guy know what the fuck he's doing?
Senator Nagel says Anthony Cumia is the Antichrist.
Of course.
Chairman Taft says Cumia will destroy us all.
Nope.
Chief Justice Roberts proclaims Cumia will wipe his ass with the Constitution.
Enough already.
Wise, benevolent, and even-tempered, Anthony Cumia has the solution to our nation's economic crisis.
Just tax the shit out of everybody.
Liberal-minded philanthropist Anthony Cumia will restore balance to our nation.
It is like the old communist method of everybody gets a piece of the pie.
Say no to discretionary income. Say yes to a mountain of costly social services. This fall, vote for Anthony Cumia.
That's what I am. Tax and spend Democrat. You got it.
Paid for by the United Negro College Fund in cooperation with the NAACP.
Yay!
I
like that one.
Hey, Whitney Dubs from D.C. writes, okay, hypocrites. I've listened to this show for years. You have never bitched about the Republican Party taking a recess. Are you kidding me?
What? We constantly bitch about
that's
Congress.
That's not a party thing.
I don't even care.
That's just ridiculous no matter who you are.
I don't even care what party they belong to. I don't care.
It's just ridiculous. But then someone else writes, this is actually good because the less time, it's John the Redneck. Let him say it for himself. John, go ahead.
Yeah, you guys look at this vacation stuff all wrong with them.
Yeah.
We need the motherfuckers only up there about 2 months a year. The less time they're up there, the less they can fuck things up.
That's wonderful. That's how we have to look at it. But you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Rich in LBI. Nice little town there, Rich. He writes, how does President McCain sound now, Ope? I'm not a fan of either.
Yeah, well.
Not a fan of the system that's in place right now.
Also,
it needs some tweaking.
Also, how about any questions at all from the press to Obama about our U.S. soldier hostage?
No.
Bergdahl, who's over there in Afghanistan?
Probably not
sending
allowed to
videos.
Ask, probably not allowed to ask a question.
This poor guy is just sitting there with in Afghanistan with the Taliban with a knife to his neck at any moment. Hands. Let me look around the room. Greg.
Because we don't have a true free press anymore. And there's something that goes on. I think the documentary was called Outfox. It's worth a watch. It's really interesting how the media works. Mm-hmm. And I believe the reporters that are allowed into the inner circle and are allowed to get that close to the president and ask questions.
Yeah.
One mistake and they're gone.
You mean like
So the word gets around like, it wouldn't be too smart to ask a question about probably one of the biggest things happening right now.
Yeah.
Because you'll be out.
You mean like one of Obama's top Secret Service guys in the White House that just recently got transferred off of Obama for questioning the fact that Obama, apparently, this is what the Secret Service gentleman said, he discusses with his family about certain demographics around the country and how horrible things are going for certain. He talks a lot about race in the House, and this Secret Service agent, I guess, did not really appreciate it and voiced his opinion and get out.
That's how it works.
Get out.
That's how it works.
Another thing about our great president.
Why wouldn't one person ask a question about that poor soldier that is probably going to lose his fucking head?
Why would you ask that before you ask about the stupid professor being arrested story? I mean, how about the soldier that is, being held hostage?
Yeah.
We have a soldier being held hostage by a group that is just known to horrifically execute people. And, Congress is going to just, we're going to take our month off. And Obama's talking about his buddy, his asshole buddy, from one of the black study courses. And there's, we got in Afghanistan, there's a soldier just sitting there.
You would think that would come
Bergdahl,
up.
Just sitting.
You would think that would come up.
What? Yeah, maybe someone should ask a question like, are there any plans on, what even talking to or negotiate? Obviously they don't negotiate with terrorists, but they always ask that question. So the president could go, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
But
by the way, another great thing about our president is how during the 40th anniversary of the Apollo moonshot there, when he had the 3 astronauts at the White House and was relaying a lovely story about him on his grandfather's shoulders in Hawaii when they were splashing down, and how he imagined, and he was waving flags and imagining that, He would actually talk to the astronauts, and it was a great memory for him. He was in Indonesia from 1968 till 1971.
Maybe he came home for the weekend.
1969 falls in that fucking little slot. He wasn't in Hawaii on his grandfather's shoulders. He was in Indonesia.
Maybe he came home for the weekend.
Maybe. Maybe. Full of shit. More bullshit.
Boy, you don't give this guy a break at all, do you?
Fucking, I know. I study it. I study it. And I believe it might have even been, like, earlier than 68.
This leads to this. Or that leads to this.
Time is running out.
Tick-tock.
The American middle
was the same
class
one?
is shrinking
I thought maybe
every
it was a
day.
series. You know, the people that are hard-pressed, we have to help bring them up.
These economic challenges call for strong leadership, but not everyone agrees.
Some people are starting to go like, does this guy know what the fuck he's doing?
Senator Nagel says Anthony Cumia is the Antichrist.
Of course.
Chairman
It's the
Taft
same one.
says Cumia will destroy us all.
Nope.
Chief Justice Roberts...
Yeah, that was the same one.
Well, what's going
of
on?
course.
What's going on with the guys today?
It's my clips, so
you
I
got
don't
something-
mind
you got
you
something
playing
twice,
them
right?
8 or 10 times.
No, that definitely came in 2 different forms.
Did it?
And then that other clip was part of the Obama thing. What's going on?
Oh, my God.
Are you guys...
Is Steve out today? And things are falling apart? Oh, no, he's here.
Wait a minute. Know who's out today?
Who?
E-Rock.
Does
Does
Nagel.
E-Rock actually run the show?
Holy shit, I knew it!
I knew it all
He's
along.
the brains of the outfit.
He's the man behind the curtain.
Nagel!
Nagel, that
We
fat
need
fuck.
Nagel. We need Nagel. We need Nagel. Come on!
That fat fuck runs the whole operation.
I knew it.
Wow. Oh, here's Sam to say no, of course.
Sam couldn't get in here fast enough.
Jesus, Sam.
So Eric Nagel, what you're
Eric
demonstrating,
Nagel.
what's being demonstrated here is Eric Nagel.
Basically, if he
is
takes
the
a day
guy.
off, the whole place falls apart.
The place goes to
Comment.
shit.
Comment.
Incorrect.
What happened?
Comment.
The problem with the clips, I guess, you're just getting doubled up clips?
Oh, God.
no.
That sounds like you're backpedaling, Mr. President.
Ant's campaign ad and then Anthony Cumia election promo.
Oh,
that looks like it would be
Jesus.
2 different things.
It certainly
which made me
does.
very excited that
How
we
is
could
he
play
supposed
both.
to know?
Yeah, I know. I
That it
agree
wasn't
with
two
that.
different- And Nagel would have known.
I tell you this, no,
Nagel. Come on.
Nagel.
Join in the chant. No?
The shortcomings of people who are here do
Boo!
not...
Boo!
Listen! The shortcomings of the
Go
people
home and get your fucking shine box.
It's not Nagel!
Eric Nagel is the guy that runs the show.
E-Rock.
For him to be so, like, behind the scenes with it.
God.
Like, we goofed on him for so long, and he's never come up and said, guys, I'm the guy that holds it all
Sam,
together.
That's the Iron Curtain.
Do the right thing and just fire yourself now.
It's not me!
You really should.
Really.
It's not me.
Go
You
out in a
came in
blaze
here
of
to
glory.
bash Nagel, and obviously he's the guy that runs the
You
whole
know what?
friggin'
Fire
show.
yourself instead of behind closed doors where
Yes.
no one hears from you again.
Come on now.
Make it impressive.
Wait, what?
Just
Oh, nothing.
resign.
I'm not... No, I won't.
Resign.
What are you doing at 10:30? I just need to ask.
What am I doing? I'll be doing E-Rock's job since he's not here.
Running the program?
Yes. Well, no.
Efficiently?
No.
Smoothly?
No, he doesn't do that.
Yeah, he
It's like a
does.
well-oiled Italian hero?
He sits
How
there.
the fuck did this happen? We turned on E-Rock in a good way.
Because he's not here to
Yeah.
hear it and bask in it.
He spends all his time.
By Monday, he'll be that fat son of a bitch.
Get E-Rock
again.
on the phone right now. I need
Yeah.
to praise him.
He's probably not even picking up his phone.
He will. He's not Steve C.
Can't pick it up.
No, he's not picking up.
Boom!
He's not picking up.
Oh, of course Travis is going to say that.
I could just picture
Because it
him.
makes Travis look bad if E-Rock picks up the phone.
As we're praising him, I just picture his fat body snoring and drooling on his pillow right now. Nagel's the man.
He's not. He just archives all the time.
Is E-Rock like Michael Jackson where he needs like someone to feed him while he's sleeping?
Yeah, probably.
Just to keep the food coming in?
I think maybe it's time to call Eric out on the staff meetings.
Oh.
What?
It's like we have these staff meetings every week where we have to like say what's going on and like what we're all working on. And like I think probably for the last 2 months, every time it's Eric's turn, he just goes, "Well, working on August vacation."
I always scold Eric after meetings because I tell him that he needs to display leadership qualities and he needs people to respect him because he goes to meetings and First of all, over at the other place, when we were at CBS, he would sit on the floor during meetings. If all the seats were taken, he would sit Indian style on the floor.
Well,
at a professional meeting.
Let me add this in. You ever watch Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
You ever see Peter Parker? He doesn't quite handle himself very well. But behind the scenes, who is he?
Eric is not Spider-Man.
Who is he?
He's Spider-Man.
That's
Spider-Man.
right. Spider-Man.
So Eric throwing everyone up. Clark Kent. What is he like when he's Clark Kent at the Daily Planet?
Geek ever.
Exactly. He's awkward. He doesn't do things.
That's Eric.
But with selflessness, he is a hero that helps people and doesn't let it be known. That's our Nagel.
No.
Iraq. He is like Superman or Spider-Man.
He sits
awkward in the meetings and stuff, saying stupid things.
Do you have a website dedicated to you? E-Rock does.
It's mocking, though.
No, it doesn't. I see erock.com.
Able to eat an entire hero in 3 minutes. In
a single bite.
In a single bite.
That's the line, eh?
Yes, of course it is.
Gotcha on that one.
In a single bite.
He slouches at meetings.
Heavier than a locomotive.
Able to leap over old people to get to the buffet? I don't know. I'm trying here.
Up in the sky, it's the Goodyear blimp. No, it's Nagel.
E-Rock! I say we go home until E-Rock can properly...
Yes.
That sounds like an excuse.
Here in the Fortress of Hungertude.
Without E-Rock, why are we even here?
I know.
For real, let's go home.
He puts the collar of his T-shirts up over his nose in meetings with bosses and slouches and bites the inside of his shirt.
He does it. If someone sees what's under that shirt, it's his superhero uniform.
It's
so he
breasts.
pulls it up. It's breasts. Those are pectoral muscles, if you knew the difference. E-Rock. Danny says he's Clark Kent.
Travis says Peter Porker.
Hey, yeah, that's more like it.
Hey, we can't let him off the hook totally. He is fat.
Yeah,
but he's a superhero.
And what kind of
superhero?
What kind of superhero takes off every Friday for the foreseeable future?
Well, wait a minute.
Oh, he got Fridays?
Did he take Friday? Hey, wait a minute.
Anyone have dibs on
I thought
Thursdays?
we totally said no to that.
No, I need dibs on Thursdays.
Motherfucker. Nagel's the man who
He's
can.
He's not the man. He's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we move on? We got Bobby Lee standing by.
Yeah, I know. Poor Bobby's been out there for a while.
Why did Stalker Patty stop by?
I don't know.
She's worried about all the attention Bobo's getting.
She asked me a few weeks ago if she could come up.
Could I step? Boy, has she been in the studio yet?
I don't think so.
No.
I think
It's
she's
a
done
smooth.
the other show.
Huh?
The other
Oh
show.
yes, R and F.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee is very paranoid out there.
Why?
Because he
just
said
is.
every time he comes here, the craziest shit in his life happens.
In his
He said
life.
yesterday was the craziest shit he ever seen, and now Stalker Patty is walking around. He has no idea what's
doesn't know
happening.
why she's
All right,
there.
you know what fucked up thing can we do with Stalker Patty in front of Bobby Lee? I know I'm not the only one thinking that.
Yeah, I know. True.
That's what goes down.
Do we have another vibrator laying around? Because she was good with that in the pants going. Meh.
We could find something.
Bobby
We have
Lee
a
can
fridge
run it.
full of sex
Can we beat
toys.
her with sticks?
Beat her with sticks. That would be nice.
That's
Oh,
a
look
big
at her.
A.
She goes, that's hot. Oh, she's got a little gift bag and everything. Wonderful.
Maybe
she
we could
says
see
she's got a belated birthday present for me.
She
She
probably
does, right?
does.
I was what?
Oh, B, I knew
What
it's
day
your
is
birthday. I
this?
couldn't make it. So she's got her O&A all the way shirt on. And yeah, all right. You don't have to turn around. Wow.
Hello. I just came to say hi.
That's it, huh?
You know we're broadcasting, right?
You know this is a
I don't
radio
even allow my
show.
family to just stop by and say hi.
Nagel was here.
We're
she wouldn't
entertaining the masses.
She wouldn't have even
without
been in the
E-Rock,
studio.
which makes it really tough. By
I know.
The way.
It's not.
He runs the show.
It's not.
We found out today.
No impact.
We
No
owe him a
impact.
giant apology.
Then why all the mistakes today?
Because certain people who are
10:30.
Amazing.
10:30, Sam.
Double
People who are here are
labeled
making
shit.
mistakes. It doesn't have to do. They're not supervised.
Someone has to take the fall
Yeah,
for this.
supervisor. Get it?
Super.
Super. That's what he is.
Visor.
Supersizer.
Sam, 10:30, all right? Someone's got to take the fall for
bad.
this.
Why? But
We're going to miss you, but it's all right.
I done such good work today.
What?
I done good work today.
Just fire yourself.
I don't want to, though. I do good work. I'm preparing a Sandy Kane
work
interview.
here.
Oh.
Patty, can you leave the studio? You make me very uncomfortable.
You bought a present, though?
After
No,
all these years.
no.
What'd you bring?
No, just a couple of stupid magazines I thought you might enjoy.
All right. Barely legal. And what?
Wait, how about we do it after the break?
Sure.
All right. She's got magazines for leave the studio. Don't show.
Yeah, don't
Anthony.
show me yet. We got to save this for
How
the
long-
air. Yeah.
How long have you been doing radio with us?
She didn't even answer.
What can we do?
People's voices these days.
I know it's going to be tough to come up with a Stalker Patty bit without E-Rock here.
Yeah.
But
E-Rock
let's
doesn't come up
try.
with bits.
Let's just try as a team.
Moose
You mean
Moose Wayne? Moose Wayne.
What the fuck?
The mild-mannered.
That's a stretch. Come on. That's kind of a...
Moose Wayne is funny.
I still love your Clark Kent, but Moose
Clark
Wayne...
Kent
come on.
and Moose Wayne.
Or we could do this.
Yeah, I know that.
One little letter change.
Yeah, who wasn't thinking that?
We could give away wrestling tickets in E-Rock's
Oh,
honor.
that's your brilliance
Oh.
that you bring to the table today?
That's pretty good.
E-Rock,
Thank you, Danny.
Great idea.
Danny was just saying good idea.
Wow, and that's so odd. What made you think of wrestling? Because you never. Oh,
Jeez. Well, E-Rock likes wrestling, too.
it's just his cover. Don't you understand?
No.
He acts like that
man.
to throw everyone off the hook that he's actually the guy running this show.
He wants to get along with the peons like yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm not a peon.
So he goes, wow, one of my guys likes wrestling. All right, I'll like wrestling too.
He sees what happens to
See?
people of alleged authority.
Right.
Oh,
They get thrown under the proverbial bus.
talking about Steve.
He'd rather be the bus.
Sam, fire yourself.
I don't want to.
Go ahead.
Please.
It's time.
No.
For real.
No.
For real. I
Why
know we
would
made
I?
it a bit last week, but for real, it's time.
I do good work. I do a lot of work.
Fire yourself.
No.
Come on, you fire yourself.
I don't want to.
Danny, you want to see him go too, right?
Sam?
Yeah.
More than life itself.
Why? Why? I don't understand this resentment.
Do you have anybody that supports you here? For real. Not the fake support that I give you.
Opie is
that's
truly the
fake,
gas
well,
can.
then.
Opie is a walking gas can. He sees a spark and just walks up to it and tips his head. Wow.
Who really supports you here, Sam?
Well, here's the thing.
Obviously not Danny.
No, Danny does
You
not.
threw E-Rock under a bus, even though he's not here to defend himself.
Right, so
That's
E-Rock
nice.
doesn't anymore.
That's nice.
Travis probably going to stick with Danny.
Yeah.
I bet I would have had Steve until the beginning of this week. I completely.
Yeah, you might have lost one there, huh?
Yeah.
Lost a vote.
I think
It makes it.
intern David is gone. So
Well, yeah, he was. Oh, you were his hero.
And you know, if you're out of the picture, it makes it easier to have a relationship with side piece. So.
what are you talking about?
Oh no,
Yeah, for me too, probably.
That hot,
For who?
hot girlfriend of yours.
Yeah.
I appreciate that compliment
God.
that you're giving her.
She's
But
very cute.
yeah, I think so
In
too.
the words of Tracy Morgan, you better put a baby in her belly.
You know what
Right.
she? You know what she reminds me? Yeah,
Because we're swarming.
we're swarming around. You know what she reminds me of? Like just about every girl I looked at on the porn sites I was looking at last
Right.
night. 'Cause she's got, it was like she has that cute face and everything. And
She's good looking, but she's not on any porn
very
sites.
attractive. But I wasn't implying that, sir. I
Okay.
never would. That's disrespectful, and I would never do that.
I appreciate that.
But she has that cute face and very nice figure.
she does have a nice figure.
Yes.
What is Danny?
Oh my God! Look at that.
That was at a wedding.
Doing with you.
Is that my
Dancing.
wedding?
I
No,
get
that was-
angry when I see that.
That was last weekend.
I'm so mad. That's last weekend?
Yes.
She just gets better looking.
Are you
That's
doing
true.
the
What
tango?
is that?
What's wrong with you in that picture?
Just
Is that
posing.
the tango?
It's a silly picture.
Yeah.
Just a silly pose.
Were you wearing your sport jacket with the anchors on the buttons?
I wasn't wearing a sports jacket.
It's easy to grin. You're wearing Judge Smells jacket.
I looked good at that wedding.
Because I think you wore that to Thans, if I recall.
Did you?
Sam, give away your wrestling tickets.
Okay.
So we can be done with that dumb wrestling thing. For a
Done
while.
with.
Well, the good
That
thing is,
you.
Yeah.
we have 2 tickets to Night of Champions this Sunday night in Philadelphia. Why are you cricketing? It's an amazing pay-per-view with every single WWE championship on the line.
Yeah.
People can go, if you can get to Philly, we're not...
Be more funny.
I'm trying to... I can't. If you can get to Philly, because we're not...
This is going great.
I thought so, too. Because
No shit.
Okay, if we're not providing transportation, so you have to get to Philly on your own. You should care. It's tickets to see Night of Champions. Triple H, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, and your favorite superstars battle for WWE Gold. Night of Champions is this Sunday night on pay-per-view, July 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's only on pay-per-view, but you can go see it live if you call the Opie and Anthony show. We'll give you 2 tickets to Night of Champions. You get to see it all. It's at the Wachovia Center in Philadelphia.
One more time. No, I don't care. I don't care.
Every WWE Championship is going to be on the line. Raw, SmackDown,
I don't care.
They're all going to be there, live and in person, and you can see it. You just got to get down to Philly, go to the Wachovia Center. All you have to do is call the Opie and Anthony Show, 866-WOW-1-WOW. We'll give you 2 free tickets. 2 free tickets to WWE Night of Champions this Sunday, July 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year.
You're not doing
They put
comedy, you're
the tag
aggravating
team
me.
title on the line. They put the world title, the WWE title, everything. So calm down.
Wow, we got to use that clip more often. That thing is great all the way to the end. What were you saying, Sam? I was listening to Ken Me. He's very funny.
Tickets to pay-per-view that's this Sunday.
Asshole.
You can call now and get them.
Okay, faggot. What's next? Asshole.
It's a very nice thing.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
So Sam,
Shut your goddamn pie hole.
make yourself available at 10:30 today, please.
Yeah.
Meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Blatter's office.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Promotion?
Just you.
Promotion.
Oh, that's a laugh. And just me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to
and
be.
Danny, guard the office.
Okay. I don't know why you
Also, bring your ID that
Yeah.
gets you into the building.
Oh, I have it just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just
bring
make
bring
sure
that
that's
to the
on, yeah.
office too.
What, in case Steve wants to go to lunch or something?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
if they want to change
yeah,
the
of
title
course.
on it to, for your promotion.
I like
Yeah.
the way that sounds.
You're being made. Hey,
Hey,
one of
okay.
our own being made.
Like that.
Yeah.
Travis, over here. We go to break with this from Dave Chappelle.
A burp.
No, Bobby Lee next. Stalker Patty. And hopefully not Sam.
Why?
What?
You said not Sam. Hopefully not me.
E-Rock.
E-Rock.
Wait, there's a note outside the studio. What is that?
How are we supposed to read that? Are you crazy?
That's Fat Matt for you.
Fat Matt.
Fat Matt.
Come in. Come in for a second. I
He
bet
put
he's
a
gonna
note
be
against the
angry.
window that just.
He's gonna be angry today. Fat Matt.
Well, look out. We know
Oh,
what this
boy.
guy's all about.
What's
Hello.
up? What's the note?
Yeah, what's the note?
Steve told me to stand in front of the window and hold this note
But
up.
who could read that?
I don't know. He just told me to
You're fucking 20 feet away through a window, and it's written in like light pen.
Ballpoint pen.
Ballpoint pen.
Written
There's
in
a
a
Sharpie around or something?
Ballpoint roller pen.
Steve just scrolled it and handed it to me. Say, here, hold this up.
It's the thinnest pen that they sell.
Yes. Fine point.
If E-Rock was here, he would have used a big fat fucking Sharpie to make
Well, I
that
can't
note.
control everything. I'm in the studio.
Condiments.
Yeah, condiment. You've written it in
That's right.
ketchup.
Hey, whatever. We'd still be able to read the
Read it,
fucking
though.
note.
What does it say?
Not my fault.
Sam, I want to win those tickets.
Whoa. What do you do for him?
Something embarrassing?
You know
Really
you
thought it out.
can't.
I know I can't.
So
Don't
call
you know
the
you
show.
can't? I did. The phone number was busy. A lot of people want to win these.
What are you
Is
doing
it
then?
your
talking?
last pair of tickets?
We only got one pair.
Oh, well.
You know, people associated with the program
Shit.
cannot win this.
I know.
Beat it.
So leave.
Okay.
So quit.
I'll leave.
Quit and then go to a payphone. It's
a rough one.
And you can call.
Oh, well.
Oh, boy.
I so totally nailed him.
That's rough.
What?
All right, we'll go to break with Dave Chappelle. Hopefully Sam will be gone by the time we get back.
See, you
Yeah.
did it again.
Dare to
Did
dream.
what?
You just said hopefully Sam will be gone. I'm standing right here.
Well, because we're going to move on to other things, that's all. 10:30, Steve Blatter's office.
Yeah.
All right. I just ran down the hall. Bobby Lee's having a complete panic attack. He's playing
what's going on
Carolines
with
this
him?
weekend. It's our show. He wants
Our
to come in
show's
here.
giving him panic attacks.
Yeah, he wants to come in and discuss that. And we have Stalker Patty here. And we had a perfect game yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
How do you say his last name again, Danny? Mark
Burley.
Burley, right? Okay, thanks, Travis. Mark Burley had
Shut up, Travis.
a perfect game.
Always on mic.
But this was a very special perfect game because one of his teammates, saved it
Saved it for him right at
by
the end.
grabbing a home run.
Yep.
Mark Burley was perfect, and he's got teammate Dwayne Wise to thank for it.
And
Burley pitched the 18th perfect game in Major League history Thursday, a 5-0 gem over Tampa Bay.
The 2-1 to Bartlett. Swing shot to short. Ramirez has it. Throws. Burley picks the perfect game. His second no-hitter. He now hits the Tampa Bay Rays. People going crazy here at U.S. Cellular. He's mobbed by his teammates. A perfecto.
But there would have been no celebration were it not for Wise earlier in the ninth. With the drama unfolding, he raced to the left center field fence, leapt above the 8-foot-high wall, and took a home run away from Gabe Kapler. Then almost lost the ball on the way down.
Everything was going quick. It was kind of like I caught the ball and hit the wall at the same time, and I couldn't really feel it going to my glove. So as I was falling, I saw it just easy, slowly rolling out of my glove, and that's when I stuck my left hand up there and caught it.
That indeed is a perfect game, by the way.
Yeah.
Not just because perfect by definition, but also it was perfect because then you also got some excitement as the guy's trying to save the perfect game for the pitcher, making it a perfect game.
Perfect
Thank you.
game indeed.
Amazing, right?
That is.
And then the guy catches the home
something.
run ball, and then he almost drops it on the way down. It was just unbelievable.
Boy, that team did help him out, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's like we're watching some of the highlights right now, and wow, because it's not like they weren't getting some pretty legit hits,
Yeah. Where's our perfect
They're
game
just being
pitcher
robbed.
today? Oh, that's right. He's
Oh,
not here.
Nagel?
Yeah, Nagel. As
Where
Danny
is the
laughs.
Nagel?
Danny can't even be part of the
Danny
bit anymore.
Snickers. Snickers at the Nagel.
And then this.
2 outs later, Burley had finished off what was almost unthinkable.
Obviously, it means a lot, but I think it's another thing when you retire and sit back and you see how many perfect games have been thrown in the history and your name's in there. I think that's when you'll sit back and kind of be surprised.
Burley threw 116 pitches and struck out 6 to add the perfecto to the no-hitter he tossed against Texas in April 2007. But this was much more special and earned Burley a call from the White Sox first fan.
Hello? Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
It was. You surprised me by doing that.
It was the first perfect game since Randy Johnson tossed one in 2004, and Sox fans who went to the afternoon game were giddy with what they saw.
It was like electric. It was like electric.
It's
Never
electric.
seen anything like it before in my life.
Unbelievable.
Not only did the fans get to see the masterpiece, the win moved the White Sox within a percentage point of Detroit for first in the American League Central.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a perfect game.
I like it.
Just watching these clips, it's just amazing. They're going through everybody that kind of got a potential hit.
Yeah, there was a few of those that should have been hits, right?
Man.
A couple of them anyway?
Yeah.
He probably would say he didn't have his best stuff, that his team really helped him out.
His team, from what I'm seeing here, it's like they did a great job.
Hell yeah.
Of backing him up.
The only problem I have with the story is the guy calling it a perfecto.
A perfecto.
Ugh. Stephen S. from Bayshore probably just wrote the grossest thing ever on Instant. You read it too?
No, I'm going to go look now.
Naked E-Rock?
Stephen S.
No,
writes, that's
nothing?
pretty good.
All right.
Hey, please make sure you adjust the mic so we can't hear Patty's yeast infection fizzing away the whole show.
Like an Alka-Seltzer? Oh, shit. Hey, that is pretty funny.
And gross, though, man. What the fuck? You want to get Bobby Lee in here? Did he just
Sure.
run away?
Where did he go? Did he run off? No,
He's hiding over
he's
there.
hiding in the corner by
Wait,
the window.
Sam first.
He wants to jump.
Can we play the final countdown every time Sam comes into the studio today?
Because it's kind of
hi,
the
Sam.
final countdown.
We just want to make it special for you.
What?
So you can be added to the list of people that used to work here.
What are you
talking and then,
People that will
and
go
then
like, oh, yeah, we'll keep in touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
No.
Yeah, but
never
this.
see him again.
Well, I don't even understand where this is coming from.
And then you can write your angry article. Oh, my angry interview. My whole life fell apart because they didn't. I couldn't suckle off Opie and Anthony's tits anymore. Fuck yourself.
Now where are we? 8th inning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been just watching this. Oh, broken bat.
Yeah, man. Some
Right,
of those
blinded to third. I know that.
Some of those should have been singles.
Who plays third for the
Oh,
White
look,
Sox?
he's
Jesus
freaking
Christ,
out.
he's pretty good.
1 second.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I told him to just wait.
What happened,
There's
Sam?
a
What's
nice-
going on?
Oh,
I got
my
some
God.
video that I'm posting right after the
It's going
show.
back and it's over the wall. It's going. Oh no! He caught it! Oh my God!
And then he bobbles it on the way down.
That is amazing. Okay, that's fucking amazing.
Wow.
He had to get it out of his glove where it was falling and put it into his bare hand.
People are going to remember.
As he's falling, he didn't grab that from his glove. It came out of his glove. He then grabbed it with his hand.
And people are going to remember that catch more than the actual perfect game.
Damn.
That catch is unbelievable. In other sports news, we're going to get Bobby Lee in here in a second. Roethlisberger responds to the rape allegations, and of course he's going to be fighting that all the way to the end. So there's a definite misunderstanding going on in that situation. In this broadcaster's humble opinion.
This broadcaster.
I love when they say that.
This broadcaster wants to sell you.
Sam, what's going on with Bobby Lee?
He's freaking out.
Why?
Well, he's sitting on the floor outside right now, away from your eye shot. He wants to go back and sit in the office. He's been here for an hour and a half. And he has said that yesterday was the craziest shit he's ever seen in his life.
All right. Well, I can't
It wouldn't
really
have been,
deny
it. Wouldn't have been that crazy if he didn't decide to blow on some guy's dick.
He said you guys should have stopped him. This is bad for his sobriety. And that he said this is not. He wants to do one segment here, plug his gigs, and leave. This is not a fun show for him. he said he has no fun on this show.
Holy shit!
Because we fuck with him every once in a while?
No, because he likes doing other shows like in Nebraska where he can control the room. But here, he's just paranoid trying to make you guys laugh because he thinks maybe you might be funnier than him.
No, he's very funny.
Well, but we are funnier than him. But besides that,
God, don't get him all.
How we could have him control the show? That would be great radio. Huh.
I like that.
What do you want to talk about? Asian stereotypes? Wow.
Bobby Lee needs a Xanax drip.
Bobby.
There he
Here's
is.
Bobby Lee.
How you doing, Bobby?
Hey.
How was your night?
What?
How was your night? Good?
What?
You're a pisser, man.
This endears you to our show. Do you understand that?
No, can I say something?
Yeah.
No offense. I think this is the last time. You know? This is the last time. I mean, honestly, it's the last time.
You can't.
No, because I don't have fun. I don't have fun. It's supposed to be fun. I don't have fun.
It's supposed to be Sam's last day, not yours.
No, but can I just say something though? Let's
Yeah.
All right.
My last day.
What yesterday, like when I did that,
That was fun, right?
Well, no, it was not fun because you. No, I'll tell you why it wasn't fun. Because you're supposed to. You're friends with me, right?
Well, yeah.
You're supposed to stop me.
Not really. We barely know you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We're supposed to stop you and go, no, Bobby.
But dude, because I thought I was bombing. Then I got to do something. I spit on it. Yeah, and then I'm a comedian, and then I couldn't sleep last night because I knew I was going to do the show. I can't live like that. You know what I mean? I can't live like that.
That's how I am every day. I can't sleep because I got to do this fucking show.
How could you think that you were bombing, though? I mean, the situation was you came in, there was a guy that's kind of half retarded, naked, with a heart on.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to tell your jokes?
But that's what I'm saying.
You're
No,
supposed to
first of all,
fire out
I don't
some-
know. I don't.
You're supposed to fire out some funny lines and maybe suck his dick
I did
a little
no. No. But no, but you understand? Like I've done radio before, right? You go into certain markets, and I can walk into a room and I control the room. I'm, I've been television, whatever. You know what I mean? I come in here, you know what I mean? I start shaking like a little leaf, like a leaf.
They're a bunch of
I get
hacks,
scared.
though. Those shows are hacks.
I know, but I come in
You're
here,
big
it's like
boys.
a whole thing. I feel like there's a prank.
Yeah, like it's a
Trickery
punked or something.
No,
yeah.
it's trickery, like shadow play.
Trickery.
You know what I mean?
Chicanery.
Shadow play.
You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? Like, you
Love
know
that song.
Well, yeah, I like Joy Division.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original
but
version's
no,
better than the
I
Killers.
understand what he's saying.
We got to play Shadow Play
do.
by the Joy Division when Bobby Lee runs
deception.
out of here. Yeah.
Anyway,
wait, what is that based on, though? We've been nothing but nice to
No,
you.
I know. No,
This is only your third
it's
time
like
on
third
the
or
show.
fourth time. But I want to say this though, is that when you know when you guys go out there and you say hi to me, Like you always come out, and you go hi, you shake my hand and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't never see you.
No, I don't leave the
You're
seat.
always in here.
I don't leave
But you're
the
like,
chair.
I like it. Like I go, oh, I like Opie. I like Opie a lot. He's a nice guy, right? And I see Jim, I hug him, and when Geraldo and all, I like those guys,
Yeah.
But then when I actually come in here, I can't breathe, and my chest hurts, and I want to go. And I swear to God, like I'm gonna leave right now.
Is that bad? That's
can't
not bad.
But can you plug my show? I gotta sell tickets, man.
You can't leave.
Why?
Because.
No, you know what? Here's another thing, though. Can I say another thing? Can I say another thing? You know why I know there's more trickery going on? Who the hell is that lady?
That's Stalker
No,
Patty.
I know, but I asked who that. No. No, I asked who she was, and people were like, "That's Stalker Patty," and she used to live under a bridge, and I go, that's when it started. I couldn't breathe.
No, she used to live at the radio station.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Under the stairs.
Yeah, I don't like it.
With a stuffed rabbit.
There she is. Oh my God.
Stalker Patty, can you get naked for Bobby?
No. Opie. Please.
I would like to spare him.
Yeah. Hi.
I would like to spare him. Listen how she
He's
talks. It's
scared
very
to
funny.
death. He's
She got little
shaking.
she got little
Patty out of
chiclet
here.
teeth.
Well, I'm a man. I'm a man.
I don't like this chemistry. I want to talk to Bobby a little. Get her out of here.
Why?
We'll get to her in a second.
Whatever
What
it is.
happened? What happened right there?
We could just throw her out
really?
anytime we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She'll just sit there, though. No, don't feel bad.
Oh,
for her.
okay. What is
She's a
that?
little trolley woman.
She's an old hooker, though. She'll blow you for $10.
No. I don't do that no more.
She's actually a 50. How old is she now? 55 or
53,
something like
4,
that.
somewhere around
She's
there.
a
She's
virgin.
She's not a virgin.
You want to smell her pussy?
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to smell it.
I don't want
to see it.
You want to spit on it?
No, I don't want to spit on it. I don't do any of that, Anthony.
So what was wrong with yesterday? No.
All right, first of all,
hold on. The feedback we got on you was amazing. People like, holy shit, Bobby Lee. Oh, you're a little loud? Hold on, Bobby.
Okay.
Back off on the mic.
You're fine. It was a setting.
All right.
All right. People said you were great on the show yesterday, and they're like, you got to have this guy back.
Yeah.
So you blew on a guy's dick.
Okay, can I just say? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something. Okay.
Yeah.
I go on Facebook last night in my hotel, right? And people in my private messages going, "What are you doing? You gay? What's going on?" You know what I mean? And I don't need that in my life.
No,
you know what I mean? I got problems. You know what I mean? And that's a new problem.
But
and it's all because of you guys. Let me just say this.
misunderstood.
Anthony, can I say something else? That last year when I was here and you guys played the rabbit prank.
What rabbit prank?
You know what
the
rabbit
bunny
prank
rabbit.
and the earthquake and all that. Don't deceive me. I was there. All right? I don't know why you're laughing, dude. I don't know why you're laughing, but let me just say something. I couldn't literally sleep for 2 weeks.
An earthquake.
It turned into a panic attack, and then later it became anger.
Wow.
And what are you doing, Yang?
Nothing. I don't do anything.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I just hold it inside me. It turns into a boil
He
or something.
just bees angry.
Yeah. So it's like what I'm saying to you is that
You get
today,
panicky, though? You
Yeah,
get
I'm
panicky?
panicked right now. So I'm just going to keep talking.
You're quickly becoming my favorite person on earth.
This is what I'm saying right now. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna plug my shows for the club.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my goodbyes,
Lock
right?
the door, Sam.
And then it's gonna be great.
And
And
then
then
that's
next year
it.
I come back, and then let me see if I'm gonna do it again. I
Like
don't
you'll
know.
forget over a year.
Yeah, I probably won't forget because I forgot about it last time.
You're like an
Yeah.
LA guy. You're out west.
What do you mean? What does that
And
mean?
they'd be like, "Oh, O&A, yeah, I'll do this show. I
LA
did it.
guy, what
I
is that?
remember."
We don't
doing
let
it."
LA guys in here for the most part.
Oh, thank you.
You're one of the rare
Like, oh.
exceptions.
I remember their show. Yeah, I'll do it. And then you come in and realize, oh my God, it's that show.
Wait, we have a clip from the earthquake incident.
No, I don't want to see it.
It was the real earthquake that happened in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did? No, because I saw him on Kimmel. That's why.
You best not fuck.
Bobby, where you
with
going?
He's turning. You all right?
Yeah.
Where you going? Where you
I
going?
started having a panic attack, man.
Why?
No, I started breathing. I started sweating. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Why are you
What's wrong?
panicking?
I had a breathing thing.
So we'll fucking
One of
deal with it.
Xanax or
I have
something?
weird breathing things
No, I just
too.
started getting like I was like.
He's
the
sweating.
walls were
He
coming in
turned
and stuff.
red.
They're not
and
coming in. They're fine.
All right.
No,
He was freaking out because we weren't talking about him.
No, that's not what it was, man. It was
jeez.
the whole thing came cooking,
Wow.
and all of a sudden I don't know what was going on. And then
You want
I
a
started
Vicodin?
breathing problems.
Oh,
No, he's
jeez.
sober.
Dude, he's sweating really bad, and he turned. Your color came back. You were a different color. You were red.
Yeah.
Now I'm yellow again.
You might be better not being sober.
No.
Some people do better.
Oh my God! Don't say
No, why do you
that.
say something like that?
I'm just saying,
Will you be
like-
my sponsor?
I think
be my sponsor.
some people do better
Yeah.
when they're drinking.
No, I don't. I honestly, I literally gain weight and I carry a knife and I get really weird.
Oh, like Jimmy.
Yeah, like
said
Jimmy.
the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He, like,
So I'm
grabbed
better
the knife
sober,
and-
and let me tell you something right now.
Yeah.
I'm only like this with you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Every other time you're fine.
I'm totally fine. I control things.
That's a
Now
compliment.
you're like this. You're talking very fast. It's like
Yeah. I don't know why I do that here.
Well, I think it's probably the anxiety.
Yeah.
I've had anxiety.
So
attacks
I'm
before.
going to play
They're not
Caroline's.
fun.
I'm playing Caroline's.
Yes, Caroline's.
Two shows tonight.
Bobby,
2 shows Saturday.
We just got
and a
some
show on
surprises for you. Relax.
Sunday. All right.
We're gonna get through this. And where are you running off to? There's nowhere to run off.
I got to go to sleep.
Oh, that is
You got
nice.
the whole day to sleep.
All right.
That is a nice
Why are you blocking
idea.
the door? I can get through you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Jesus.
Fucking what? Sam is going to block the door. Look at him.
What are you, The Rock? What is going on
There's
here?
a
I can do
twink
it.
at the door.
Yeah.
You got a prostitute story for us that I just heard?
Who, me?
Yeah. Tell him.
Well, which one do you want?
The one you just
I
told me.
don't want to talk because my fans don't know that I do stuff like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you've
it's like I
got
have
one?
friends, I have fans that are kids, and I can't tell them that I went to Tijuana a bunch of times and did crazy things with wooden
Tijuana.
ladies, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be? I'd be scared to go to another country, even though it's still.
Oh, it's the
you know,
best.
it's
Let me
just-
tell you something. If you're ever in
it's South
Tijuana, you
Col-
got to go here, all right? You got to go to Adelita or Chicago Club.
Chicago
They're
Club.
adjacent from each other,
But
right?
they're nowhere near Chicago.
I know they're not, but listen to me, okay? Let me tell you something. Adelita is where all the leaf blower Mexicans go. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all that stuff, right?
Right.
And the other one is where the white people go, like Marines and stuff, but they're both fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
And the girls are good?
Oh, my God. They fly them from all over South America.
Oh, okay. So you
Brazilians.
like Brazilians
There's
and
Asian
stuff like
ones.
that.
It's
Okay,
incredible.
all right.
But
I was just
Bobby-
thinking
Yeah,
you
I
get,
don't
like,
do that anymore because
Tijuana
I'm on a spiritual path.
Yeah, of course.
But
I'm on a new path.
Ant, he gets panic attacks all the time, but you're willing to do that?
I've done crazy things. It's not that. It's just that I come in here and I don't like it when people. I think there's tricks.
Yeah.
You know, that's
And the
all.
whole thing with a panic attack is its randomness. And it doesn't have to do with, you're doing something crazy.
Right.
It's going to give you a panic attack. Sometimes you just get it.
How about this? Bob?
Yeah, Opie.
How about this?
Yes.
We'll make a deal with you.
What?
You take a look at Stalker Patty naked, 53, 54,
Okay.
virgin, and then we'll let you go.
We could do that.
Okay, but I'm not going to touch her or anything.
He's
like
thinking
that.
that, no.
Okay.
But how much fun was yesterday for real?
It was
We
weird.
were laughing so fucking
No, I was
hard.
laughing at the
Oh,
time.
Was it weird?
I
I'll be
woke
the
up
first to admit it was weird.
not
I
sure
felt
that
weird
it
all
was.
day
You didn't
yesterday.
spit on him like I did, man.
No, you did. That was great.
Hey, I didn't raise my hand.
I woke up wondering if that had really happened.
Yeah, me too.
Like I was like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
And then I realized, yes, it did, and I felt very bad.
Well, that's never happened to me before, and I just this show.
That's weird. They just
It
closed
was
the
good,
curtains.
but when you
Why are they
Jesus
closing the
Christ. Oh, no. So-
Bobby,
No, Bobby, it's okay.
That's
It's okay, Bobby. They just closed the curtains because if there's any sex going on, if there's any nudity in here, they don't want people in the hallway seeing it.
No. Why? Why did you do that?
Because if somebody walks by and
Yeah.
sees nudity in the
Oh,
studio,
okay.
they can have us fired.
Turn the lights down. You all right with the lights down?
Yeah.
Did someone turn the lights down? Don't play. Oh my God! You put the video up.
You want to see that?
No.
The video
from yesterday.
No.
Well, what bothered you about yesterday?
Everything.
Because I walked into it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It didn't just gradually unfold.
Sure.
Right.
It was like,
you know something? Yeah, you were.
it's like, Bobby, you're going to Nam, and then I'm just flown
No
in there
boot
right
camp,
that day.
no
boot camp,
anything.
nothing.
Like,
you know what I mean?
you weren't even in the
I
military.
need training.
They just
you know what I
grabbed
mean?
you off the street
Yeah,
and sent you to Vietnam.
Straight to Vietnam. Here's a gun, good luck. And I'm in a foxhole. I don't like it. Now, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If this girl, if she touches me.
No.
But Anthony, if she touches me,
Yeah.
I'm out. And let me tell you something.
I agree.
You will never see me again.
You know something?
But I love you.
Yeah.
And I love you. And you guys are talented guys.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
So you're a very talented guy, and you're going to be at Caroline's.
Yeah.
When are you going to be at Caroline's?
Tonight, 2 shows. Saturday, 2 shows. And Sunday, and I'm out.
Nice.
All right. Hey, Bobby.
Whole weekend.
We all know you from Mad TV. You held up that show for years, right?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, Opie.
What are you up to now?
I'm doing the road.
I'm
man.
asking you a real question.
Yeah, literally, I'm doing the road, and I did it. You know, I'm
Do
just
you do
doing
movies or anything else?
I have a couple lines in a movie in August. Yeah.
Because your visual shit is hilarious.
They only
It
give me
needs
2
to-
lines. These
needs
movies.
to be. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You need.
Is it because I'm small and Asian? I don't know, man. What do you think it is, though?
I don't know, but when they showed me a still picture yesterday that I was laughing my balls off at. It was you dressed up like, who was he dressed
John
up?
McCain, I
John
think,
McCain.
right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That was really good. No, I'm saying.
No, I'm thinking, Anthony.
Really.
I appreciate it.
You know what? There's
That
one
was
Asian
fucking
guy in
really
Hollywood
funny.
getting all the work.
It's that kid.
That is hysterical.
Yeah,
It's because the
it's
Asian.
Ken.
Who is you
Ken
know? him?
Jeong. Oh yeah. And
Is he the one that was in Hangover with
yeah.
the tiny
penis? And let me tell you,
minuscule
can I tell you
dick
something?
with
Can
the
I tell you
big
something?
pubis hair
Him and I
area?
almost got in a fist fight.
Why?
Really?
I can't talk about it because it'll blow up in my face. And this is a popular radio show.
So let's go. Let's get this done for you.
Okay, let me just say something. Okay, this kid, right? His name is Ken Jeong.
He looks like an old dude.
I know, but he's a good friend of mine. He used to be a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
All right. And I put him on 16 sketches at Mad TV. When
He was on Mad TV?
Oh, like as my sidekick. You know, when no one wanted the guy.
Okay.
Right? He gets Apatow movies, this and that. Then he got in my face in San Francisco saying, like, You know what I mean? You're coming back to beg for my friendship because I didn't talk to him for a while. And he's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like he had a sense of like, I'm the new guy now. You know what I mean? You're done and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, and then Hollywood gave him every movie. Like he's in The Goods coming up, and I'm literally, you know, spitting on people's penises.
He was in Role Models.
He was in Role Models.
That
he
guy,
was
right?
in
Hangover.
Knocked Up.
Was he in Knocked Up?
Yeah, he played a doctor. Knocked Up. He's in The Goods.
But well, at least this
that guy.
Yeah, he's in everything.
But he's a talented guy.
I saw him in Tora, Midway.
Yeah.
Bobby, that's your roles. That's got to piss you off.
Man.
No, I don't care.
I could see you in the Hangover role. That would have been hilarious.
I know, Opie, but I can't even get in the doors.
Why?
I don't know. I have the
You're
biggest
a funny motherfucker.
I have the biggest agency in town. I have CAA. I can't even get in the door, bro.
I don't know him as well as I know you.
Yeah.
I would, but my dumb knowledge, you're way funnier.
I know, but what can I do?
I mean, he does well.
No, he's a talented guy.
And what he does in Hangover is hilarious, but it's a sight gag.
Yeah.
I got a small, tiny penis with a lot of fucking pubis hair.
Yeah.
That's why they laugh, not because he's a funny guy.
I know, but still, people don't know the difference.
I know.
They see his penis, that's funny, you know what I mean? I'll show my penis, you know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Relax.
But my point is...
Relax about showing the penis.
I'm
right?
sorry.
We're getting
Opie.
along now.
I'm sorry.
We're getting along for
All
the
right.
first time in 3 appearances.
But
Let's
what's going on now?
I don't want to tell you.
All right, what's going on now?
I know what you just did, though.
What did I do?
That was really nice.
I'm setting you up, right?
No, what you're doing is this.
Yeah.
You took my mind this way. Yeah. And I'm like, this is a regular thing.
Yeah, we're doing regular radio.
But then that's
As the lights
deception.
go down.
Yeah, that's deception. And there's going to be a surprise. Right? I know what it is.
I can't wait to play Shadow Play after this.
Yeah.
God damn.
Joy Division, though, right?
I love Joy Division.
Although the Killers did a good job with the song.
Yeah. I like them, too.
You can turn up the lights a little bit.
Okay, turn it up a
come
little
on.
bit.
You see all the shadowy people out there
it's
through the
shadowy.
curtain?
Jesus.
It's shadowy.
All right, so the deal is if you see Stalker Patty naked, then we could, move on.
Okay.
Promote your gigs.
Okay, good.
And get you out of here.
Okay, good.
Unless you want to talk normal for a little longer.
No, that's fine. We're doing great.
What other normal stuff you want to talk about? How long have you been sober?
6 years.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
No, there is no. Opie, there is no problem. You know what I mean? There is no problem.
You just want to make sure you continue down that path. And what do you mean by spiritual?
What I mean that is, it's like I just want to be a good guy. You know what I mean? I don't want
What do you mean? Are you doing some religion? You're doing some
No,
yoga?
you know, I go to
the
the AA meetings.
Okay.
And they have spiritual principles in it. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I just try to follow the thing. I don't really believe in it, really, but I just do it just because I don't want to die. You know?
I guess a lot.
It's helping you out.
Yeah, Anthony, I don't want to die.
No, who does?
No.
What was your poison? Or you
Vicodin, dude. I was doing 35 Vicodins a day, Brett Favre style.
Really?
Yeah, and
what do you mean Brett Favre style?
He did a lot of Vicodin.
What did it do for you?
Do we know that for real?
Yeah, he did 30 or 40 a day.
Really?
Documented?
Yeah, documented.
I have no idea.
What?
Documented.
Documented.
I said it Asian.
How?
Sorry. Sometimes I do that, slip into it. Documented. Oh, real funny. It's the one thing when they get nervous.
I know, right?
Russell Brand.
Do you mind stereotypical humor?
I don't. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Do you mind? It was mostly on Mad TV.
Well, no, some of it was. No, but
I guess I was just trying to get his opinion.
I know.
I think I was just trying to get his opinion in general because, in the radio world, you can't do it on regular radio. You get fired now, which is completely ridiculous.
Listen, I'm very comfortable with who I am. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem dating any kind of woman, and I'm very confident. So I don't. That race stuff doesn't bother me.
Okay.
They say you have a small penis. I don't care.
Do you really though?
Yeah, I'm quick.
You got that
I'm quick
stereotype?
though. You know what I mean? Like a rabbit. You know what I mean? And that's my talent. Talent. You know what I mean? Black guys, they lug it around like a big gun. Me,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And they go,
just as much damage.
Ooh.
So you could do just as much damage.
Yeah.
Then the rat-tat-tat, then the boom, boom, bang.
Power
bang.
hump. That's what I call it. I like to lock my shoulders in like this and go like down. You have to bring them down like that. And white chicks, they don't even know what's up. They go, oh my God, it's Eastern. You know what I mean? It's from the Orient.
You get from the Kama Sutra.
Yeah.
You get a lot of pokes at that shit.
Yeah, it's great, man. You know?
35 Vicodin, really?
Yeah.
Did you have
Dude, okay, let me tell you something.
Did you have an incident that turned it around?
Yeah, can I tell you my last? This is
we love those stories.
Check this out. Okay, this is what happened. I was taking 35 a week, and then Mad TV and Fox gave me intervention, which is embarrassing. It was Thursday night. Executives. I'm wearing a sweater. I have boils on my face. I'm shaking. They're like, "You're going to get fired from the show." And they go, "Can you do one more live, and then we're going to send you to rehab?" I go, "Okay." So the Thursday before the live, which is Friday, right? I threw all my Vicodin away. I flushed it down the toilet. I show up at work the next day, and I'm shaking. Spiders are crawling out of my skin, right? And I had to do a Connie Chung sketch in front of a live audience. So they put makeup on me. You know what I mean? I'm sweating it off, right? I have the dress on and everything. I get in front of 500 people, right? TV cameras, right? And I have my legs crossed, and the lights dim down. They go 5, 4, 3, 2, action. The lights turn on. I see the audience, and I go, "Good evening." And poop ran down my stocking.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
then I hear cut.
You
And
shit
the producers,
yourself.
the producers came out and they go, "You're doing it." And so the poor wardrobe is wiping the shit off my legs. Ari Spears is going, "Man, it smells like shit, mofo." You know what I mean? And literally, and when I left that sketch, I literally thought I would never see those people again.
Well, I would have thought the same thing.
I thought I was done,
That's
but you
a
know what
firing
happened? I got
offense.
sober like the next day was my last day. And I
That
started
is
going
kind
to
of hitting
meetings.
bottom when you shit yourself
on television.
On
It's
on
the
live
worst. Ask Connie
television.
Chung. Yeah.
As dressed as a woman.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
So it was my bottom.
Damn. How'd you get so caught up in the Vicodin?
Well, when I was
Everyone
younger,
blames an injury.
What?
Everyone blames an injury.
No, for me it was like it started with Valium, right, and then it just progressed to Vicodin.
Why? Because it just felt good.
It made
was
me feel
like,
euphoric. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
like euphoria.
kinda nice.
Yeah, I like euphoria.
Euphoria is euphoric.
Yeah, it's
It
nice.
really
It's nice.
is
That's-
nice.
Yeah.
Why? It is very nice. How come all the things that make you feel good are bad? I don't understand that.
Yeah, but you know what? What you don't understand, Anthony, is what you're doing now is
Yeah.
it makes you feel good, and it's not bad.
No, it is, but the waking up part sucks.
Yeah, that's
like it's too early.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I could do this at like 9 at night, it'd be great.
Perfect.
Yeah, but then they won't pay me as much.
Yeah,
which sucks. It's
But what's
bad.
great, there's a lot of stand-up sober, which I feel comfortable about. I can't call them out, but my
Did
point
you
is,
think your stand-up was going to suffer if you weren't on drugs or?
No, it's gotten better.
No, but beforehand, were you like, if I stop doing?
I thought, dude, Pauly Shore, Jamie Masada in the L.A. clubs called me and said, "You're out. You're banned from the clubs."
Oh, really?
I thought I was out of the game.
Okay, you were that bad?
I was that bad. And then, as I got sober, I got back into the clubs, and
Were
I
you
stayed on the
shutting
show
on
for
the
6 more years.
stages all over the country? It's
Yeah.
like,
No, I
and
was
now, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby.
No, I got
Shit on
5
someone's
comics addicted to Vicodin. 'Cause I would
Really?
pass it out. Yeah, I can't name
Well, you
who
don't
they
wanna
are, but like
be all
they
fucked
were
up alone.
They were
Well,
real.
name one.
No. But they were real. No, See, that's what I mean. But they're real, like entities, like real big kind of people. You know what I mean? And
Really?
I got them all.
They
fucked
still
up.
got
Just
problems?
check this out. No,
Oh
you
no,
never
one
did
of them
this
does.
before.
Yeah, he's about to die. You know
It's
what I
like,
mean? And what can I do though?
Oh yeah, okay, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
About to die.
Well, you know,
Comic about to die because of Bobby Lee. Let me think.
No.
What?
You don't know.
Blind item,
Blind item.
blind eye column. You know. Thing.
So anyway,
Blind item
is it now? Are we done?
Wait.
column.
I thought we calmed you down. I thought this was going well.
No, I
Hold on, we got
came
someone
back
that wants to help you relax.
All
For
right, who
real.
is it?
Lydia, Oceanside.
Oh, this
Don't
friggin'
listen to her
shrink.
horrible voice. She's smart. Lydia.
Hi, guys. Perfect timing. I'm about to walk into a psychiatric hospital to see a patient.
Oh, really? What do you got for Bobby to
be a
make him
patient?
relax?
I wanted to say that if he's going to see Stalker Patty nude, I think he needs to start with this subjective muscle relaxation right now.
How do you do that?
Do you know that? What is it?
Yeah, he has to close his eyes and start with each body part. Start with his toes and just keep his eyes closed and breathe deeply till he can't feel his toes anymore. And then keep going up. If I had time, I would walk him through
Well, I'll
it.
fall
I'm
asleep
sorry.
if I do that. I
It's not working.
I know
It's not
what
working.
you mean.
It's not working.
Like start with your toes and then all the way up to like top of your head, pretty much. You just relax every muscle and then breathe, and you wind up falling asleep.
That's exactly right.
Or you could just listen to Lydia babble on and fall asleep too.
That's right. I could bore you to death, too.
That's what I meant,
Okay,
Lydia.
sorry, guys.
All right, Lydia,
Peace
thank
out.
you. All right, it's time
Thank you,
for
dear.
Stalker Patty. Turn the lights on.
Wow, she's changed. Oh, that's an intern.
Oh. Stalker Patty's coming.
Weenie. Yeah.
Patty,
It's all right.
now, could you get naked for Bobby
No,
Lee?
why don't you move over there? No, don't use Bobby's mic, you
this is
friggin'
my mic.
maniac.
Yeah.
I'll at least wow them, and it's not even Wednesday. You know what Whip It Out Wednesday is?
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Whip 'em-
Everyone
I
that said
know,
Whip It
I
Out
know,
Wednesday has been a
I-
dummy.
It's
Yeah,
too
but
bad.
do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, she's
Oh,
gonna
it's the
take control now.
greatest,
She's
greatest
doing this.
radio
Great.
promotion in the world. You've never seen it?
Can you
Listen
do
to that voice.
it? Can you do it, please?
Oh,
You got to get
Yeah, she
completely
doesn't
naked.
oh, not completely, but I'll wow them.
No, well, it's too bad it's going to be your last appearance on the show.
Oh,
Right, Sam? That's right.
what do you want me to do?
Oh, there's the line. Wow, that's one of your catchphrases from the song. What do you want me to do?
Hold on. Take the shorts off first. It's all right, Bob.
Don't worry, she doesn't have
We'll
a dick.
get through this.
And it's gonna be great.
She should have a dick, but
No, I don't.
Patty, how old are you?
54.
And she wears all our merchandise. Isn't that great? The
Yeah,
O&A panties,
all she can
the O&A
afford.
shirt.
She comes here to shop. This is like fucking Armani for her. All the T-shirts and.
How old are you? 54, you said?
Yes.
And you're still a virgin?
Yes, I am.
Are you closer to having sex with anyone?
Well, I joined PlentyOfFish.com, and I saw about.
All right.
I got about 50 matches so far.
PlentyOfFish.com.
What's wrong with that? It's
free site.
It's a
free
great
site.
website.
Get
I
me to
love it.
PlentyOfFish.com.
Yeah, let's go
As in
there. I wanna
Plenty
see
of
what
Fish
kind
in
of-
the Sea.
I'm on Plenty of Fish.
You are.
Yeah.
Isn't.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
I got 50 matches, I'll have you know, and I
Yeah.
might even have more.
Wow.
Did you connect with any of these matches?
Well, I want to write letters to about 3 of them that I saw that interested me.
There are probably 49 of them from prison.
Oh, my God.
No.
Please tell me, please, even just let Danny know. I need to know who's interested in you. Now I got to see.
I know.
I got to see what
these
they
guys.
wrote.
I'll go on the website. I got my password
My
in my bag.
My password.
I got my password.
Yeah, let me put my shorts back on, go out there,
White
get my book
female
with my
with
passwords in it.
Chiclet teeth looking for same.
Just take your old school wrestling shorts and walk out.
No, I'm just gonna. I need to get the password. I don't
going
have
on
my
now? What's going on
password
now? She looks like Bruno
memorized.
Sammartino when she takes her.
Things changed,
shorts
Bobby.
off.
What happened?
Things
What happened?
I know she was supposed to.
I thought you were going to do it.
But then she all of a sudden got us onto this PlentyOfFish.com.
We gotta know
but
more
now
about
we got to know
Plenty of
more
Fish.
about this before the show ends. So
Go get your stupid password.
Go get your stupid password. Sign up.
Okay, but
because we want to see your
All right,
matches now.
yeah.
Bobby, we're doing okay.
No, I'm doing
We're
great.
going to turn
See,
this thing
the
around.
weird thing about this show is it's no set track.
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
it's
I get that.
very
I get that,
free
Anthony.
form.
Yeah, I get that.
We're all over the place.
What do you like about...
Some people would call it disorganized.
Why you like other radio out there? This is the only radio.
This is the best radio.
This is the only radio.
It's the only one, but let me tell you something, right? It was about control, is what I'm saying.
You're like the guys that come in and go, "Hey, it's Bobby Lee, everybody. You know him from Mad TV. He's going to
Yeah,
be
and
playing
then I literally
Carolines
just take
all
over
weekend
because
long.
I don't.
Bobby, what's going on?
Yeah, because I don't respect them, so I just go in and roll them over. Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
just sit there and do that, and you roll.
Make a promise to us right now you're not going to do anybody else's show.
Why?
Well, that's crazy, man.
Why?
That's stupid. I'm going to do it.
Jesus Christ.
Why would you even say something like that? I'm going to do it.
Good luck next time you're on this
He
show.
does things
What?
like this all the time, and it embarrasses me.
I know, that's why I do it.
What are you doing?
She's putting her
That's my
code down.
name on it.
Oh, good. Great. I can
All
only
right,
imagine
Plenty of
what
Fish.
you're...
All right, start getting naked while we find your password.
Yeah, go ahead.
Show Bobby the goods.
I want to see the good
Take
things.
off your pants, all right? Hey, lady.
Okay, dice.
All right. Yeah. No, everyone knows who.
Are you a fan of Bobby Lee, by the way?
What?
Are you a fan of Bobby Lee?
I've never heard of him.
Oh, my
Sorry.
God. You never
I
watched
don't
Mad
know
TV?
you.
You never watched
It's
Mad
okay.
TV?
Don't.
What's wrong with you?
It's okay.
Do you have a TV?
I do.
What do you
but
watch?
Oh God, Lifetime Channel, History Channel.
Okay. Well,
We saw that already. What is this?
he's not on Lifetime Channel.
No, we're going further, Bobby.
Oh, okay.
There will be digits going in her vagina by the end of this. What? Oh, Danny, sorry.
You don't even have a picture up here, Patty?
Oh, I don't.
That's
know
why you got so
no
many
wonder you
people
got so many.
Oh, there you go. No,
Oh, there it is. Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
What are you doing there, Patty?
That's my cat.
Crazy cat lady,
Yeah, crazy cat
looking
lady.
for man that does not like sex. What is it? What does she say?
Dan, what could you
New
find
York
so
City. Her sign is Gemini. She says she's 5'3". Her age is 54.
She put her height in centimeters.
Well, that's for the European unclipped cock. I like that too.
It says, I'm a fan of Opie and Anthony. the
Yes,
first line
we're
there.
on there. Good, good. All about me. I'm a fan of the Opie and Anthony and the Ron and Fez show on XM Sirius Radio. I work as a barista at Starbucks. I love the Beatles, especially John Lennon's work, enjoy concerts, visiting museums, and I'm a real music fan. I can sing and have a good voice. I like long walks. You didn't put that. Long walks, love Central Park, and I'm an animal lover. You put animal lover there.
Yeah.
You do understand that.
Yeah, I know I did. It's you know.
Is that funny? That's supposed to show you a sense of humor?
Yeah.
I'm a sincere person, quiet but not shy, and just wants to get to know more people and make new friends. First date. A quiet dinner in a fun restaurant where we can talk, and I love seafood.
Bubba Gump. You can go to Bubba Gump.
Is an idea for a first date. I also like music and can fancy a really cool concert. Recently saw Fleetwood Mac, and I loved it. Afterward, a leisurely walk through Central Park where a Negro could bash us on the head with a cinder block.
I enjoy a good wilding.
Just something simple.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting when they date you. Just something simple.
You know what? When she's nude, maybe she could sing a little Fleetwood Mac for Bobby Lee.
Yeah. Landslide. I want Landslide, please.
You know how to sing Landslide?
I don't know. I would have to hear the song. I just know a couple of their songs.
What song do you know?
Song you know?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Stand back, stand back, stand back.
That's Stevie Nicks. That's
yeah,
so
wait, go back where you are.
Fleetwood
Yeah.
Mac.
Oh, I know that.
That's fine. Yeah,
Dude, here's she's seeking a man for dating. Do you drink? She says, no. You're a liar. I've seen you drink and get fucking drunk.
Oh,
No.
At Bar 9? You never drank at Bar 9?
No, I have never.
You didn't drink at the St. Patty's Day thing?
I just had a little white Zinfandel, but that's not drinking.
Yes, it is.
I only had one.
You can write better shit.
No, this is incredible.
I mean, a little wine doesn't make you a
couldn't put
drinker.
occasionally there? You couldn't put occasionally or very light drinker or social drinker?
Well, because I really don't.
All right, well, okay.
I
Profession
hate beer.
barrister. Go back up. All right. Smarts, which I guess is schooling. Some college.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means I attended.
Community.
No,
I thought you said you had a
Wagner
degree.
College.
Wagner, okay.
Yeah, so I got a degree.
BA Speech and Theater is a real degree. With a minor in music.
Here's my
a little
favorite.
education.
All right, shut up. Here's my favorite. Do you want children? She puts prefer not to say. How about you have no say? Your womb preferred to say no years ago.
The factory's closed.
Yes, exactly. That shut down like a Detroit auto company. That's done. What do you mean prefer not to say?
Well,
Why did you put that?
Well, if I were to meet somebody later on and they had kids, I wouldn't mind them. It'd be awesome.
Oh,
But,
sure.
What do you mean
I
by
didn't even
later
think
on?
of it that way.
At the funeral home?
that.
Later on, you don't have a later on.
Yeah, there's not much
You get to
later
a
on.
point in your life where you realize I don't have a later on. It's
No.
now or never.
I'm 54. I probably have about 50 years left.
50
years? What?
You're 104 years old. You're going to be.
Yeah, you don't live in Okinawa.
What do you think?
Well, let me tell you something. People are living longer.
What do you eat, yogurt?
You
in
are
Russia?
delusional. Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
Soviet Georgia.
I eat a lot of healthy things. I don't.
But Patty,
eat
your
junk.
body isn't going to look like anything at 104.
Yeah, what do you think? You're
So
gonna,
what?
What do you think your quality of
I'll
life will be?
age gracefully.
Who the fuck's
It's too
going
late,
to want to
you
have
haven't.
sex with a wrinkly old Stalker Patty?
Oh, boy.
Use that body now.
Yeah, do it now.
Yeah, I'd use that.
You should do it now.
As in
Before
right
you
now,
lose
Bobby.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to see
Bobby,
it.
pull your pants
Yeah.
down right now.
Oh,
Right
God.
now.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Let her
Oh,
rip.
wait.
Oh, my
did
God.
What are you
we
wearing, a
get any
sports
of her
bra?
responses yet? I want to see what these guys
Yeah,
are
what are the
saying
guys
back to
writing?
her.
No, I'm just. This is just her profile. So if she wanted to she'd have to log in and
Log in, Patty.
All right, get naked and
Let's
then you
see.
can log in.
Yeah,
get naked.
log
first,
in
Patty.
naked.
Get naked.
Why?
Yeah.
Bobby wants to see.
Bobby love.
Oh.
It's nice.
Bobby
It's
wins.
only a
Bobby
show,
wins the
okay?
bit.
It's nice.
It's only
really
a show.
nothing. I'm not really like this.
It's okay.
It's so
only a
easy to
show.
get her
It's
naked.
showbiz.
I remember the days it took for a long time.
She
to get her
should
naked.
absolutely be following
Is that a
Reese's
knife
Pieces
wound?
through
What
the
is
woods.
that?
Yeah, what's
What?
The stomach. There's a knife wound?
yeah? What's that?
Yeah, what is
It's
that?
Appendicitis when I was 8.
Okay.
They take it out with a spade shovel.
I don't remember. I was just under the ether.
Well, ether. What hospital did you go to? The ether.
Hey, I was 8 years old in '63. They used
put leeches
ether.
up. They did not use ether.
Yes, they did in 1963. Yes.
Holy shit! You watch too much Bugs Bunny. They didn't use ether. They had anesthesiologists
Does Matt like Stalker Patty
that would
topless?
administer an anesthesia. Ether is you're a maniac.
All right.
I want to give you ether now.
Let's get. Hey Matt,
This isn't naked.
do you like
it's not
Patty
naked. That's partially nude.
No, not
That is
really.
how they should find your body. Partially nude in a shallow grave.
Alien
Yeah.
autopsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time. It's been said a million
The
times.
breasts are okay.
Huh?
The breasts are okay.
Yeah, they could be a lot worse.
Yeah, they could
for
be a lot
her
worse.
age.
I would
You're
have
right.
to give her above average for her age.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
her age.
I was
54 years
expecting
old. Are
like
you kidding me?
beef jerky or something.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
take
54-year-old.
care of myself.
Well, how do you
How do you take care of your
tits?
breasts?
You eat right. I'm not fat.
What do you eat for your tits? What's good tit food?
Yeah,
Vegetables and lots of them, and
Eric?
fruit.
Call back.
Ugh. Must be. Oh, Eric, just call up B-Rock and see what he eats. Good, Danny.
Come on,
God
Patty.
damn.
You can't keep the boobs in shape. They're either going to fall or
Yeah,
they're not going
it's
to fall.
gravity.
You got a little,
What do you do? A handstand every other day? You walk on your hands?
No, it's just that I happen to be very lucky, I guess. I don't know.
No, don't, slow down.
Patty, at 23, when you were 23, you must have been attractive, kind of, right?
You
Why
saw
wouldn't you
an
have
old
sex
photo
then?
of me. Because I was in with this religious group and they messed me up.
Oh, yeah.
At least she's admitting it finally.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Yeah.
get her out there, believe it or not, Bobby, and
Yeah.
enjoy her life as a human being. But so far,
Well,
we're getting her
this is one
closer.
way of doing it. I hope
All right,
to
pull your
meet
pants
somebody there.
Yeah, pop your friggin' password in there because I want to see who these guys are that are responding. God, they got to be gems.
Oh, my God.
I bet they are just.
I'm going to pass on the vagina, I think.
Where's
Are you?
What's wrong,
I'm just going to pass on it.
I don't know.
I just want to.
This
I just want
isn't
to.
I don't think this is
is
a
enough, I
game
think,
show,
for me.
Bobby.
I can't pass on it?
I don't think this is a game show where we can pass.
It's not Family
play.
Feud? It's not Family Feud?
Not
I can't
Family
go
Feud.
pass?
Bobby, let's walk you through this.
You rang the buzzer the second the door opened, and now you got
No,
to play.
because if I look at her vagina, it's like abalone. I can't deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's like abalone?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, right. If
You know, it
things
sticks
are
out.
hanging-
Yeah,
right.
I don't like that.
I don't think so. I think
right.
from what I've seen.
But if she's a virgin, it's probably a slit, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a slit there. Don't you hate that exploded fucking steak?
I'll break up with the girl.
It is really
Yeah, yeah.
horrible.
It's too meaty for me.
You don't need that.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy Norton loves that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's terrible.
But what is this going to lead to, Bobby, if you see her vagina? I don't get it.
Well, I don't know, man.
Like when you chew a full
But it's just a
pack of
virgin.
Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, but if it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Asian girls' vaginas I don't like.
No, what's wrong
Well, the
with
lips
them?
are purple.
Are they?
Yeah, they're dark purple.
I've seen
For
that.
real?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, my sack is purple.
I think Indian women
Why?
have.
I don't know. I
dark
think
ones.
people have just purple sacks.
Purple sack.
You know, and at Mad TV they used to call me Black Sack. I swear to God, because my sack is black. You want to see it?
No, that's
right.
okay.
Sam, you want to see his sack?
I do.
All right.
All right, Sam does.
Sam will take a look at Bobby Lee's sack.
Sam, not. Is it purple?
It's kind of see it's little.
Oh, you just turn around. You got to see this, Sam.
I thought that was your underwear
But it's
for a
dark
second.
though, right?
I thought you were wearing brown.
Why is it so dark?
I thought you were wearing like brown underwear.
Why the fuck is it so dark, Bobby Lee? Playing Carolines all weekend long. 'Cause it's
no,
still on
well,
sale.
they call me Black Sack.
Black sack.
Yeah.
I swear, I thought you were pulling your underwear,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why isn't he pulling his bag out? He's got
Okay,
like
can I
brown
just say something
underwear
about
on or
ethnic women, people?
Yeah.
Ethnic people have dark genitalia.
Yeah.
And like the calamari, the anus.
Yeah.
Right, is usually dark too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. Well,
Can I see-
people like that, I guess.
Patty?
Patty, go ahead.
Do the vagina thing real quick because I can't. The suspense is killing me.
Yeah.
You just have to do it, and
He's
then I have
having
to
a
accept
panic
it.
him down.
attack, so you got to pull your
Yeah, you
pants
gotta do it now.
You
You
got to
gotta do it now.
help him out,
and then
You gotta
bend
do it now.
over
Have
and
a
spread your
sense of
cheeks.
humor.
Just pull him down.
Pull him down.
Keep no, go ahead. Keep it.
Patty, what the
Patty, pull it down.
Pull it down.
Hold him down there.
Pull him all the
Let
way
me
down.
see. I got a comment. Pull him
Patty,
down. Pull him down.
Patty.
Pull him down. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
Patty, when was the last time you shaved?
It's like a
Pull it
Cambodian
down.
jungle.
Keep it
It's a
down.
Cambodian jungle. I need a machine.
Ago.
A month ago,
What
you
happened? I
shaved?
thought you were keeping it nice
Remember
and clean.
you were shaving? Patty,
Yeah.
keep it down.
Keep it down.
Remember you were shaving? What happened?
I just
Keep
got
it down.
lazy.
Keep it down.
Okay.
You got lazy.
I'll see you.
Look how many great pubes you have.
That's it. I'll see you.
Your pubes are all great.
Bobby, sit the
I'm gonna
fuck
say-
down.
No, I'll see you the next time.
Bobby.
I'm at
I
Caroline's. I gotta
scared him
get the fuck out of here, man.
What-
It's
what's-
enough.
What's the problem with that?
Enough's
For
enough.
real, I need to get into your head a little
her
bit.
body's like Gollum. I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing.
All right, now you
It's
sit
like
down, see?
it's like Middle Earth. I don't like it.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I mean?
really is
It's
Middle-earthly.
otherworldly. It's otherworldly.
You want to see her anus?
Yes.
No.
Just bend over. Let me see your anus. I'm here,
Yes.
Patty. Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
He's like,
I was on television for 8 years. Give me a break.
Look at her
Yeah,
anus.
yeah.
Come on, Patty, turn around.
Yeah, late night television.
Turn all the way around.
Bend over.
Spread your cheeks.
Bend
Spread
over.
your
Yeah.
cheeks.
Spread
Spread
your cheeks.
your cheeks.
Spread them.
Spread them for Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
What is it looking like?
Moisture.
There's
I
moisture.
saw moisture. Yeah.
Ew, anal moisture?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
There goes Bobby Lee. Caroline's all weekend, 2 shows
You're really
tonight.
leaving us
Oh,
this
my
way?
God, he feels like he can't get out.
I need to get out.
Wait a minute, you got to get out.
Bobby, get out.
You're freaking him out.
No, you gotta
How is
open
that
it.
locked? It can't be. That doesn't lock from in here. Bobby. It's somebody
You
fucking...
gotta open the door, man.
He's
You
freaking
gotta
out.
open the door, man.
Bobby's freaking out.
You gotta open the door.
Holy shit. And now he's gone. That's it. He just fucking ran out.
I fucking love this guy. Oh, Patty, it's not about you. Put your stupid clothes on.
Yeah, put your clothes on. Who gives a shit if you're naked? But now, I want to punch up some of these guys that she wants to see. He is
I love
fucking hysterical.
I love him.
My clothes.
He's like one of my favorite guests.
I don't know if he'll ever be back, but I love Bobby Lee.
He was one of my favorite guests. to have
Facebook
on
the
this
shit
show
out of
now.
Bobby Lee and say, please go back on the Opie and Anthony show.
He's so fucking weird. And it's just funny to watch him freaking out like that. I got to get out of here. Do you want to see her anus? Yes. I have to now. I have to.
He turned like
Loses
that.
his mind. You want to see my sack?
He knew the whole time he wanted to, but he was trying to get out before he actually saw
before
it.
he had
and
to.
then he couldn't help himself anymore, and he had to see the anus, and then that was it.
Wow.
Everyone's saying on instant feedback, Bobby Lee fucking rules.
He's great.
Oh,
He's fucking hysterical, man. All right, Patty, punch up some guys. What are we looking at?
Yeah,
Because we got to get the fuck out of here. We got a meeting.
Because we're like, I don't want to say we're like your older brothers, because that's weird. Because you're way older than us, but...
Oh, Whoopi, age 55.
Who?
Whoopi, that's what he calls himself.
He calls himself... Oh, God.
Oh, this
that guy
guy's-
does look like a pedo that runs a softball league.
This guy's so married.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But he says he's single.
Let's see. What does he do? He's single, Capricorn, smoker, no. Body type, a few extra pounds. He's Jewish and...
Doesn't look
He was
Jewish.
married. He's divorced.
He's divorced, of course.
He's an educator.
Does not want children. All the kids are over 18. So he's got grown kids. Does he drink socially? He's a raging alcoholic.
What a great site, because one of the questions is, do you have a car?
Do you have a car? Yes. What do you think, Patty? You go out with him?
I go for a date with them. You give people the benefit of a doubt. You know, and you just it's
whatever.
for getting networking and getting to know people.
Shut
That's
up.
what it's
Go
all
to another
about.
guy.
Patty, I think you have nice eyes. After all these years, I think I just noticed your eyes. Why don't you wear contacts?
Nah, I've never been into that. I prefer glasses.
There's nothing in her body. She puts nothing in her body.
Aunt, go
her
like
eyes
this.
are pussy, anything. What?
You got to squint a little.
All right, hold on.
And only look, like, go like this with your hands.
Open your eyes, Patty.
From like, yeah, no.
It might be the glasses making him bigger, dude. Take
the
your
nose,
glasses off,
The nose
Patty.
sucks, the teeth suck, but the eyes are, well, not when you look like a psychopath.
Christ.
Jesus.
She's making
like normally,
fucking...
I'm trying to give you a compliment. I think you have nice eyes.
Making Shelley Duvall eyes.
Yeah, really. Patty's got nice eyes.
Let me see. Go ahead. Look at me, dummy. Now move your hair out of the way. God, what's wrong with you? Ugh. No, I'm not.
Because you're
seeing
looking below the eyes.
I know, it's hard to get the whole picture. Maybe if I gouge him out and look at him just sitting on the shelf.
All right, so what else about this guy?
All right, he's just basic, whatever.
Now we got a 60-year-old.
Yeah, let's see this guy. What is he,
likes
60?
You too. Okay.
He's an Aquarius, and he's 6'3". He's 60 years old. He's a Caucasian with brown hair. You know that's all hair dye, by the way. Smoker, no. He's got a few extra pounds on him. Does he drink? Doesn't say. Uh-oh.
It says socially.
That's a problem. Oh, it said socially? Mm-hmm. Oh, right there, do you? He socially drinks. He's divorced, too.
What's this visiting family in Bayshore thing? I can't read it. Now visiting family in Bayshore, Long Island. I always respond out of courtesy to whoever messages me. This guy's looking to get laid.
He's just looking for some nookie, Patty.
This guy's just looking for
This guy's a player.
Yeah, he's just playing.
Yeah. What is he wearing? An American flag shirt jacket? The fuck is that?
He's like a maritime guy.
Oh, it's a sailor. Oh, he likes yachting. That's good. You could always dump the body in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, find someone else. Oh, wait,
Jesus,
this guy looks
Patty,
smooth.
What the fuck?
Boy, you really... What did you put in an age bracket that you're looking for?
Yeah.
What was it?
Over the age of 35 and under the age of 60.
So between 35 and 60?
Yeah.
You don't want no 20-year-old banging you in the ass?
No. They like little babies to me, you know.
Well, why would you just go for the young cock there, Patty?
Yeah.
No, because I think it's kind of sick. You should be with people your own age
Go
around
fuck
there.
yourself.
No, I'm too. I would never. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be a sheriff looking for a toy boy. I just,
slam her tits in
want
the
to make
door.
friends with
really?
people. Besides, what could I have in common with a 20-year-old?
His cock in your ass.
No, I'm looking more for interest and similarities.
These guys all look like pedophiles, by the way. Every single one of these guys look like it's a mugshot for pedophilia charges. Look at that. Non-religious, athletic body type. This guy is 49 years old. Wow, a chippy. Let's see. He drinks socially. They all do. He's divorced also. He's a dentist. So he might be able to fix your little chiclet teeth. He doesn't want children. He does not do drugs. He has children.
And he has a car.
And a car says N.A., non-applicable. What does that mean? Maybe he lives in the city or something?
Yeah, you don't need to drive in the city.
Patty.
One more.
And what was this wild man with a boat?
That's the same guy.
Oh, that's the same guy?
Looks like
He's cute.
It looks like Abil.
I think he's really cute.
It's Habil. Hey, Patty.
Hey, Patty.
I'm going to fuck in your hiney.
Maybe too inside, but
Habil. Who's this guy? All right. Another social drinker, divorced. I'm retired. I have a bachelor's degree. How old is this guy? 61. Hey, that's over your bracket.
Yeah,
He doesn't want children, doesn't have any, doesn't have a car.
He's a retired executive living the life in New York City. Now, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so is Bernie Madoff.
No.
The fuck is...
What sounds like fun about that?
That sounds like fun. A retired executive living in New York. That sounds dull. Let me tell you about the time I had a hostile takeover. Harumph, harumph. Blowing cigar smoke in your face.
Well, he says he doesn't smoke. So
Oh,
there you
well.
go.
Silly me to make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Would you
Patty,
like any of these guys to eat your ass? Or
Yeah, what about it? What about sex with
point
any
to
of
the
these
one
guys?
guy that you would like to eat your ass.
Oh,
and
no,
you
I
have
wouldn't
to,
want to be
Come
like
on.
that.
You have to
No.
pick one.
Remember when you said you wanted the edge to have sex with you?
Out of all these guys that are interested in you, point to the one guy you wouldn't mind eating your ass.
Look at when they're all put up there. It looks like face blech.
Come on, Patty. You have to pick one.
Oh, no.
The black guy?
Oh, no, Patty!
Patty, are you
What
into the
about
black
this
guy?
Oh, no.
Did
no.
you? Couldn't you?
No.
Couldn't you put a race in there?
No.
You
I
couldn't put a
didn't.
race preference?
No, because...
Why? Could you, though?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think you can, Patty.
No.
You know what a black guy would do to your 54-year
No.
54-year virgin pussy?
Patty! Danny started typing in a response to the big black guy.
No. Oh, please.
This is her whole life.
Come on.
She's
I
have to
panicking.
respond to
What is he about?
What is he
Let's
about?
see what
do you
he's
think
about.
he's about?
Patty, stop. Let's see what he's about.
I'm not going to send him anything.
Get to his
No,
bio.
I'm just trying to get back. Oh,
Get to his
he's
bio.
a divorced 45-year-old man. Is there a nice woman?
I want to
out
read
there?
stuff. Body type, athletic.
Yeah.
What about, there it is. He drinks socially. He's divorced.
Athletic. The guy's ripped.
A social worker and personal trainer.
This guy will fucking destroy you.
Meanwhile, that means he went to prison. He's a personal
well,
trainer.
graduate degree. He's
Do
a
you want children?
professional.
Undecided. He's open-minded about it. He doesn't do drugs. He has children, and he has a car. Until the LoJack system sends out that signal.
What kind of music? I think you could click on the interest. It says music.
All right.
Let's see what kind of music this guy likes.
What is
I don't know
that?
what that does, Patty. What does that do? Now we're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, those are all the girls he's interested in.
Exciting. What does he say about me? Hi, just here looking for a nice, interesting woman. I have a variety of interests that I would love to share with someone, and also hope that we have some uncommon interests to share with each other. That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
First date. For a first date, I would do anything where we can talk, laugh, and get to know each other. As I deep dick you with my balls, pull them out and go booyah.
Delete her account.
Delete her. Wow. What do you think? A little
Patty, would you
little
go for the black guy?
chocolate in your peanut
I don't
butter?
know. There's so many other choices there,
I think
too.
she secretly has
There's
a black
the guy
fetish.
Yeah.
She wants a black
yeah.
guy.
Oh my God, what's this
All
guy?
right, Hamilton.
It's aged Spicoli. Here's a 44-year-old Caucasian. He's an Aquarius. Yeah. He's from Jersey. Does he drink? No. He's single. He's an audio engineer, man. Hey, you could talk about music with him and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't want children. He has a car. He's got lovely long locks. What do you think of that?
He's the coolest one so far.
He's the coolest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would love to
is he
get
at
to know
F.H.
him.
Riley's there? Where is he?
Whoa.
It's on a brick wall.
No, I don't think it's a brick wall. It's yellow. When I went the other day, it was yellow.
What are you talking about? It's yellow. That's a brick wall.
there was some
Gives a
brick
shit what color
somewhere.
it is.
Well, I went to
Oh,
F.H. Riley. They
got
painted
it.
the wall yellow.
All right. Well,
you're talking about FH.
Yeah,
Yeah.
FH.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I do apologize.
Yeah, tell Brett the chicken farfel is the best.
Would you go on a first date to F.H. Riley's?
Sure.
Oh.
Why not? It's a great place to go.
Oh, at 400 New York Avenue? In the heart of Huntington
Oh, we're
Village?
talking about the Spicoli guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, not the guy before. Come on, I don't want to wreck the joint.
Just a little joke.
Of course. I was only joking.
Patty.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Okay.
You have to tell us which guy you would.
I like the one with the 44-year-old one the best.
Now, what
He's
about
cool.
now? What's the next step? What are you doing?
So he's the one that you would allow to eat your ass, right?
Not eat my ass, no.
What are his
I'm not-
interests, Dan?
Oh, the black guy?
No. We looked at him already. The guy with the long hair.
Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta go back.
Sorry, I should have.
I've been perusing these sexy ads.
Have you? Danny's gonna be on.
By the way, as Danny finds that Sam
PlentyOfFish.
Sam ran out with Bobby Lee. What happened? He's definitely not coming back.
No, he's out of the building. He freaked the fuck out.
Why?
Wrong with him?
He ran down the hall.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then he started calming down because somebody out there knew him.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan." He's like, "Oh, good to
that's
meet
cool.
you." So I grabbed my recorder and then walked to the elevator with him and just kept asking him questions. And he told me, he was like, "Listen, I want you to know, when I was in the studio, I was bad. Then I calmed down. I was okay. And now I'm bad again because of you." All I was doing was asking him questions, so I jumped on the elevator with him.
He would be tiring to be friends with.
He is exhausting.
He
But I love
literally,
him.
I got on the elevator with him and kept asking him questions the whole time. When the elevator opened, he ran through the lobby and out the building.
He ran away from you.
Yes, he ran.
Long hair. The guy doesn't have
cool,
any
thanks.
about me.
Oh, really?
That's a little
suspicious.
Yeah,
there,
what are you
Patty.
thinking there, Patty? There's nothing about
I don't
him.
know. I
That's a
would like to
guy-
know. Well, maybe not. I have to know something about him before
Yeah.
I see him.
That's a guy that's cheating.
Do you think
And
that-
just in case
Yeah.
someone sees his picture on this site, he go,
Maybe-
"Oh, one of my dopey friends put me up there as a gag."
Why don't, obviously, Patty likes this guy.
Yeah.
Why don't we contact Mike?
Yeah.
Or whatever his name is here.
Yeah.
And let's type out what Patty should say to this guy as an introduction.
Yeah, come on, Patty. We'll help you.
No, because you're
Here it
going to make
comes.
me say really
No,
the dirty
we won't. We
things,
won't.
and I don't want him to think I'm
We
like that.
won't.
Okay.
Put hi. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm going to be a lot faster than you type.
Yeah, you type too slow.
So you got caps lock on. You're already yelling at the guy.
Not hi there. Yeah, you're yelling. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Now she's got cap locks on, so it's capitalizing everything
That's-
except
This is
what
why
she
you should
wants
just let me-
capitalized.
just let me
Let
do it.
Danny do it. He types fast. Dictate
Right
to him.
here?
Just dictate.
All right. We're running out of show computer-wise.
We're not going to have a show of Patty typing.
Patty,
I
let,
refuse. Pat Quaddy.
Patty, let Danny
Relax.
do it, and you tell him what you
You
want to type.
dictate.
That's fair.
Hi there.
See,
My
there you
name
go.
is Patty.
Hi there, my name's Patty. See, so far so good.
My name is Patty.
I am on PlentyOfFish.com and would like to meet you.
So you want to say that you're on the same website this gentleman is on, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't he knows what site you're on.
All right, if it's her though, let her.
And I would like to meet you.
And I would like to meet you. How about I would like to get to know you?
Danny, pump it up.
Yeah, Danny needs to punch it up a little bit. Get to know you.
Not in every way. Please take that.
no, that's all right.
No, it
Don't touch
isn't.
me!
It
Just
is
leave
not
it.
You're touching me.
okay.
Just hit
It
send.
is not okay. Not in every way because it
That's all
implies
right.
something.
All right.
No, it doesn't
Please.
imply anything.
All right, Patty.
I'd like
Let's.
to get to know you.
All right, good.
Like to
Period.
Can
get
you
to know you.
contact me through this website?
All right.
And write me a
Again
note.
with the website. Can
No.
you contact me
No.
through Plenty
I
of
will,
Fish?
No, do not give out my number. I don't know.
Oh.
I want to be the one
Like
to
he's
give
giving out
my
your number.
I got to protect myself.
Sure,
you know.
that's smart.
Shut up.
Yes.
Give it to
Can you
Bobo. Punch it
contact
up.
me on this site?
On this site.
And, you know, if you respond, then if you respond, maybe I can have a chance.
Maybe you can eat my pussy.
Do not. Oh, my God, no.
Even maybe you can eat my pussy.
Patty, we're trying to help. We're
no.
trying to get you dates.
Come on,
Come on, Patty. What's
Come
wrong?
on.
Patty.
Patty.
Drop me a
You're
line
typing stuff
if-
wrong.
All right, Danny, you promise not to.
I promise.
All right, let Danny.
Type me a line. You fucking.
Drop me a line
All right.
if you are interested.
All right, let Danny run. Let Danny
You are
run.
interested.
You are
That's it.
interested.
That's all I have to say.
No, he's got to punch it up.
No.
Let him
I'm
punch it up a
typing
little.
this
I'm typing
To
this.
you.
Nice. To you.
topless.
No.
It's too late. I already sent it.
Do not. No.
Do this all day.
Have a great day.
Have a great
Have
day.
a great day.
Patty.
All righty.
He's like,
That's boring. He ain't writing that.
He's not going to write back to you. No, we have to put more stuff in there if he's going to write back.
No.
That's boring.
I don't care. I want to be boring.
he's
Patty.
never going to go for that.
Patty, let Danny
Let
just
me at
punch
least-
it up in a nice
Come
way.
on, let me
You're
just
gonna do dirty
Trust.
I'm not going to
No,
do dirty
why would he do
things.
that? He's already done that. Now he's got to just punch it up nice for you. In the end, we love you.
Jesus, Patty.
Relax, will you? How long have you known us?
Relax.
I don't want to know too much. I would
All
rather
right,
have that
all
on the
right.
first meeting.
All right,
All right, I understand. Let Danny
We'll
just
say- we'll have-
because
we'll
have a great day.
over
Patty's
there.
boring. Let that be
Yeah,
the
have a
last
great
line.
day's got to
Yeah,
be at
yeah.
the bottom.
Interested.
Let's see.
I'm
Drop me a line.
50,
Wait, Patty,
how
my
old am I?
name is
I'm
Patty. I can-
54 years old.
4 years old. And I've never...
No, do not say I've never had sex.
Why not? It's the truth.
Why?
No, because that's not what I'm after. I'm 54 years
You
old.
are too. It's
let
hair-
Danny.
Yeah.
Let
No.
Danny. All right, I'm 54 years old. Relax.
With a gray-haired pussy.
No, because she
No.
shaves. She shaves.
No.
Gray pussy.
Gray.
There you go. Come on.
Do not. I don't
With
want
great
anything.
pussy hair.
Stop it.
I don't want anything to go over to the, you know.
All right, we understand because you'll get kicked off the site.
Excuse me.
Danny's
Thank
just
you.
slamming emoticons on it.
Guys love emoticons.
They
It's one
do
of the
love
sexiest-
emoticons.
The more emoticons I get,
The better.
That's
Right.
an email
The
from a
sexier it is.
So cute.
Put an emoticon on there.
Yeah.
One with a big dick.
One of a smiley face pissing on a sign or something.
Yeah.
No.
Those
Why?
are funny.
That's fun.
No.
Those
That's
are funny.
I am
Patty.
54 years old
And
look
for
great
cock. What?
for my
For my age. Why don't you put the shit happens emoticon so when he sees you, he'll
No.
understand.
I-E.
Example. Very good, Danny. This is very smart.
N-S.
Excuse me. No.
Oh, damn,
no.
you're supposed to put in the blue letters.
Oh my God! I don't want anything like that to go out. You know, they'll ban me from the website. That's not what
No,
this
they
is about.
won't.
All right. This is a very nice thing for Patty, Danny.
You're
so
a fag.
Sam, you want to... I don't trust Danny anymore. Let Sam do it.
No.
You're,
You gotta enter the blue letters.
Just the blue
All
letters.
right, blue
All
letters.
right, well,
already
we're not
did.
done.
HQGDB.
Yeah.
Patty, Danny wouldn't hurt you. You know that.
Like my
Like my cat.
cunt.
No. No. Sorry. No. No.
What's wrong with that, Patty?
Come on, if he thinks you have a tight cunt.
Danny just wrote in subject line, us fucking.
Interested. That's what I'll do. I'll put interested.
Interested.
In your dick. No? Okay.
I just sent. Oh my God.
No, you did.
Yes, it did.
Interested in your dick.
It just said.
Oh, well.
It said interested in your dick.
Hey, can we play?
And it finally
Didn't
said.
go through.
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, it did. Hey, Travis, can we play Joy Division Shadow Play for Bobby Lee, please?
Oh, goddamn, that's funny.
Even though most people know the Killer's version, the original is pretty damn good, too. Let's get... It did send. See, that's why she just realized it did send.
I hope it didn't.
All right, let's get out of here.
Interested in your
By the
dick.
way, can I have my clothes?
I don't have your clothes.
Where are your clothes, Patty?
They were underneath me right down here, and now they're missing.
Oh, boy.
I saw that.
And I noticed that
Bobby
about
Lee took
10 minutes ago. No, we didn't.
Bobby Lee's punishing us by taking the
I
clothes.
saw that in a movie once.
Yeah.
They took the guy's clothes.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you got him in the next room. Now give
Well,
him
you
to
love
me.
Ron and Fez better than us anyway.
Would
so
you
I'm
please
I'm sure they'll give you your
give
clothes
me
back.
my clothes,
Because they treat
please.
you nice. All right, Joy Division Shadow Play for Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee at Caroline's all weekend long. Jimmy back on Monday.
Yes.
And have a good weekend.
You too, app.
Maybe I'll run into you. Maybe not.
I know you took
And
them
Patty,
out of here.
thanks.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
a pleasure.
always a pleasure.
Travis, get us out of here with a little Joy Division, please.
No, really, come on, give me my clothes.
I don't have them. I didn't take them. I haven't touched
Yes,
your
you
clothes.
did. You took them out of here.
What
You
happened
wanted
to
to
your
put
clothes, Patty? What'd you do with your clothes, Patty?
They're right here.
Patty, if you're going to bring things to the studio, you got
Got to keep track of your clothes, Patty.
People steal stuff. You got to be careful.
Just sit there naked at Toronto
nasty
Fest.
pussy on the chair.
Oh, my. There's a slug trail on our couch now. Great.
the other way that
Yeah.
might have sounded nice.
Plenty of fish.
To the center of the city.